Putting Mars' ass in the box.
Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back. And the thing about it is, it's the NBA final season. It is June. And on top of that, we have game 3 tonight. But before we talk about game 3 and talk about what's going to happen in New York, because we are in the Madison Square Garden tonight, chill. And there's supposed to be some big names in the house. We'll get to that in a second, too. This is the most expensive sporting event ever. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that, too. But before we do that, there was a game, too. And, for some of us, it was a terrible weekend. But for other people, it was an amazing weekend for certain reasons, because the Knicks went up 2-0 against the San Antonio Spurs. And really, fellas, one team has just looked much better than the other team. But I want to hear how you guys feel about it. Knicks up 2-0, game 2. What did you guys see, and how do you feel after Friday night's game?
Well, I'll start this off. Sure. I just see Cat more assertive, and he looks more comfortable in the offense that they're running with him being the hub. Like previous to that, he just really didn't know what exactly it was he was supposed to be doing in the offense. Should I be more aggressive? Should I be more of a downhill guy? When should I shoot the basketball? He just looks so much more, since these playoffs have started, he just looks so much more in rhythm as a bucket getter. He just looks so much more in rhythm, even with Mike Brown dumbing down the offense and making him the hub in terms of a primary distributor. They don't really run a lot of action. I mean, they run some action. Swipe and I had this conversation before you had got on, Ron, where we were talking about the Knicks in the flex offense. And they basically taken a page out of what's going on with the Denver Nuggets, where they run the offense through Joker, but they run a bunch of different actions because Joker is so advanced at that sort of stuff. With Cat, they don't run a bunch of different stuff because Cat isn't as advanced, but Cat is good enough where he can make certain reads, and it's worked. I think it's worked tremendously for them. I don't think we talk, or I haven't spoken as much as I should have about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has just been great, man. He's playing well within himself. He doesn't do anything that he can't do. That stop and pop game has been great, not just at the long ball line, but even in the mid range. Him filling gaps when they trap and when they blitz. I'm loving that about him. I was thinking to myself, and Ox had made this point about him. Like, guys, if you ran down all the teams in the Western Conference, and I'm talking about from top to bottom, how many of those teams would say no to OG Anunoby? Like, how many of them would look at him and be like, "No, I think we good"? Because I don't think that, to be honest with you, I don't think that there's any, because of everything that he does, not just as a bucket getter, but everything that he does overall. I think that they put San Antonio in such a bad, I think he put San Antonio in such a bad position with his transition defense, not just his transition defense, with his ability to rebound the basketball and stop plays. I just think that I think they're having a really difficult time with this Knicks team, and I don't think it's going to get any better.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to, at length about this now. We've done, so it happened Friday. I think I've done 1, 2, 3 shows since that game at this point. And I think the biggest theme that I've seen stand out is just the amount of strength and size that they have on the interior. And I think that Karl Anthony Towns, one of the things that needs to be noted is that he has been like one of the best defenders we've had in these playoffs. And he has been elite in the series defensively. I think him, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, like the whole unit, Josh Hart, they've done a tremendous job being the aggressor and setting the tone. And I think the biggest difference in this series is, we talked about this a little bit, this is Mike Brown's 7th championship on the sideline. This is obviously his 2nd as a head coach. He was with the Warriors in 2022. This is Mitch Johnson's first ever NBA Finals as the primary lead. And he's 39 years old. You can definitely, to me, feel the age gap and feel the fact that Mike Brown has more control and has a much more structured and organized offense and defensive process than Mitch Robinson does. But that's not really just Mitch. It's the fact that there's a 20-year-old in Dylan Harper that's getting serious minutes, 21-year-old in Castle getting serious minutes, and then Victor Wembanyama at 22 years old. Obviously, they're extremely young. Their veterans have not been great so far. Castle, of their veterans, and Fox have been the best ones, but Keldon Johnson, not super helpful. Harrison Barnes, not super helpful. I think Luke Cornett has had good, increments. He's been better in this series than he was in the last series. But as simple as this, I think there's 3 plays in particular that lost him game 2. One, Stephon Castle trying to foul bait a jumper with 6 minutes left that ends up being 3 points on the other side and an advantage for the New York Knicks. That play didn't need to happen. Dylan Harper, you have an opportunity in transition. Your whole life, you've been the best athlete on the floor. You try to attack OG Anunoby in transition. As Ox knows, you try to do that. That's more than likely not going to work out in your favor. You get blocked at the rim. And then on top of that, he had a couple rushed bad possessions as well, where, again, he looks like a rookie. But then Victor Wembanyama, this is a communication thing. I brought this up as well. This is the same thing where in game 1, Ox, we had a conversation about should Mitch Johnson or not had a call to timeout at the end of the Wolves game when they lost game 1. Because if you remember, Julian Champagnie got a really good shot out of that and then missed the wide open 3-pointer. But in this instance, Mitch Johnson tries to do the same thing, which is fine. Could you coach your guys to do this, obviously in film, that if we get an opportunity with 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left, we're not going to call a timeout. And on top of that, they had Karl Anthony Towns in the game. So then on the other side of this, they're like, well, we don't want to get, even though Towns has been elite, we think that we have better odds with this unit on the floor and Brunson, as opposed to having, a Mitch Robinson come in and then Deuce or something like that. So some of this was they simply wanted to get the best look possible. What happens is this is youth. Stephon Castle did his job, Chill. He checked with this big man once, puts his hands up like, are you good? Looks up again. Oxy looks back at Victor Wembanyama. Are you sure you want to bring the ball up? Vic is still dribbling. Fine. So at that point, Castle does a full turn up court to go sideline to run corner because they would have got the same thing, Chill, between him and De'Aaron Fox they got after the timeout. That was the same thing I'm willing to bet they were trying to get into in transition just in the half court, where now you could do it with Cat and Brunson and you don't got to do it with Mitchell and whoever. And that one decision might have made a difference.
Do
so
you
Castle,
think?
Go ahead.
Do you think, Swiper, that goes into being a big man and understanding exactly what big men do? The reason why I'm asking you that, Swiper, because we live in such an era, and a lot of you guys can chime in on this if you want. We live in such an era where everybody does everything. I'm playing with Ops. That thing comes off the glass. I'm clapping my hands. Hey, big fella. He knows just as a big man naturally. He might not even give me a ball. He might not even give me the ball, but he knows naturally just to look for me, just as a big. He knows naturally when I clap my hands, hey, big fella, right here. He knows to look for me. I say that to say with Wemby, when it comes off the glass and he gets that, Fox is standing right behind him underneath the basket, and he's yelling at him, hey, big fella. And
it wasn't just Fox. It was Castle, too. Yeah, he had 2 goals. Oh, no, it was Harper. It was Harper and Fox.
I know that. I know that De'Aaron Fox was right.
It was both of them. They were right by each other. So he had 3 point guards in the backcourt.
Hey, big fella, yelling at him. So, Swiper, do you think that that's because he's not groomed to be a big man in that aspect, or is that just the way that the game is?
I think that's probably a little too deep. I think legitimately what happened is that he gets the rebound and Luke Cornett. First off, Luke Cornett's on the floor too. So this is their free throw line unit that we have all of our players on the floor. So actually, what ends up happening is they get that stop or whatever. Yep. But then when they get the run out, you all they have to reset their play. And so I think for in this instance with Victor Wembanyama, 2 type plays. He gets the ball back with 14 seconds left, and it's Castle's up front. To Ron's point, it's Fox, and then it's Vassell, and then Harper. They're all 3 stacked on top of each other. But y'all, to be fair, like Victor gets to stop and gets the rebound, and everybody kind of starts running up the floor expecting to get the offense set.
It ain't no to be fair, Swiper.
Who was on the floor?
So the second one was the Luke Cornett one. This one and the play that we're talking about directly is Dylan Harper. It's Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, De'Aaron Fox, and then Victor Wembanyama. Those are the 5. Okay. So 4 guards on the floor with him at that point. 4.
And soon as it comes off, and soon as it comes off the glass, Ox, right?
Wemby gets it.
Immediately after it comes off the glass, because Jalen Brunson was the one who shot the shot. It comes off the glass, he gets it. Fox is looking at the clock, and Fox is staring at him running up the floor like, big fella, I'm right here.
But he's not calling for the ball either, don't you?
But I don't have to call for the basketball because you already know as a guard, I'm looking for you. Hey, big man, I'm right here. I'm right here.
But Wemby
who's
does.
in front of Victor Wembanyama at this point? Because it's just Jalen Brunson back, right?
So what's called Castle?
No, it wasn't just Jalen Brunson.
I'm talking about on defense. So
it was like Jalen Brunson was the first defender right in front of. He wasn't right in front of him. He was the first defender that he could see. But there were other defenders back too, because you can only put 3 people on the free throw line.
Shamit, Bridges, and OG were back.
Yeah.
So a lot of times for a big man that's like can get on the wing, can move the ball, you can push the break, right? So at that point, I feel like Victor Wembanyama kind of got caught in like in a pickle.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like you have to make it because the game's tied up at this point, right?
Yes.
So the most important thing with the game tied up at this point is just don't turn it over. Like they did the absolute worst thing you can do. Best case scenario, we just get up and get a shot up. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's just push the break or give it up instantly. Like there's no point for you to like dribble the ball right here a couple seconds. I was asked about this a few times just on Twitter, just DM'd and stuff and just talking to people. I was in the gym all weekend, so this was a big topic of discussion, right? This game. And I'm not like, oh, this is Victor Wembanyama's fault or this is Stephon Castle's fault. This is one of those things that happened. It's just like it was just an airhead moment where I think they were kind of, just got lost in the sauce for a second. Like to your point.
But is that something, Ox? Is that something that could happen at that juncture of the game? Like we can afford it.
It absolutely shouldn't happen.
We can afford that. We can afford something like that in the first quarter, even in the third. Like we can't afford that right now. Like that big man.
Stuff like that too. Stuff like that too. Because you know how I look at it. I'm looking at that. That didn't lose them the game. There was something that happened in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter that lost them the game too. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that type of stuff can't happen ever. In game 2 of the finals when we're at home down 1-0. That can never happen.
We could probably absorb it more earlier in the game than we can at that point.
Well, no, I think that's the difference.
But you know how I look at that thing. So I'm just talking about from my brain.
Sure.
I'm talking about every possession. There's possessions in the first quarter that lost us the game too. So that type of stuff can just never happen. I'm just saying like for Victor Wembanyama has to make a decision right there. Am I pushing the break or am I giving it to my guard? You know what I mean?
I think, but all 3 of the youngins made those mistakes, though, Ox. To your point, though, I think that's the difference in the 2-0 series. The Knicks aren't making those same mistakes, I think, because they've failed for years leading into this moment. I think they just have a lot more poise and control in this situation. Like Harper did the same thing. Castle did the same thing, and Wemby all made those mistakes. And all 3 of those players made mistakes, I think, that ultimately cost them this game. And I think a lot of those mistakes were youth. Like that's just kind of what it is at this point. I don't think it's just. I mean, but you've been there too. Like when you're a freshman and then you're playing on the floor, you're different than you are when you're a junior and you're a senior. Like everything, it's just different. The speed is different. The understanding. Go ahead.
Swipe. How much time was on the clock right there?
It is exactly when that happens.
I see that.
Sure.
You said 10 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah. Before I put this on the screen, though.
Before you show it, because I just wanted to say that the first time this happened that you brought up, Swiper, I think most of us were on the side of like, it could go either way. In this instance, Mitch has to call a timeout.
Yep, 100% agree.
In this instance, Wemby should have called a timeout. Whoever got the ball, that should have.
Wemby shouldn't have dribbled the ball.
That's where I'm at.
That's what I'm saying too.
That's where I am.
But somebody call a timeout right there.
That's where I am.
To your point though, Swapper, you do got Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and if you are coach Shaman, and if you are coaching your team at the end of the game, because once again they didn't call the timeout during the season. So with that being said, Mitch probably has that instilled in him. Like in these late moments, we're not calling timeout, especially tied up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. He's supposed to get that ball to De'Aaron Fox, and Fox is supposed to push that thing up the court and try to get to the basket. You know
I think he was supposed to give the ball to Stephon Castle. Stephon was right there in front of him. Earlier? Yeah, like there was no need for Wemby to dribble right there. Like even me as a point guard, when I catch the ball under the hoop, I will outlet it to another guard or a big, and then I'll go get it back. That is the toughest. That's the toughest thing to do is try to catch the ball under the hoop because you got everybody right there. It's so cluttered. It's hard to dribble out of that. And I'm talking about even as a point guard. Now I'm talking about a 7'6", 7'4", 7'5", whatever the hell he is, 7'8". You can't. The toughest thing to do is catch the ball under the hoop and dribble out of everybody and then dribble up the court. Like Stephon Castle's right there. Wemby pass to Stephon Castle and go fill the lanes.
Well, and by the way, Chill, he didn't even Miss Johnson didn't have a chance to call a timeout. Because I'm all the way on your side. As soon as he touched the ball, I'm running out there. But chill, Wemby grabs the ball in one step and then is dribbling. So they would have had to take the ball out in the backcourt anyway.
And this is what I'm thinking, Ox, as a wing. This is what I'm thinking as a wing player. Like, Ron, to your point, Castle asked for the ball. When Castle doesn't get the ball, now he's now filling the lane. And the reason why his back is turned is because he's trying to turn around to see if Wemby's going to give him the ball. Wemby gave it up too quick. When Wemby comes down with the basketball, the first thing Fox does as the lead guard is he looks at the clock to see how much time we got left. And he sees that it's 13 seconds. Now he's screaming at Wemby. Big fella. Wemby's going with it. While Wemby's going with it, Harper's already gone. Harper's filling the lane on the strong side, on the weak side of the floor. Fox is back, still running, looking at Wemby like he's expecting Wemby to give him the ball because nobody's back there. And that's what now, to your point, Ron, sure, Fox, you should have maybe ran up to him, but I don't think a timeout is necessary here. This is a big man thing.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Chill.
But it can't be a big man thing because Wemby wouldn't do this.
You get the ball off the glass.
I know, but like even Jokic wouldn't dribble the ball there. Jokic would grab the ball, and then either we're calling a timeout right here, or he's giving it to Jamal, and then now
that's why it's a big man thing, Swiper. That's what Chill's talking about.
That's a veteran thing too, though. Chill. I'm saying I don't think he could process what needs. Like he obviously wasn't processing the two better things here. Stop, grab, give it to Fox. Stop, grab, call a timeout.
That's not a veteran thing. That's just a big guy thing. Well, you rebound the basketball with a big guy. I mean, where's the guard at?
Swiper, you get taught that in middle school. As a big, grab the ball, chin it with two hands, hold it strong, and pass it to your guard. The problem is, and then hold on right quick, Ox, because I want to hear from Mars, and then we got a $50 super chat. I just want to say, actually, that you're right, Ox. The thing is, Wemby want to be a guard. Let's just call a spade a spade. Wemby wants to be a guard, and that's what you get. I'm gonna just leave it at that. That is what you get.
You're right. You're right about typically you're taught that young to catching an outlet. But with that being said, I was also taught sophomore, junior year, you can dribble, push the break. If you got guards,
was that one of those occasions?
In that occasion, he should have given the ball to De'Aaron Fox and let him push the ball. Absolutely. I'm just saying, like, sometimes though he might, and that's what I was saying a minute ago. I think Wemby took time to assess the situation, and then waited too long to make the pass.
Swiper, that's not what we're comparing. We are comparing fundamentals. For instance, it's like when you.
What I'm telling you, no, Ron, it's not that because Wemby has spent his life being told you're good enough to dribble the ball, bring the ball up the floor. What I'm saying is the same thing, and this is why it goes back to the Wolves game. This is why this is not an isolated incident, Ron. I said this during the Wolves game that he should have like took the ball and called a timeout. I said that during then, and I told you
this game was tied up though, Swiper.
I know, and we only got one timeout left.
But even in that situation though, like that, it's the same thing.
I don't want to waste it on
that. Get a better possession when you have a bunch of youth on the floor. These things happen, Ron, if you got young people on the floor that are running the show, and it's not like a bad thing. It's just like it happens. It's not like a denigration of them as players. They just don't know any better. So literally, to your point, Ron, if he was 33 years old, 34 like you is, you know what he would have did? Castle wouldn't even give him an opportunity to dribble the ball. He would have ran right up the Wemby. Give me the ball. Give me the rock.
That's another thing too. Castle should have just came and got the ball from him. Literally, he should have ran up to Wemby. Give me the ball, big fella. Give me the ball.
But we had that. That's where the divide is with you guys. We had that. My lead guard is right underneath the basket.
I can't see him.
He was behind him, though. And I'm about to put the picture up, Chill.
You gotta look for him.
Right quick, Chill. But your other lead guard's right in front of you. But hold on, no, y'all. I want to read this $50 super chat, and then Mars, you're our star player. Why are you not inserting yourself into the offense?
Yeah, come on, Fox.
Don't worry, I'm gonna call a play for you. I know exactly what play you like. But Nick at Night sent through $50 and said, shout out to Nick at Night. Nick at Night said, I've been watching y'all since 21 when I was in college. I graduated back in 24 in mechanical engineering, and now I'm a mechanical engineer. Still watching 5 years later. Great to see a platform for us, by us. Thank you, Nick at Night. We're not for us, by us. We're by us, for us. Boo-foo. That's what we are. Boo-foo.
Yeah,
man. Shout out. That's huge. Mechanical engineering is a big deal. Yeah, so shout out to you, bro. Real talk, man.
Man, stay in them books, y'all. Stay in them books for sure.
Or you end up like Ox if you don't.
So maybe we ain't as dumb as
shit.
people say we are, because we got smart people. Maybe we ain't as dumb as people say we are, because we got smart people listening. Maybe we not.
Hey, as a matter of fact, this is where you want to be, especially right, Ron. You getting my money together?
I'm saying.
No, chill. Because look, I seen Ron, and we handled this in person and discussed what we was gonna do. You know, I told you the other day, Ron came and cost a couple dollars, and I want that. Ron allowed me to convince him, or rather allowed Victor Wembanyama to convince him to take a $500 per game bet. Where is my money?
I need my bread, Ron. Run that.
Hey, when the Knicks went in 4, I want my money. I know where you live. You can't do this chill shit with me. I'm pulling up. I want my money.
I ain't at my crib.
Y'all know where she stay too.
I broke
I
up
know
with
where
her.
he stay too.
So, Ox, it's going to be this, Ox?
What?
Is that what it's going to be, Ox? Yes,
Hey,
sir.
chill. It's gonna be him no here. Him no here.
And just so you know, I know you in there. Don't act like I know you in there. So
Me speak on no English.
I know you.
That's gonna be the other residents.
All fresh Andrew Jacksons. I want my money.
All right. After tonight, you only gonna be up 500. So like the tone tomorrow is gonna be completely different.
That's cool. I'll take. Okay, so when the Knicks win in 5, what's that, Mars? 1,500.
Hey, Ox.
I'll take. That's cool.
You know how in the casinos you could cash out early.
Yeah, you can't cash out early here.
I got a good proposition. We'll talk about it later.
No,
Mars,
this sound like some bullshit, Ox. Don't,
I got something good for you, Ox. I got something good for you.
No way.
I got something real good for you. We'll talk though in a second. Big Mars.
Hey, he thought Victor Wembanyama was gonna carry him to some money. Nah, man.
Hey, the real big time players, they play better on the road, So let's see tonight. But Morris, this last play between Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, obviously, you had De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper on the floor. How do you feel about it? What's your thoughts?
At first, I was blaming Castle. That was my immediate thoughts.
Why?
Because I watched him look at Wemby and then run away from him. So I was like, that annoyed me. So I blamed him. Then I watched it like 8 more times, and I was still blaming Castle. Then I saw that Wemby had 3 guards on the other side of the court, all wide open. So then I was like, okay, I'm blaming both of them now. Then I saw Mitch Johnson telling them to push the ball. So then I was like, let me blame Castle a little bit less. So in my opinion, it's on like all 3 of them in different capacities. I don't blame Wemby for taking a dribble. Personally, I don't have a problem with that.
Because you could take a dribble and gather yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
He got the rebound with one hand with Cat on his back as he's facing the baseline. Taking a dribble to get out of the pressure doesn't bother me.
How many did he take though?
1 dribble. Like
it was only 1.
While you guys have been, he's just long, so he covers a lot of ground in 1 dribble.
It felt like 2 or 3 dribbles. I'm not gonna lie, it really felt like 2 or 3.
He took 1 dribble and he got off the ball in 1.3 seconds.
That was it.
Like. There was no holding the ball involved. So I've been watching the play while you guys have been talking. Like a lot of what was said in terms of how long it took Wemby to get off the ball is not true. He got off it quite quick. It was less than 1.5 seconds. I'm not mad at the decision once again to take the dribble out of pressure. I think once he'd already committed to the pass, it's just unfortunate timing that Castle would then thought Wemby was going to bring it up.
And
so then he turned his back. Like at that point, I think it's just unfortunate. I think Castle coming back to like he's looking to get the ball is what led to Wemby thinking he could throw the pass. But he has just such long arms. It takes a while for the pass to get out. So by the time he's throwing the pass, Castle is now turned around. And the only way Wemby can stop that pass from being thrown is if he travels, in my opinion. Once he's already committed to the pass, if he tries to stop it, he's then going to travel. So the pass is now out of his hands. Castle's facing the wrong way. And now there's a turnover. I think what made it worse was he compounded it with the foul. So if there were like percentages, I would say it's probably mostly on Wemby. And then Castle would get like 30%, and then like Mitch Johnson can get like 5%. So what would that be? 65, no, 65, 35. So 65 for Wemby, 30% for Castle, 5% for Mitch Johnson. That would be my blame. I don't know if I think it's because they were young. I mean, maybe they were frantic. Maybe that's a young thing. I think some of it's just unfortunate bad luck in terms of just the timing of things. So yeah,
I thought that
that's kind of my thought.
Miles, if you look at the game when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, because I think we got, if I'm not mistaken, and you can fact check this, I think we got a 12-point game, and we're late in the fourth. We're like 5 minutes in the fourth, and then the Spurs go on this run. We got De'Aaron Fox knocking down shots. We got Harper knocking down shots, but then we got the Knicks actually fighting. We got the Knicks fighting back, where OG Anunoby is attacking Victor Wembanyama, and when Victor Wembanyama is closing out low, he's attacking him on the high side, and he gets to the rim. I mean, when you talk about being young in that aspect, I mean, they didn't seem young when they fought back to get in the game. Yeah, I can appreciate when we get to that particular juncture where it gets a little frantic, but that's where my veteran De'Aaron Fox comes in. That's where that's where my primary floor leader comes in, and he's able to settle us down. And it seems
when they made that run chill, Castle wasn't even in the game, so this wouldn't even been a concern.
Like I'm not talking about Castle, but I am talking about Harper.
Mhm.
I am talking about Fox. I am talking about Devin Vassell. I'm talking about those guys in terms of young guys. I mean, those guys were in the game. That's why I'm looking at Fox. Like, I don't think Fox did anything wrong in this particular situation, because as the lead guard, he was looking for the basketball. He just thought that Wemby, he's calling on Wemby, and then when Wemby goes, he's looking at the clock. And he's still looking at Wemby while he's running up the floor, because he's expecting Wemby to give him the ball. Like, he's going to find me. I'm right here, big fella. Yo, right here. And it just didn't seem to work out that way. But I don't think that he wasn't aggressive enough. I think he was. I just think that it was unfortunate, to your point.
Yo, Swiper, you ready for me to share this?
Yeah, put it back.
All right.
Like, I can understand why Wemby's throwing a pass here. Like, Castle's staring at him. And then the moment he puts two hands on the ball, Castle turns his head. But at that point, Wemby's already throwing the pass, which is why I said I that part of that is on Castle to me. But still Wemby for like everything else. But if you're a big and you see your guard staring at you, I understand why he's throwing the pass.
He's probably yeah. The guy that I'm paying attention to, Ron, is Fox, because as soon as that thing came off the glass, Fox looks at the clock to see what was going on, and then he's looking right at Wemby because he's expecting Wemby to come to him. And then when Wemby doesn't, you see Harper in the middle of the floor. Harper's gonna fill a lane on the weak side of the floor. He's not even asking for the ball. He's getting out the way. Same thing with Devin Vassell. He's looking at the clock and he's running up the floor. Fox is the one looking for the basketball. He's the one who's asking, yo, big fella, I'm right here.
He doesn't ask for the ball.
Yeah. But chill, in order for Swiper, the reason why he's standing there is because he's waiting for the ball.
That's
it. But Wemby can't throw it over.
No,
Swiper to give him the ball.
Swiper, you and Chill are both right. You and Chill are both right, but this is why you pick the ball up and observe the floor. Like once again, like Mars, the escape dribble's cool. Take a dribble. Pick the ball up.
Stop. Yeah, you can pick the dribble up and then hands off, whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever.
The thing about it is, I'm like I said earlier, I'm not really trying to blame Wemby or Castle. This is just one of those things that happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it was unfortunate timing. But like Chill said, Fox looks up at the clock. 12 seconds is 2 lifetimes in basketball. It's 2 lifetimes.
A lot of time.
You know what I'm saying? The game is tied up. Stephon Castle's getting up the floor. There's no reason to give him the ball right there. To push that, he's ahead of everybody. He's 1-on-4. There's no reason for that. And when the game is tied up, there's 12 seconds left in the game. The most important thing in my mind is to not turn the ball over and let's try to get a good shot. If I slow down and get De'Aaron Fox the ball over here, or Vassell or Dylan Harper, whoever's behind the play, we can still attack the defense. By that time, probably like 10 seconds left on the clock or whatever. So it's just one of those things. Like, this was just an unfortunate event. I'm not blaming Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle did what he was supposed to do. Victor Wembanyama saw his man look at him. He passed him the ball, hit him in the back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just happens.
Yeah.
But my main thing is we don't have to rush right here. There's plenty of time left on the clock, and that's just what it boils down to. You know,
It's funny how that play actually shows you which of the three guards is a natural point guard. There's just no way in the world that I'm running away from the ball as a point guard
absolutely.
when Wemby gets the rebound. Why am I streaking up the court? Both Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle trying to get up the. No, I'm finna come take the ball from Wemby. I'm not even finna give Wemby an opportunity to do that. No, I'm finna come take the ball from Wemby. Why am I streaking up the court and I'm supposed to be a point guard? No, that doesn't even make any sense.
Do you think
for
it's a
Harper,
hierarchy?
It makes sense because
they
he had
know
another point guard on his side, so that would just make sense to fill that.
But
Yeah, I
see,
think-
I'm saying if hypothetically, Mars, I know hypothetically, if Steve Nash and Chris Paul at that time were both on the court and Wemby got the rebound, Wemby would have had Steve Nash and Chris Paul in his face. Both
Chris
of them.
Paul.
I agree,
know what
but
I'm
if
saying?
there were, if hypothetically, if you had Steve Nash, let's say you had Chris Paul where De'Aaron Fox is, Steve Nash, no, Rajon Rondo where Stephon Castle is, and Steve Nash where Dylan Harper is, I'm fairly sure Steve Nash would run up the court because he has Chris Paul behind him, so Steve Nash can go spread out. There's 3 point guards on the court. So the point guard with a point guard behind him doesn't need to come back and get the ball because he has the point guard behind him to go get the ball. The one that is on the side by himself, yeah. But if there's 3 point guards, you don't need all 3 to come back to the ball. That is
So, Mars, you're
at that
saying
point, you have no
Rajon
space.
is Stephon Castle? Chris
Right,
Paul
Rajon
is-
will go to the ball because he's Stephon
is
Castle.
Fox.
De'Aaron Fox will go to the ball because he's Chris Paul. But Steve
Okay.
Nash would know he has 2 point guards behind him,
Yeah.
so he should go fill the lane the same way Devin Vassell filled the lane. In my
But see,
opinion.
the thing
That's how I
too,
understand.
Mars, is for a
Devin
more
Vassell.
experienced point guard, and we're talking
Devin
about
Vassell's also on
we're
the
talking about a more experienced. Let's talk about 2011, 12 Rajon Rondo. He's not going to turn his back to Victor Wembanyama. He might still be coming up the court, but he's going to be looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you.
You gotta be ready to you eyes on the ball, man. But like, so yeah, I'm actually more on your side now. Like the assign and blame thing, I probably shouldn't have done. I think there's a lot of moving parts that led to it going the way it did. I do think a part of it like is actually just bad luck. Like so there's bad luck element. There is the Castle looking at element. There is the Wemby being a bit frantic at the moment, not picking up his dribble. I agree with everyone who has said that Wemby should have just took. I'm on the side of take the escape dribble, then just stop, pick up your dribble, look at the floor, wait for a guard to come to you, you play. That's probably what I would have done if I was Wemby in that situation. And then everything after that is just bad luck. And then the bad decision to foul. I don't think Wemby chose to foul. I think he tried to crowd Brunson and unfortunately got in his space. And that was a foul. And that was probably what ultimately killed them.
But there's one more thing.
Play straight up defense and go stop.
There's one more thing in that situation too. And I got to give him his credit because I think he did this 2 or 3 times in this game. I can't remember the exact play, but it's just Jalen Brunson being aware and in the right place and at the right time. Because if what'd you say, Ox?
In the video, if you watch it, Jalen Brunson sees Wemby when he throws the ball.
Yeah.
His face lights
You
up.
can see,
He's like,
you can see it coming. Yeah, you can see it coming.
And so, like, Jalen Brunson could have just did what you're typically told to do, just run back on defense, especially in that scenario. You run back and you protect the hoop, or you protect like the arc area, and then from there you go and find who you're going to match up against. Jalen Brunson was locked in on Wemby, and he was locked in on Stephon Castle. He was almost like a free safety right there, Swiper, and he seen what was going on. And right when that pass was made, he stepped up. Because here's another thing too. Even if, and we see this happen in the NBA all the time, Stephon Castle didn't see Jalen Brunson right there because he was turned around to get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So if he would have caught it and turned around, Jalen Brunson would have been right there, and he potentially would have traveled, or Jalen Brunson could have stepped in and knocked the ball away from him. So either way it goes, it was a heady play by Jalen Brunson. Got to give him his credit.
As a wing, my natural reaction as a wing, if I'm asking for the ball and you don't give it to me, my natural reaction is to fill the lane.
It's always Phil.
That's my natural reaction, which is why Castle had his back turned to him. But the question that I'm having is Wemby a deer in headlights at that point? Like, does he just want to get off the ball, or is he thinking about who he wants?
I think it was trying to make the right play, Chill. I don't think Wemby was super nervous. I don't
Right.
think Wemby like
Yeah, that wasn't
choked
the
up.
Giannis play from 2020.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I really don't think it was like what people are trying to put on. Oh, he panicked. He was scared. I don't think so. I think he saw his guard. His guard turned around. He was like, "Oh shit!" You know, like when the
touch
ball's
too
out
late.
your hand.
Yeah, that
It's
happens.
like once the ball's out your hand, you can't do anything. I think he was like, "Oh," you know, and
I
then
did
he
not
just
mean to
kind of
do
got a
that,
little
sure.
overzealous. And now in that part, fouling
Yep.
Jalen Brunson, I think he got a little overzealous right there. But on the pass, though, I don't. It's just one of those things. So we've played a lot of basketball.
Hell
you know that
yeah.
feeling where it's like, oh shit.
I did
you
not
know, I
mean
wish
to
I
do
got
that.
that one back.
I did
You
not
know
mean
what
to do
mean?
that.
Like,
No, I
it
did
happens,
not.
man.
I
I
did
do
not
want
mean
to
to do
say
that.
that last shot though. I was happy with that shot. I think Victor Wembanyama knocks that down 4, 5, 6 out of 10 times.
Ox,
You
I
know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
shot in the third quarter. I like that shot maybe early in the fourth. I don't like that
I'm with
shot.
you.
Is he supposed to attack
Where
and make
else
it
should he have shot the
violent?
ball?
We could have got
Given
something
where-
better. I don't like that play.
That's basically a wide open jump shot.
Well,
He's
Yeah, I'm a
7
million.
And-
You got a wide open elbow jumper for your best player.
Man,
Yeah,
you
he
get a
knocks
wide-
that down. Chill.
Okay.
He knocks that down.
If I get a wide open jump shot for my best player, okay, that's great. If my best player is knocking down jump shots all night, he wasn't doing that. That wasn't going on with him. He was struggling, and then he started.
No jumpers in the second half.
Then he got going a little bit later. What I would like to have seen, because again, I'm probably in the minority here. One, I don't think Wemby's that great of a screener, so I'm not running.
They ran a
action.
flare for him anyway.
Well, the point is that to get him in some type of action like that. I don't want to do that with Wemby. I want to get something, especially when we already called the timeout. I want to get something where Wemby is in the mid post, or he's close to the basket, where I maybe can get a back screen, where I can get him running off a curl and dive into the lane. I think that I can get something like that. I do appreciate the logic that the Knicks would probably hone in on him, but I think that I could have gotten a better shot than that. Not that I don't like that shot, but I think we could have got something better than that in the meat and potatoes.
What is the better, like something closer to the basket? Because it's not happening.
Yes.
The defenses are trained, especially at the end of the game. What we're not giving up for sure.
Oh, we ain't giving
is
up a layup. Okay,
That's why most game winners are jump shots.
So let's discuss that real talk. So, okay, you already know, we already know that you're not giving up anything at the rim, and I can appreciate that. We're not giving up anything at the rim, but I can run some action. Back screens are always the best action, and the reason why back screens is always the best action, because the back screener is the guy that's going to be open. So that's the guy who flashes to the basketball. So if I'm back screening for Wemby, more than likely you guys are going to be whether it's OG Anunoby, whether it's Cat, you guys are going to go right to Wemby. That's going to leave, if Devin Vassell is back screening for him, and he's really good in the mid post, that's going to leave him wide open in the middle of the. That's going to leave him wide open in the middle of the lane. I can do the same thing with Dylan Harper. I can use a guard big screen. That way, if I get these guys to shift, which they're going to because they don't want Wemby to get a bucket, I can use these guys to shift. I can get something right in the middle of the lane from Dylan Harper. I could get something right in the middle.
Well,
of the
now
lane.
you're talking about like using Wemby. I mean, damn near as like a decoy.
And I can do that too. I just don't like that shot. I think that I could get something better than that shot. If I'm the coach and Wemby's 16 feet away from the basket to win the game, yeah, I could get something better than that.
Chill. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about the shot. It actually wasn't the shot itself. Right? I think Wemby makes that. What you guys think? 5 out of 10 times? 6 out of 10 times?
Contested?
Yeah.
No.
I'll say-
Not
No, I mean, I probably think
4
he
or
makes
5.
it like 2. I think he probably makes that 2 or 3.
Oh, so then it's not a good shot
But-
then. For if you guys only think he makes it 2 out
I
of
mean,
10 times.
I only need 1.
No, he said 2 out of 3. He said 2 out of 3 times.
That's 60%.
You said 2 out of 3?
No, I said 2 or 3. That's what I said.
Oh, 2
2 or 3 out of 10.
I
Okay,
don't
so
think
that's
Wemby-
20
my
or 30%.
biggest issue is that Wemby tried to grift. My
That's
biggest-
what I was about to say, Morris. Like, why are you on the ground?
Yeah, he tried to grift.
Shoot the ball.
He's selling it.
That's what they do. That's the NBA now.
It's the NBA. I mean,
Bro.
like,
Shout
that-
out to
I'm
Mitchell
not-
Robinson
I'm
for getting
serious,
out
though,
the way
like-
of the grift attempt too. So shout
I
out to
think
Yes,
him.
sir.
that's what you do in the NBA now. But the actual shot, the play, the kickback to Wemby, I see him knock that shot down so many times, and that's what he is. He is a jump shooter. That's what he is, and y'all told me I have to accept it, so I'm accepting it. When you're 7.5 feet tall, you're the tallest man in the world. You have a nice jump shot. Mitchell Robinson contested it, but it's like his hand's right here. That's not a contest. If you can't block my shot, I'm open. That's a good shot.
Ox,
Wemby-
I
think
agree
Wemby-
with
I
all
think
of
Wemby-
that.
I think Wemby makes.
Why
that
are
point.
you on the
This-
floor?
Well, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant to what I'm talking about, Ron. I can't, because that's the NBA. That's the answer, because this is the NBA.
But Swiper came up here and said the 3 plays that messed up the game, and he started with Stephon Castle grifting and not getting a call. So why can't? I don't agree with that either. But I'm just going to the point. Swiper brought up Stephon Castle foul grifting.
That was different, though.
Ironically, it was in the same part of the floor. It might have been the same exact spot. Ironically, my thing is, why are you grifting, Wemby? Swiper, you got to hold Wemby accountable the same way you hold Castle accountable.
The reason they're not the same.
Regardless of the grift, Ron, that's a like. Okay,
no, I think it's a good shot too. Okay, I love that shot. I'm not mad at the shot.
Okay, well, everybody else that's saying that he shouldn't have shot the scene. How many of those shots how many shots in NBA, in basketball at all are 70-60% shots besides a free throw anyway? Right. So it's like, what do you want him to get? They got Mitchell Robinson out there to guard him. They got their best defensive lineup they can find out there. We got a pop or a flare, whatever we call it, right there at their elbow. Victor Wembanyama's 20 feet tall. He shoots it over Mitchell Robinson. That's a good play, good shot. I'm okay with it.
Just to clear this up, because Ron brought it up, the difference in the Castle and the Wemby play is that Castle grifting broke down their defensive infrastructure, and because of that, they gave up 2 4-on-5 opportunities for the 3-pointer, and then they ended up getting one of those threes to go in on the.
Obviously, the Wemby shot wouldn't do that.
Thank you. Actually, Wemby shot had more implication. There was more at stake for Wemby shot.
No, but him falling is not, to me, that's not indicative of making a shot. Wemby's not a good jump shooter, like from the mid-range area anyway. I think that's the best look they could get, which is what I've said going into the series, in part because Karl Anthony Towns and Mitch are not letting him get to the paint consistently. So like you even drawing up a paint touch for him, they're going to push him away from the basket. Just off that screen, Wemby doesn't have the strength just to be able to get through that on the screen. They're going to push him off the spot. And now he got the ball with 2.6 seconds left, by the way, Ron. So like he doesn't have like the face-up game to get like to a different spot either. So that was the best look that he could get. I think he fell to sell it. That's just kind of what it is.
That's the point we're making. Swiper, I want you, like, genuinely.
But why do you have so much of a problem with that?
Swiper, genuinely, I want you the next time you go to the gym.
I think him falling on the shot is kind of what, not going to say what led to the miss.
His
I don't think it helps your chances of making the shot.
It doesn't at all.
Not even trying to land cleanly.
Everybody, when you go to the gym.
I think that's a fair criticism, but like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't think he was going to make it anyway, personally.
Swiper, the point that we're making is
far off. You just missed a little long.
Swiper, the thing I want to say is the next time you go to the gym, and this is everybody in the chat, shoot 10 shots from the elbow. Then shoot another 10 shots, and every time you shoot it, fall to the ground.
I ain't falling on purpose. I'm too old for that shit.
How are you, it makes it so much more harder to shoot the ball and then fall. Like I'm telling you, like you don't just shoot the ball. Wemby, follow through. Like you can't even follow when you fall. You can't even follow through. Not just shoot the ball, follow through.
A lot of people aren't going to understand about the holding your string and that thing. So that's you.
And not just shooting the shot, not just shooting shots from the elbow. You're going to take 10 shots. You're going to take 10 shots from the elbow, and what you're going to do is you're going to get contested. Like somebody's going to be in your face taking the shot. It's not going to be open.
Why is that dude over there falling? Y'all gonna look like an SGA.
Just say you running the SGA simulator. That's it. You running.
They ran a clear out for him. No, Ron, like the possession before when they got out of the half, like when they.
Oh, that Wemby, possession was terrible.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Wemby, they ran a clear out for Wemby to get an ISO on a wing jumper from the mid range. That is also not a Wemby shot. That is a Mitch Johnson knows. The best bet we have to getting our best player the ball is by getting him out here, and so that way he doesn't have to worry about getting pushed out the paint. I thought that was a terrible call. So Wemby missed that first one. I don't think he had the confidence in the second one, let alone like he already just missed that shot on the other side of the floor. So to me, it was just I don't think Wemby's a good enough jump shooter for that to be the solution to your offense.
I can appreciate. I know where real talk is coming from. Okay, sure, real talk. We ain't gonna just let Shaq dive to the rim, right? Because we know that's where Shaq wants to. That's where Shaq wants to be. We're not just gonna let Olajuwon.
Shaq.
But you know what we could do? We could use Shaq in that way where, especially something quick. Okay, so Mars, really quickly. If I got Wemby, I got at the top, I got De'Aaron Fox, and I got him, Wemby setting the screen, which he's just going to use his hands. While Wemby's setting that screen, if I got Devin Vassell coming from the weak side. Devin Vassell comes from the weak side, and now he back screens Wemby's guy. Wemby dives to the rim. Here comes all the defense to collapse. When I flash to the ball, they realize that now I got the ball. Now they come to me. I throw the ball to the rim to Wemby, bucket.
Explain that again. Sorry.
Okay, so again, so Fox is at the top. Wemby's coming to set the screen on the left side. No, I'm sorry, on the right side. Wemby's coming to set the screen on the right side. Devin Vassell is
for
on
De'Aaron.
Yes, he's coming to set the screen for De'Aaron. Devin Vassell is on the weak side of the floor. He's coming to set the back screen on Wemby's guy once Wemby sets the screen. Wemby now dives to the rim. While Wemby's diving to the rim, they're going to help.
So basically Spain.
Yes. And then he comes back to the ball. He gets the ball. I'm wide open in the mid post. This is plenty of time too, by the way. I'm wide open in the mid post. I flash to the basketball. Even though all the defense just went to Wemby, now they see me. Natural reaction as a defender and as a basketball player, they come right to me. I throw the ball to the rim. Wemby's wide open. Bucket.
They hadn't got a Wemby lob for a majority of the series for a reason. They're squeezing the paint. Every single one of those attempts. Every one of them.
I actually would have been trying to draw up something for De'Aaron Fox. I just think that's why you have guards. Like, especially like that's what you brought him there like to do. In the regular season, a lot of the times when they needed like a clutch basket or something, they went to De'Aaron. Even, Chill bringing up Shaq. We all know who they were going to.
They had De'Aaron had 5 points in that fourth quarter too. Like I think that's perfectly reasonable.
At the top.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Andy had it going. I don't understand.
I would have at least drawn up something where De'Aaron had the option to score, like have Wemby as his release valve, but give De'Aaron like the option to see if he has the chance. They drew him up a screen coming to his left hand where the whole Knicks defense was on that side, so he had no option but to pass it to Wemby. Like I feel like that's where you go wrong. Like you want as many options as possible.
Do you think they gave Wemby multiple options as the roller or flare? Because he didn't set a real screen at all. So I don't think he wanted to get in the paint, like period. Anyway, personally.
I think based on how the Knicks covered De'Aaron, I think there might have been an opportunity for him to roll behind it. Maybe it would have been a difficult pass for De'Aaron to make, but if he makes it, then you got Wemby with 2 feet in the paint. But I think just the easiest option, knowing what was going to be open for sure and what could get to you, would be the pop. And I think it's a good thing he didn't pop out all the way to the 3. Like at first he did, but then he kind of took the step in to get to the mid-range jumper, which is, I guess, the easiest shot. But based on how like the Spurs spacing was, they weren't even trying to get a look at the rim. Like based on you got Harper in the dunker spot, you got Castle in the weak side corner, so you know they're helping off him instantly. Like so, they weren't trying to get a look at the rim. They tried to flatten the baseline.
Made this play work though, and why I think they Fox didn't get a look at all. And to be fair, this is like a really difficult job. Mitch Robinson actually did a really good job of playing 2-on-2v1 there because he actually steps out to Fox enough for Fox to think he's not going to have a driving lane. He's not going to be able to recover back to Wemby. But he takes a nice hard step at Fox. Fox sees it, picks up the basketball, and Mitch just two slides over, gets right back in front of Wemby. So I think actually Mitch might have just been the one to make that play. That might have just been the end of. Go ahead.
Also, though, it was Mikal Bridges too.
Yeah,
Mikal Bridges got through that screen.
Yeah,
and it was no screen to really avoid because Wemby.
Yeah, I was gonna say
right. and so like that's where it couldn't have been no play. Like because if Wemby can't set that screen right there, or if he can't hold up Mikal Bridges at all, that's why like the old De'Aaron Fox might have been able to get downhill, but as of right now, ankle compromised, how he's been looking in these playoffs, he just wasn't able to attract big fella enough, Mitchell Robinson over enough. Because like old De'Aaron Fox, Mitchell Robinson would have had to come all the way over and the whole defense would have shifted. But like with Mikal Bridges being able to get right through that and stay with them.
You know what, Bron? Let me give Fox and Bale there, because you know what? If I had a big man, and this is a criticism of where he is now. Wemby said it. You setting the softest screen of all time in the NBA Finals. That's actually the issue. Because if that was Carl sets a real screen for me. I get a real screen from Carl, and now all of a sudden we got multiple looks at on this very play. I think Wemby deciding I'm not touching Mikal, I'm simply just going to do a flare. I think they probably gave him 3 options, 3 of them, and he chose the easiest one that required him to do the least amount of physicality. in that moment. I'm not calling him soft. I'm just saying that in this moment,
Why
you
are
not
you
setting
calling
a
him
screen
soft?
for your
Why
guard.
not?
Well, because I'm saying I don't know what Mitch Johnson
Y'all,
told
you
him.
want to call Evan Mobley soft every chance you get?
Well, I think Evan Mobley, I think, struggles with physicality, like legitimately. And to be fair,
So
Wemby
if
also in this series is
if
struggling
you're
with
afraid
physicality.
to set a screen on Mikal Bridges, who is the beanpole of all beanpoles,
Well, I'm saying
You yourself also are a beanpole.
but
You know
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying?
I don't
Like,
know
what
if
is
that
this-
was the call from Mitch, though. Is what I'm saying. If it is that he avoided the screen, then that is
Yeah.
soft. Like you cannot set screens that way. 100%.
right?
100%.
Well, you know,
Not even a question.
I don't think Victor Wembanyama is necessarily soft. I was just asking if you were gonna hold him accountable like you do Evan Mobley.
I don't think
he's
Wemby.
soft.
I don't think Wemby's been great in this series.
I don't think
Like,
I don't think Wemby's soft. I just think he's just not that strong. My thing is, for Mitchell Robinson, and to what you were saying, Ron, I don't think Mitchell Robinson goes all the way anyway. I think Mitchell Robinson puts his faith in Mikal Bridges, and Mikal Bridges, you got to play defense because I'm not going to be the guy to leave Victor Wembanyama to dive to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like I know if in my mind, if I'm Mitchell Robinson, I'll show real quick, just like kind of like he did. But there's no way I'm stepping all the way over and leaving Victor Wembanyama because Victor Wembanyama catches that ball right there and he sees daylight. That's one bounce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ron,
no
wouldn't
way.
this be wouldn't this be-
Mikal got a D up.
my fault? Ron, wouldn't this be a testament to the growth of Wemby? Because like we ain't there yet. Like a guy who I'm watching Wemby screen, Wemby is moving toward the next thing instead of staying focused on the primary thing. Because the screen sets up the play. Wemby's actually going just to put his hands on a guy and then diving, not actually setting the screen. Because when he sets the screen, now that sets up the entire action. Like, wouldn't that be a testament to Wemby's growth and what he needs to work on?
what
and
he
things
needs
like
to
that.
work on.
Yeah, what
Okay.
he needs to work on. Because
absolutely.
Mars and I have actually gone back and forth about this. I mean, I don't think Wemby's a great screener. I don't think Giannis is.
Chill. He didn't even push. He literally touched him.
Right. And the reason why I think that is I think that he's not thinking about actually screening more than he's thinking about where he's supposed to be after that. And I think that that's what's more times than not the play not really working the way it should.
And again, if Mitch told him to set a real screen,
Yep.
not only were you soft, that's selfish.
And
the
I'll
whole
give
idea
Of
is
course, he
that
told him to set a real screen.
Yeah, Swiper. He's not gonna say. No, Ox. Remember, this is the ghost screen era, so
It
you
is.
never
I'm
know.
saying
He
they
might have
could've-
said
Yeah,
ghost.
some people, when you expect a team to switch, you just do a little touch screen so that you
Yeah,
can.
that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
could have
Hey,
did
Ox,
that.
they call Casper.
We're doing a lot of.
He said
we don't know what's
Casper.
better than
Why would they want them to switch in that situation?
we do
I don't know if they want it. It might be an expectation thing. So a lot of teams switch at the end of the game to not give up
To any
like
advantage,
a straight line drive or anything.
With
So
teams like
even
the New
though
York
like
Knicks that play real defense at the end of the game, getting through all that shit.
yeah, but even that's me
Bridges
just
is
assuming like maybe when we did get to, we don't know what was said. Maybe he wasn't meant to set a touch screen. Maybe he was. Maybe they thought he was switching. We don't know. Like that's one thing we're never gonna have the insight on what was said in that huddle. We're just
It looked like he was supposed
to
to. Like
me,
he
it
was
looked
trying to
like that
actually
was
set a
the
screen.
play.
Yeah,
it looked
Yeah,
like it was
me,
designed to get
yeah.
Wemby the ball. De'Aaron
The
was not
ball,
like it's not.
yeah.
Oh, let's get De'Aaron. That wouldn't look like it was part of it. But even if you're trying to get yourself the ball, knowing that if you set a hard screen, Mitch Robinson has to commit to De'Aaron, which in turn would get you an easier look. Like it would still just, in my opinion, make more sense for you to set a hard screen. But I'm not sure how hard a screen Wemby can set without committing an offensive foul. And he just turned the ball over the play before. So
Mars
maybe
in that
that's the reason
situation
why I
though, it's part. I kind of want to give De'Aaron Fox a little bit of the blame too, but it's more so Wemby. In that situation, Wemby just has to stay stationary, and De'Aaron Fox has to use the screen. So kind of to Chill's point, like Wemby just got to chill for a second. Like just plant your feet, plant your body, let De'Aaron Fox come off of you and use the screen and set up his defender. Because if De'Aaron Fox comes off him properly, Mikal Bridges has no choice but to hit Wemby or have to go around Wemby. So
He doesn't set a real screen.
right. But
Like, how's Fox supposed to? What am I supposed to do with that, Chill?
I'm saying Wemby has to. Fox has to wait for Wemby to get set, but
Yes,
also
that's
Wemby
the
has to
idea.
get set as well.
Yes,
so it's
that's the idea.
I'm not blaming Fox because it's more so a Wemby thing, but Wemby has to get there and get set.
Do you think they should have set it higher, Chill? Like, because if you actually run a real screen, to me, You set it high, like set it like above the 3-point line.
I don't want to set it. The reason why I don't want to set it that high, because what I'm doing is I'm giving the defense an opportunity to get back into play. I don't want to set it that high. I want to set it in the area where once we get Wemby diving to the basket, or once we get Fox coming off that screen and he got you in jail, where he got you on his hip. I want you to have the least amount of time or the least amount of ground to recover. If I'm setting, first of all, if I got my guard, because me and Ox have had this conversation, I live in the most skilled era in the NBA. Why do I got a big guy coming out here 35 feet away from the basket, setting a screen on him? You, as a ball handler, you can get by him. You, as my lead guard, you can make a move and you can get by this guy. 35 feet away from the basket.
Mikal?
I shouldn't have. Yes, Mikal. Even if
Mikal shouldn't be able to guard De'Aaron Fox. Or
De'Aaron Fox from the basket.
De'Aaron Fox should at least be able to get 2 feet in the key.
I should be able to get, at minimum, Ron, I should be able to get him on my hip.
But wait, but chill.
That's not what that means. That means he should be able to create
situation,
separation to get a good shot. Yes.
But my issue in that particular situation, chill, especially with a few seconds left in the game, why not? What's the problem with setting the screen? Like, I understand what you're saying, like, oh, you should be able to, but whether it's skilled or not, go set the screen. Especially, so if we're, to me, what you were saying, Swiper, we're setting the screen there because we're looking for Wemby. If I'm looking for De'Aaron to get downhill, then I'm setting it higher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious to know in that late game situation, what's the problem with setting that screen to help my guard get down here?
The reason why I'm apprehensive about setting that screen, and Mars and I have had this conversation, I worry about, especially in the space that we live in today, I worry about traps. I worry about blitzes, especially with a guy like De'Aaron Fox. I worry about guys getting pushed further away from the basket when we're 35 feet away from the basket, getting jumped. I worry about that stuff. As my lead guard, my primary ball handler, a guy like Fox, who's as good as he is with the basketball and able to create separation, or just at least at minimum get a guy on his hip when he can get to the paint. I should be able to make moves where I could get Mikal Bridges on my hip. And if I do have to set a screen, I'd much rather do it where I'm closer to the 3-point line than that far away, because I feel like that the defense has more opportunity and more space to recover.
Yeah, with that amount of space, though. I want that, because De'Aaron Fox is gonna blow by Mitchell Robinson.
All right, I'm with Ox.
You say De'Aaron should have worked downhill to then get a screen?
If we're gonna set this screen, if we're gonna set this screen, yes, real talk. And hear me out for a second. I got Mikal Bridges in front of me. He's in front of me. I don't know. I just stepped across half court and I'm like close to 40 feet away from the basket. Wemby shouldn't have to come all the way out here to come set this screen for me. I'm nice enough with the peel that I can get Mikal Bridges to take a step or two off me. He should not be crowding me that far away from the basket, because if he's crowding me that far away from the basket, I'm getting by him. So if he's gonna,
by how much time?
Ron, full screen
at
the
time.
Fellas, we literally got like a minute. So I'm gonna put this on the full screen. Real talk, you can finish your take. I'm gonna put this on the full screen, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
Yeah, 7 seconds.
So where are you wanting? You're saying Fox?
He's 2 or 3 steps off of him, so he's not crowding him. Right, he's not crowding him.
That's why I don't need no screen to come up here. That's why he does not need to come all the way out here. No. Now Fox is starting to the point that I was making to you, real talk. Now Fox is starting to work his way downhill. Now Fox is now going to get Mikal Bridges on his hill. Now Mikal Bridges sees him coming. He's going to probably stop him right around where the long ball line is. Let's say I've never seen this play before. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Now Fox is going to work downhill. He's not going to just continue to retreat, because ultimately Fox can just stop and pop, which he's really good at that. So now Wemby comes, I'm thinking right around where Mikal Bridges is, like right at the long ball line. I'm comfortable with that. He shouldn't have to come all the way out where I am with the basketball. No,
sure. That's around where the screen was set, though, if I'm not mistaken.
And I feel like that's less room to recover for a defense, as opposed to when he's. And my point was him coming all the way out to where I am to come set that screen, because now I still got a whole bunch of guys who can recover defensively. Plus, I've got my other guy that can recover defensively.
Before can you put the picture back up?
Are we more concerned about less room to recover? Are we more concerned about getting our offense more room to create?
Well, I already know what I want to do, Ox. That's the thing. And I know the space that I want to operate in. And I don't want to give this defense any room to operate with. I don't want to give them any more room to operate in the space that I'm already in. I don't want them to do that. And if the floor is spread out and I got the ball 35 feet away from the basket, I'm giving them more room to operate in my space. I don't want to do that.
All right, y'all. Well, you guys already know what time it is. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. We are going to talk a little bit more about game 2. And then we're going to talk about game 3. It's a couple things we got to talk about. Just how expensive the game is. The celebrities that are supposed to be in the house tonight. And then also, too, get this guy out of here, man. And then also, too, we got to give our predictions and all of that good stuff. But before we do that, we got to take you guys to Splash Sports. Because this is where everybody in here can make some good money on the NBA Finals, just like how I'm doing. First, you got to scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Download the app. You can't do anything if you don't download the app. Then you use code CHOICE because that will get you a 100% deposit match up to $50 plus 100% quick picks boost. And here's the thing. I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, I got this app. I got that app. I could just go to the casino. But there's 2 differentiators when you use Splash Sports. First off, they have the highest multipliers in all of DFS. In the whole industry, you can't go anywhere else and make more money than Splash Sports. You can win up to 50 times what you put in. You can win up to 50 times what you put in. You can win up to 50 times what you put in. I should just say that 50 times because you can win up to 50 times. Also, on Splash Sports, you're not really playing against an algorithm or a sports book or those crooked bookies that you got to play against. It's not an uphill battle. It's literally you against another opponent, such as yourself, like another human being, another actual individual. So you're not playing against a rigged system, which means you have a better chance to win. So not only do you have the best chances to win, but you also have the best odds and you can make the most money. Sounds like a good chance to me. Sounds like the best opportunity you can get. And we're going to show you guys right here, right now. Big Ox, let's go ahead and cue this up, man. What you guys got for us? What you want to rock with today?
Good morning, Mr. Ox. How you doing this morning, my man? Can I have a regular glass of Mikal Bridges? That 13.5 points that I'm looking at right now, I'm going to take the more on that, please, sir. Thank you very much.
That's actually great.
Yes, sir.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm going to take the more on that. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, my family. Hope you're having a peaceful, wonderful Monday. I personally would like to take a little bit of the Landry Shamet. He shall be at home game 3 in front of a very ruckus crowd. His points are currently at, I believe, an 8.5. I would for sure like to take the more on Landry Shamet, 8.5 points. And if you look at what he's doing right now, he's hit that over the last 4 games as well. So anybody in the chat that's paying attention, definitely continue to shout out Landry Shamet, who's been hooping.
Now, does anybody want to take somebody on the Spurs? Or?
I'll take the less on OG Anunoby before you do.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I want the less on OG.
Ron, straight trick in the bag. What are you doing?
That's what I want.
Ron is tricking.
Oh, not 15.5. Nah. I do want the less on Jalen Brunson, though. Respectfully. Okay.
Jalen Brunson will have about 13 free throws tonight.
Facts.
Let's take the more on Dylan Harper points.
Oh my gosh, wrong.
Sure.
14.5 for Dylan Harper. I don't know if I'm loving that, but all right.
I mean, chill. Have you not seen this point? Have you not seen this per 100 possessions?
Point per 100 possessions. Yeah, I've been seeing y'all little timeline talking about that.
Only accept.
I mean, there's per 100 possessions on his points. It's just the net rating, but close
I
enough.
know, Mars.
Close enough.
Just let them get it off, Mars.
All right, y'all. That's how we rock it today on Splash Sports. If you like our picks, take our picks, make our picks, and put some money in your pockets. If you don't like our picks, no big deal. You make your own picks, but ultimately make some picks and make some money because that's what we doing on the panel on Splash Sports all year long. We did it in January. We did it in February. We did it in the spring. We're going to do it in the fall. We're doing it right now in the summer, y'all. Splash Sports is where it's at. It's the best place to make the most money possible. We will see you guys in the winner's circle. It has been fun. It has been real. Fellas, typically around this time, I do get into super chats, but we had a long weekend, Chill. We had a long weekend, so we have some things to discuss. I will get to the super chats briefly, but I do want to talk about two things going into game 3. The first thing I want to talk about, obviously the Knicks are up 2-0. There's only been 2 teams to win the first 2 games on the road. Chill, do you know what 2 teams those are?
Yes, sir. It was the 1993 Chicago Bulls and the hold on. It was the 1995 Rockets.
Houston Rockets.
And how did both of those series go?
They didn't win a game. Well, actually, the Rockets. Orlando didn't win a game, and Phoenix lost. Yes.
Okay. So the Knicks are up 2-0. They won both games on the road. It's only happened twice in history, and the other 2 times it happened, well, those teams didn't make it out the series. But also, teams are 5-32 all time after trailing 0-2 in the NBA Finals.
Garbage.
Even more than that, teams are 6-55 all time, not just the finals, all time after losing the first 2 home games.
Trash.
And no team has ever won, obviously, as I just stated, in the NBA Finals after losing the first 2 games at home. How are we feeling?
We haven't had this happen since when?
The 95 Rockets.
95.
That's the last
Yeah, the
year,
95
right?
Rockets, yep.
And then the last time we had a series, somebody started off down 0-2 win in the conference finals and higher was the 21 Bucks and Suns, correct?
Correct. Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, for sure.
It's difficult
But shout out to
when
the
one
Knicks,
team is
man.
just better than the other team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
difficult.
Yeah, most teams who go down 0-2 with their games at home are just the worst team. That's why they never win. That's usually how it goes. So they're 0 whatever because you usually are the worst team. If you
Didn't that happen last year with the Knicks, as a matter of fact? They ended up going down 0-2 to Indiana, and they ended up losing in the Eastern Conference Championship because they were down. Indiana went into their building. and won the
Sounds
first
about
game.
right. I mean, I think it's possible. All I know is that if the Spurs win this, that means Wemby's done something that's never been done before in the finals. Someone else got given GOAT praise for doing that. So, Wemby, this is your chance.
I mean,
Someone's got to give him.
He already is, better shot maker than
Exactly.
Bron, so that last play was fine. Better shot maker than Bron at any point in his career.
That's all you got to do. Never before seen in the finals. You come back and win. That means you're the GOAT.
I got a shirt.
The best ever to do it. He a better shot maker than Bron at 22 years old. His jump shot is better. His jump shot's better than Bron at 22 years old. That's interesting.
No, not just at 22, ever in Bron's career. That's what was said by somebody that we're supposed to take serious.
Respected name in this community.
That his jump shot is better than Bron's jump shot has ever been. So today, Wemby.
Yes.
So Wemby in 2026, his jump shot is better than James' jump shot.
Who said that? Are these just random people?
Forget who said it. So forget who said it.
It is a random person, but it's a random.
So, real talk, you don't even care about that stuff. Who cares?
When was James' jump shot? When was James' jump shot?
No, chill. Don't engage. Disengage.
Okay, disengage.
It's really not a crazy statement, though.
It is a crazy statement. Disengage.
Ron,
Super
stop.
fucking statement, Ron.
It's dumb as hell.
We're talking about just shooting.
Exactly, Ron. Tell him. Yeah, tell him, Ron.
If we're talking about just shooting,
just shooting. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, just shooting the basketball.
give me Wemby.
Yeah,
Over any version of James, Ron? That's what we're
Yes.
doing? Over any. So over 2013 James, over James, and when he put that fall away in his jump shot, when he put that fall away jump shot in his game in 2017 or 20, I want to say 2016 or 2017, we're going to take that James. We're going to take Wemby over that James. That we're
I'm
doing.
like, as an overall scorer, give me Bron. But if we're just talking about just
I'm
shooting,
just talking about shooting the basketball. Yes, I'm talking about being able to stick.
I don't think that's a great.
elbow jump shot.
You guys up here with your feathers all ruffled and your draws tied up your ass because somebody said Wemby's a better shooter than Bron. That's not crazy.
You wear swinging boxers. That's you.
That's not
you.
And you wear Swiper. You don't wear boxers because the shorts you wear are already tight enough.
But do you realize
in your workout shorts you be having doodoo streaks because they that tight.
Would you like me to tell you the brand?
No, I wouldn't.
It's a great brand.
I'm
By the way,
cool.
shout out to Fenty.
I would never wear it, no matter what. You're doing a bad job advertising.
Shout out to Fenty. Shout out to Fenty. They make great stuff, Ron. they have stretchable stuff that way. You're not.
You wear Fenty?
You wear boxers when you hoop.
You wear Fenty?
I know you be uncomfortable.
I know you. Hey, you know, I probably could have guessed that you wore Fenty. Shout out Rihanna, man.
Fenty. Shout out Fenty. Shout out Fenty.
Yeah, break, yo.
But not. I personally don't think that's that crazy.
Ron, we're not
No,
engaging.
right.
We're not engaging.
I don't.
with
Why?
you.
Why is this so crazy?
We're not
Like
engaging with you.
All right, I suppose. Like the last I checked, Victor Wembanyama was a pretty good 3-point shooter.
And
Pretty
so-
good one dribble pull up. I'm not
Brother,
saying Bron isn't.
Do you
That's
remember
like
Bron shot 60% from 2 and 40% from 3?
from two. Those
No, I
that nigga wasn't shooting a bunch of mid-ranges.
In 2013, yes, he was.
He made 60% from 2 and 40% from 3.
Can I get a shot chart of where LeBron James' shots were?
in
You want
2013, he 100%
Mars? Can
was.
you read the Wemby mid range stat that you had given us at one time?
You're disgusting.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get that Wemby mid range stat. Ron.
Wemby in the playoffs.
SGA wears skims. What's wrong wearing skims?
Yeah. Oh, it's actually gone up there, so he must have made one last game.
Mm.
Wemby in the playoffs is shooting 24% on his long twos, which is obviously egregious.
That's a great jump shooter, Ron.
Yeah. So
What's he shooting from three?
shooting 30,
We ain't got nothing to talk about with threes, Ron. We ain't say
He's
shit
shooting
about threes.
35%. He's shooting 35% from three. That's still not anything.
On top of that, though, we're not just talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about in general, from what I've seen with Wemby.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Wemby,
Why? Because Bron never made a deep three?
Wemby this season shot 41% on his mid-range shots, 39% on his long twos. LeBron James has how many seasons shooting 39% or better on long twos? Let's see. I'm just going to read off the years in which LeBron shot better than 39%. We're going to ignore the fact that league averages were lower back in the day. Long twos, he shot better in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, the same in 2015, 2018, 2019, 2022, 2025, and he shot the same this year on his long twos. If you want to account for threes,
That's 10 seasons.
Yeah, he also has a bunch of seasons shooting better from 35% from three. If you want to look in the playoffs, better than Wemby's regular season number of 39%, because 24% I can tell you is basically every postseason LeBron's ever had. But just better than Wemby's 39% in the regular season. He did that in the 2009 playoffs. He did that in the 2010 playoffs. He equaled it in the 2012 playoffs. In 2014, he did better than that. In 2017, he did better than that. In 2018, he did better than that. In 2020, he did better than that. 2023, he equaled it. 2024, he did better than that. And then last year, he did better than that. And then this year, he did better than that, including years
He's a
at
better
50%.
shooter than him. He's
He
not.
doesn't, bro. He doesn't.
He's
He
not a
doesn't.
better shooter than him.
He doesn't.
Not a better pull-up jump shooter than him going to his weak hand. Not a better pull-up jump shooter than him going to his right hand. Not a better shooter than him catching.
At 22, he is, but that's it. Man, fine. If you want to say up to that point, great. Cool. Great job, Wemby. You're a better shooter than LeBron at 22. Facts.
I never understood this.
I mean, yeah, he is.
That I agree with. But
Yeah.
any version of LeBron is crazy.
LeBron, did Ron internet cut out or he just froze?
No, he yeah. It's
I
just,
mean, he got.
Yeah,
cooked,
I
so
said what I
let
said.
him
Like I don't.
this is just more of a testament to. It's just more of a testament to James.
LeBron is the only one where shooting, like actually how much the shots go in actually just doesn't matter.
It
Like
doesn't.
forget that his shots go in more than the guy we're saying is a better shooter than him. It's actually not relevant. Like we don't care. We
Penn's
don't care
talking
about
about
the
free
numbers.
throws. Yes, Wemby's
I
a better
mean,
free throw
yeah,
shooter.
Wemby is
shot
a better
me.
free throw shooter. I do think that's an
He is a better
indicator of
free throw
touch.
shooter.
I do think Wemby has the potential to be a better shooter than LeBron. I do think he has the
Sure.
potential. We have yet to see that potential actualized.
I saw LeBron in 2020 kill the Nuggets with jumpers, by the way, when he couldn't get to the rim. So I just want to point that out. Like Wemby can't beat us. I don't think he can beat you consistently hitting over the shot jumpers yet. But that's fine.
Consistently, I
That
agree.
happens.
He can have games where he beats you with a jumper, and those games can lead you to say some outlandish things when you need to, get your
Like
content.
Ron. So when he goes 5 for 9 at the long ball line, automatically Wemby is now a long ball shooter. When Wemby
Bron had a
goes-
game he went 9 for 10. So what do we do with that?
So now all of a sudden James is a long ball shooter. No, that's not the way that works.
I said what I said. I think when I watch the two play, and maybe it's because a lot of times I'm seeing Bron get downhill and stuff like that. But it could be aesthetic. It could be all of that. I'm not saying everything that you guys are saying could be true. It could be aesthetic. It could be the way LeBron plays. It could be the fact that Wemby just shoots more jumpers. He has a more jumper diet.
It's
but
definitely that, Ron.
It could be that, Chill.
Yes.
I think Wemby's a better jump shooter.
Well, it's clear, Bron. To be honest
jumpers,
with you, Ron, I think with you, it's definitely more aesthetic.
It's no way LeBron. What's LeBron's career high on shooting threes?
43%.
No. I'm not talking about percentage. I'm talking about volume.
Oh, it's still higher than Wemby.
It's got to.
Actually, no, Wemby shot 9 threes last year, right?
Yeah,
I think James shot 8.
Yeah, and he shot like 34%.
So once again,
LeBron, the most threes LeBron's ever shot in a season.
5.5.
I want to say 8. It's 8.
Yeah, I think it was 8.
2022.
Yeah,
He shot 8 a game in 2022 at
37%, 36.
36. The most Wemby's ever shot was last year. He shot 8.8, and everyone complained about that. He shot them at 35%. That's the most he's ever shot.
So
And then this year he
even,
shot 5.5
even in the
at
volume
36.
line, it's still relatively the same.
I don't think Wemby shoots more jumpers than Bron. I don't even think that's true. But
I'm not.
And Bron's threes are probably, especially in 22, if I'm remembering correctly, these are probably incorporates a lot more off the dribble 3-point shooting, or at least the little step back off the left hand that he likes to do, stuff like that.
86% of Wemby's threes were assisted
Pick and
compared
pop.
to
Yeah.
56% of Bron's.
Yeah.
That year. So Bron did more self-creating, shot about the same amount, shot a better percentage on a obviously higher degree of difficulty considering he's self-creating his threes. And also in terms of just like overall jump shooting, in terms of volume, because Wemby doesn't shoot as many mid-ranges as Bron did, especially in his younger years. Yeah, I don't think Wemby shoots more jumpers than Bron did, like at all. So I don't even think that's true. So yeah.
I think it's all aesthetics with Ron, and because there's no evidence to suggest with what Wemby is doing, just as a jump shooter, that he a better jump shooter than James. It's just not. Now you could see somebody's jump shot, and I could watch Allen Houston shoot the basketball, and aesthetically, that's the best looking jump shot that I've seen compared to, I don't know, Michael Redd or somebody like that. But if you go break down the numbers, he's not a better jump shooter than, say, Curry. He's not a better jump shooter than, say, Kawhi Leonard or somebody like that. But aesthetically, when I'm watching Allen Houston, it's the best looking jump shot that I've seen. So that's what it is with Wemby. The fact that he shoots as many jump shots as he shoots, and the fact that he's new on the scene. That's really it.
Yeah, LeBron, just for context, and like LeBron in that season in 2012-13, he shot 766 jumpers. And he made 321 of them, which is 1.02 points per shot. And then Wemby, for instance, this last year, he shot 499 jumpers, 0.97, which is, still good. Like, they're relatively whatever, but like if you include the off the dribble stuff and everything that Mars is talking about, it's kind of like.
And the fact that one was 13 years ago. So
Yeah,
being more efficient in an era that was less efficient probably says there's a lot.
Wemby's probably shooting more threes out of his jumpers as well, so he could net an extra point in his per possession. So
yeah, 12-13, Bron took a quarter of his shots from long two.
Ron, is Wemby a more effective jump shooter than Jabbar Skyhook at 22 years old?
No.
I just want to make sure. I just want to check the temperature. In the room. That's all.
Once again, I don't think what I'm saying is crazy. Like I'm saying, like,
yeah, you just get presented with all the evidence.
Obviously, LeBron is LeBron, and like I'm not saying LeBron's a bad jump shooter or anything like that, but I'm saying like, and obviously LeBron shoots more off the dribble because LeBron is the primary initiator. Wemby's obviously going to shoot more catch and shoot threes. So even when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the way that they're shooting. What's the catch and shoot percentage? Wemby for the most part is shooting catch and shoot threes. He's more than likely getting open threes and stuff like that. I don't know. I just when I'm looking at them shoot, I just think that Wemby's the better jump shooter.
I mean, catch and shoot 1.08. Wemby shot 283 catch and shoot possessions this year. Yeah, I mean he's a center, so like that's good. But LeBron also catch and shoot in 2012-13. 1.22 point per possession, which is still a lot better than Wemby. It's a Mark's point 13 years ago. So, he just had levels.
There's no measure that's going to make
he'll get there. He might be able to get there. He might be able to get there. His release is also really.
The best hope you have is free throw percentage. That's the best hope you have. That's going to turn into
I'm curious of what's Bron's in 2024. That was a really good 3-point shooting year for him. I do remember that. As far as the points,
23, 24.
Yeah.
Just jumpers, period.
Yeah, he shot
The catch and
41%
shoot.
from three that year. He shot 41% from
The
three.
catch and shoot that you just used.
Catch and shoot, regular season, including NBA Cup. Catch and shoot, he was. Guess real talk. I remember this year. This is why I said he wanted. One thing I was the reason he better than Tatum that year.
What are we talking about? Him.
This is
23-24. Yeah, this is when he was nails from three. I do remember this year.
Yeah, catch and shoot. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
maybe like catch and shoot.
Yeah.
I think he was shooting like 44%.
Points per shot. If you had to guess points per shot.
So 44% would be how many points per shot from three?
Oh, I'm no mathematician.
I think it's 1.3.
I'm just gonna guess and say 1.3, 1 point.
Well, that's close. Mars was closer, but you were closer. Real talk. He was at 1.26 that season off a catch and shoot jump shooter, which would be if you took that and extrapolated it out, that's like Michael Porter Jr. Like your Duncan Robinson level like catch and shoot jumper shooter. So yeah, I mean
that's not bad at all.
Yeah, Bron was going crazy that year. I tried to tell you. LeBron was going crazy that season, and then he carried it over to the Olympics that year, and the USA would not have won that championship without LeBron doing what he did, man. Shout out.
That's one of my favorite Bron seasons.
From three this year, man. Yeah, shout out to Bron's 32% this year.
Yeah, this year we couldn't shoot. We'll bounce back.
You're old, man. You ain't got your legs under you the same way you used to. That's what it is.
That was actually his best jump shooting season, and then I remember he played in the first round that year. Did he airball that three? Real talk to try to tie the game up or go up one?
It might have been an apple, but he still shot 38% from three. So watch out. Put some respect. Yeah,
I don't remember plays like that. Those leave my memory.
No, not for every player.
All right, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and get around to the super chats. To everybody that sent through super chats, salute to you. Make sure you also like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep going crazy in the comments. And ultimately, we appreciate everybody that's tapped in right now. All right, y'all, let's get into it. The first super chat that I have is from King Sean Black. King Sean Black said, I don't like doing this, but the refs were out of control last game. I can name 10 different egregious calls and no calls against the Knicks. Silver tried to make the boss call, but the Knicks still got it done. Knicks in 4.
Are we still in this? Are we still in this conspiracy theory? Like the officiating is determining the outcome of the game. Like I know that
it looked fishy in game 2.
I'll
say
it's so clearly ref for the Spurs to win.
Wow.
Well, they rescinded that Mitchell Robinson tech.
Yeah, because it shouldn't have been.
It should have been a double tech on Wemby and Mitch. They were each other.
It just should have been a warning. You two knock it off. That's all it should have been. Like
it shouldn't have been a tech either way.
They are manhandling Jalen Brunson, and he's
facts.
Free throws.
And they're just looking.
They had guess this many chill in the second half free throws.
And the
Knicks, they had 3 free throws, and they all 3 came at the end of the game.
They had 5 in the last 2 minutes.
Because OG got fouled on the 3-pointer.
Which they didn't call, by the way. Had to get challenged.
Yeah, challenge.
That blatant foul didn't get called. They had to challenge.
Come on, man.
To then get it. And then the Brunson foul at the end. Yeah.
He clearly
don't be so obvious, Silver. Don't be so obvious.
Chill. Not only that, but what Tony Brothers tried to do to Karl Anthony Towns.
Yep, sure did. Talk about it.
Was insane.
Yep.
Two.
Insane. 2 to try to get that man out the game. If it wasn't for the heroics of Mikal Bridges.
And Deuce. Yep.
If it wasn't for the heroics of Mikal Bridges, the NBA referees would have been successful in their attempts to give that game to San Antonio.
That was ridiculous.
It would have been Knicks 1, refs 1. That's what it would have
been. Y'all was going crazy. And then he gets 2 egregious foul calls. Number 1, he's getting grabbed by Stephon Castle. They're fighting. Let the play go. What do you mean? Like he's grabbing Cat. They're both fighting.
It should be, sure, because it's the NBA.
And you call back-to-back foul calls on Carl? What is it like? Wemby was playing physical. Stephon Castle was playing physical. Harper was playing physical. Everybody's playing physical. The whole first 3 quarters of that game was a fight. Every play was a fight. And then you've called 2 soft calls on the best player on the floor? For what? It didn't make sense, Joe. Change the game.
I just
It's
think
completely
that
changed the game.
I'm having a difficult time with the conspiracy theory of these guys wanting to extend series. The New York Knicks want to get this thing over with. They don't want to
It's
screw
not
around.
conspiracy.
Yeah,
Chill,
the
it's money.
Knicks do.
The Knicks want to
The
get this
refs
thing
don't
over
want
with.
the Knicks to do that.
Why wouldn't the refs? Why do they care who wins this game? I mean, we're talking
The
about.
refs
Why would the
themselves get
NBA
paid more
care
too.
if the
I didn't say.
finals
No,
keeps going?
I did not say
Chill.
the NBA. No. And see, this
Should
is
the
where
refs get paid more too?
And this is where the divide comes in. This is where the divide comes in right now. So if that's the case, then why aren't we doing this every year? Why are we seeing sweeps in the NBA Finals? Why are we seeing sweeps in the
We
Western
haven't
Conference
since
Championship?
2018.
But we've seen them though. That's the point.
Oh no,
Chill, but wait,
yeah,
wait a second, chill.
that's
'Cause
the-
you do
I'm-
this, you do
There's
this thing
no
all
amount
the
of
time,
refereeing
chill.
that could have got the Cavs the game.
We-
I'm
we-
not being
Chill.
honest.
All the
Or the
time you do
Mavs,
this
or
shit.
the
Just
Mavs,
because,
like,
just
Yeah,
because
like,
it doesn't.
there's nothing they
My
can do.
point-
Like,
my
That's
point
how
is
it works.
the
Chill.
Mavs
Just
series
because
is over.
you can't
But
do it
even right
every
now, they're
time.
trying to cheat the
But
Knicks doing it.
just because it doesn't happen every time doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Chill. It's so obvious what was happening. It was so clear to me. Like this, like Tony Brothers wasn't even trying to hide it. Like he, you know, and the thing about it, chill, it's like just because it doesn't happen every single day doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It's not like the sun coming up, you know what I'm saying? It's like some other shit that happens every once in a while. They're clear. That was clear. On top of that, you can't just have Wemby out here getting swept. You know what I'm saying? So they got to do something. Chill. It's all about the
Why can't we have
greenbacks,
Wemby out here
the
getting
frog
swept?
skins.
We got
It's all
James
about
getting swept.
money.
It's
got
bluebacks now, Ox.
we got-
Whale skins.
Yeah,
We got James out here getting swept. We got Jason Kidd out here
Pigskin if
getting
you do
swept. And I'm not
50s,
putting
you know.
Jason Kidd in the same. I'm not putting him in the same category with Wemby. But that market in New York, like we want that series to go further than 4 games. The Lakers went in there and smoked them dudes, right? We want that series in 18 to go further than 4 games. We want this. We want that Boston Celtics Dallas series.
Talent gap in that
The
series.
Knicks might mess around and still sweep the Spurs. It don't change that we're seeing what's going on.
And
we
okay,
not seeing no sweep.
I don't see that. I don't think it's ridiculous to think that.
You better
can't
hope
get
not.
swept. Yeah, I don't think it's ridiculous.
You're gonna have a lot of them greenbacks coming my way.
All I'm
I don't
thinking,
got no greenbacks.
all I'm
nigga.
thinking about is all I'm thinking about is the officials. Yes,
Bro,
we
yo.
do get more bread in if this series gets extended. If this series gets extended to 5, 6, if this series gets extended to 6, 7 games, yes, my pay doesn't increase. I'm getting playoff money, right? I'm getting playoff money, so I'm gonna get playoff money if we have 6 games, more games, more dough. Yes, I get that point. What I'm saying is that if that's the case, I mean, are the Knicks that much better? Do the Knicks have to be that much better than San Antonio that we got to concern ourselves with the officials?
Well,
Is that
I
what we
don't
gotta
think
do?
it's a conspiracy win-loss. Me personally. I think what the actual issue is, they were not officiating the game consistently
Right.
when both teams were fighting each other and throwing haymakers. They then tilted the whistle towards the Spurs' favor for some odd reason. And then to the point on that 3, and I've said this before, Chill, if you miss a foul call and I have to challenge to correct your mistake, I shouldn't lose a challenge and lose a timeout. I was right. You didn't do your job. Julian very clearly fouled OG. Everybody saw it. Matter of fact, you heard it. It happened. It came through the audio
I can't believe
that he got
missed that,
fouled.
though.
And it was
I
a no
can't.
call.
I can't.
Wait, what do you mean
believe
it's a
that
no
he missed
call?
And I'm not being I'm not being naive. I do know that referees blow calls. I 100% believe that. But the conspiracy theory that we want these series to get extended for money, there's no reason. I'm different when it comes to conspiracy theories. If we're doing it, let's do it. Like, why are we only doing it right here? Like for the Knicks, for example. If we're doing it for the Knicks, why wouldn't we be doing it for the Boston Celtics? Why wouldn't we be doing it for the Miami Heat? Why wouldn't we be doing it for the Lakers when they were in the NBA championship, when they swept the Nets?
They did it for the Lakers against Sacramento.
They
Everybody
did it for the
knows
Lakers
that.
against Denver. I can tell you that much for sure.
So then let's get with that theme, real talk. With that theme, real talk.
100%
Why? So with that theme, real talk. Why aren't we keeping this theme going? Like, why are we stopping?
But
with
Chill,
that?
I don't think anybody actually. I'm
Like, why is Detroit running by the Lakers in
I'm gonna
5
speak
games?
for real talk a little bit here. I don't
Why
think
is
real
that
talk,
going on?
I don't think real talk actually thinks the NBA is somehow trying to rig it so way the Knicks are
That's where
guaranteed
the
to lose
divide
a
is
game.
with me.
No, but I think real talk is simply pointing out there's inequities in the officiating in this series. They're not fair, real talk. That's exactly what's
Correct.
happening.
And it's not a rigging to where like, oh man, we're just gonna blindly have the Spurs win the game. But I mean, are there things that can happen to aid the Spurs maybe having a better chance? I don't know, like getting the player that was dominating Victor Wembanyama out the game. Sure. Because that's when Victor just started really getting off for real. Cat to go sit down. Then all of a sudden, Wemby starts to find a groove and whatnot.
All right, real talk. Before we get too deep into that, I want to make sure that we, continue to move forward with the super chats. So, you'll actually like this next super chat, real talk. It's a $27.99 super chat from Canada. From a person named Bob Wick. Shout out my dog, Bob Wick. Bob Wick said, my GOAT RT.
Shout out to all my Croters, man. Shout out to all my Croters.
Who's RT? Robert Turbin?
Me, nigga.
Oh,
real talk. Nigga.
Oh, that's a great name.
You said shout out to all my who's?
My Croters.
Oh, okay.
I'll be up there in Toronto soon, by the way.
Doing what?
Celebrating.
With who?
Celebrating the Iceman album.
Don't worry about what he's doing.
Celebrating the Iceman.
Celebrating the Iceman album.
You gonna be up there getting a pause put on you.
Nigga, please.
You gonna be up there getting checked and put in line.
Oh man.
All right, Tupac Westside 474. Shout out Tupac Westside. Always tapping in, always sending through super chats. My man Tupac sent through $10 and said, "Morning, fellas. Nice of you to clock in, sir. Wemby's flaws have been clear in these finals so far, yet Ron and others turn a blind eye. He's great, not the greatest yet. We tried to tell you, fellas, get him." You guys want to get me, fellas?
I don't know if we gotta get you.
You guys want to get me, fellas?
Y'all dudes do the same thing with me when it comes to chill. You're a little late with stuff. I mean, I know, me watching Wemby, I know that Wemby is going to be, barring health issues, I know that Wemby is going to be the best player in the NBA for a long time if he can hold up. He is just not that yet. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his game, and I'm not even talking about a perfect basketball player. Screening is a prime example of that. How much better of a player is Wemby going to be once he becomes a better screener? How much more of his offense is going to be opened up because he's a better screener? How much better is he going to be by being able to slip screens, by being able to dodge to the basket?
Right now, chill.
He's still in what conversation?
How is this possible? There's so many good.
He's still the best player
in the NBA right now.
world conversation.
Right, and he's got and that. Here's the difference. What you just said, real talk. He's in that conversation. There's going to be a space when it's Wemby and it's everybody else. And the reason why it's not Wemby, because he's going to be, because of his skill set at that size and the way he uses the things that he's great at. And once he learns how to use those things, he's going to be even better. And to your point, real talk, once he learns how to do these things, the reason why he's in the conversation is because we aren't there yet. Those things that are in his skill set haven't been refined. So once we get there and he learns how to pop, once he learns how to dive, once he learns how to cut off angles, once he learns how to not be pushed, even if he gets stronger, once he learns how to not be pushed underneath the basket, once he's blocking shots, how to block shots better. I'm not looking for the perfect basketball player. I'm looking for the guy who's going to be effective at the things that he's good at the most. He's not going to be great at everything.
Every time we have a Wemby conversation, it's like, oh man, eventually he's going to be lapping the field, like winning the race. But even if I win by 0.1 of a second, 0.001 of a second, I'm still winning the race. So Wemby to me still hasn't. But I'm saying I'm making a comparison because Chill is saying that one day I'm talking to Chill for the example that he used. Chill said that one day Wemby's going to be way better than the field. So what I'm saying is, even if he's barely better than the field, that still means he's better. And to me, I'm not using a series in which he's struggling to then get off the point. If you believe that Victor Wembanyama is the best player in the world, this series shouldn't change your mind. And really it's because due to the rest of the field in the conversation, everybody's kind of going out sad that's in the conversation in the playoffs. SGA last series, Wemby outplayed him. Yeah. And SGA had 3 really bad games in that series. Mm-hmm. We don't even have to talk about Swiper's guy. Went out like a little baby, getting his ass burnt.
Keep going, real talk.
Out the playoffs by Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
So it's like I
Don't
can't.
keep going.
You can't eliminate him from the conversation because he's
I'm
having a
not.
bad series.
But think about what
can't-
you just
he
said.
shouldn't be eliminated from the conversation. Now, you go ahead. Go ahead.
So, but everything that you just said, real talk, is fair. But I think that you left out something important. Everybody's going out sad, which would explain why Wemby's in the conversation. Like it took SGA.
Wemby's going out sad.
Is he?
You goddamn right he is.
Everybody
I told y'all's asses before the series started, Cat is going to bend that little boy over and spank them cheeks. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Just because Cat has bullied Wemby a couple times does not mean that Wemby's going out sad. It doesn't. It doesn't even. I still don't even know about that.
Everybody else ain't going out sad then. So y'all got all this heat for Jokic, SGA, all these dudes, but Wemby, just because this happened. Look, this is the point. This is my only thing. In real talk, this is the only reason I jumped at you when you said this. Because in track and field, if I beat you across that finish line, then I'm faster. There is no conversation about it. There is no, but you had a better team. There is no, the refs cheated for you. There is no, well, it could be the injury thing. That could be a thing in track and field. But other than that, there is none of that. In basketball, there is always a conversation to be had. I don't care if Swiper comes up here and says, well, objectively, no, it's not objective nothing. You can't just say he's better unless it's clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can all say Jokic is better than Jared Allen. Like, that's so obvious. We know that. And shout out to Jared Allen. I'm just putting, I'm using somebody. I'm using somebody that was respect to Jared Allen because he's a good basketball player. But you couldn't do the same thing for me. You can't do the same thing with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, Jokic is just better than Giannis. And I know there's people out there that do that, but for a lot of us,
conversation.
It's like, hold on, bro. You can't just come out here and say he's the best player over these years. And that's why I'm asking, why are you going to be able to do that with Wemby? Chill, you said because his skill and size. There's a lot of skilled big motherfuckers in the NBA. This is the NBA.
100%.
There's a lot of great this, a lot of
Absolutely.
great that. You can't just tell me that Victor Wembanyama's going to be here and there's going to be a time when everybody.
Here's why I can tell you that.
SGA is still young.
Here's why I
still
can
got
tell
time.
you. The reason why I can tell you that.
Still got time.
The reason
Cooper
why I can
Flag
tell you
is
that.
here.
Absolutely.
AJ
One of
DeBonta
those
is
guys
coming.
look great.
There's so
But when
many
you're talking
NBA
about
basketball players.
and I think that that's a fair statement.
Jalen Green.
When I think about,
shout out to Jalen Green,
Anthony Edwards.
But when I think about the skill, to your point, Ox, to combat your point, when I think about Wemby and I think about the upside of Wemby and I think about the upside of everyone else, Wemby getting stronger, Wemby understanding how to screen, Wemby understanding how to call out defenses, Wemby understanding more offense. His upside is better, I think, than everybody else's upside. I think his ball handling is going to be able to improve. I think his not just screen setting, but I think the way he understands offense
he
is
just pushes guys and runs.
And exactly, I think that his offense overall is going to get better because he's going to understand offense. Rudy Gobert, when we talked about defense, Swipe and I had this conversation. One of the main reasons why Rudy Gobert is such an awesome defender, it's not just his skill as a one-on-one defender. No, it's his ability to call out defenses. It's his ability to understand what offenses are doing, to stop what they're doing before they even started. I think that Wemby is really good at blocking shots. I think Wemby is really good at man in the paint. Once he understands defenses even more, he's going to be even better at those things.
No, he might chill, but what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't learn how to do that? And my thing about this too, chill. No asterisk.
He's improved from
asterisk.
year one to year. The player that he was when he first showed up.
Don't just keep doing this.
He's doing that though.
Drop.
That's the difference. He's doing that.
He
though.
is doing that now. Until it's crazy coming from you because you're always the guy. Oh, wait and see. Now you're just assuming that Victor Wembanyama is going to do all of these things.
Actually, I'm assuming that he's going to do that in year. I'm assuming that he's going to do that in years to come.
Yeah,
I'm not assuming that he's that right now. That's the difference.
I don't care if it's going to happen in year 5, year 7, year 9, year 11. I just don't know how can you assume all these things about him, but not assume all these things about everybody else.
The reason why I can assume that.
So why? But there's no evidence for you to be able to do that for him and not them.
Yes, it is. Absolutely,
there isn't. There is not.
Okay, so
my other thing, chill, is.
Keep going, Ox. Keep going.
My other thing, chill, like what I was going to is no asterisk. No asterisk. You beat who's in front of you. You play who's in front of you. No asterisk. Mm-hmm. But chill, I'm curious to know if you would have this same feelings if Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo and Ayo weren't all out there with broke legs.
would I be feeling the same way about Wemby as a basketball player? Because that's what this is about. This isn't about him winning a series. Because like I just said about Real Talk, this is what it came to. It came to those guys playing bad in order for Wemby to be in the conversation even more. Because I didn't think that he was there. I still think that we're a ways away from Wemby being at that level.
Why wouldn't Anthony Edwards get the same love?
Why wouldn't Anthony Edwards get the same love as Wemby?
As you're giving Wemby right now? Why isn't Anthony
Because
Edwards
I think
why is it all going to click for Anthony Edwards? Why isn't he going to be an even better jump shooter? Why isn't he going to even learn how to facilitate more for his teammates when he gets to the mid range?
The reason why I think so. The reason why is because one, Wemby is bigger. Two, Wemby's skill set is different. And I think Wemby affects the game a lot more than what Anthony Edwards does. I think that Wemby does so many other things on offense as an offensive player. I think defensively he can basically control a game. Anthony Edwards can't do that. He can't affect the basketball game on the defensive end like Wemby. And offensively, Wemby can affect the game just as much as Anthony Edwards can on every level. He can do that. With that being said, Wemby's upside in terms of his skill set, I'm estimating from what I've seen, because from year 1 to year 3, I've seen an improvement. And I feel like
this fool just threw the ball at the back of his point guard and then hacked Jalen Brunson at the end of the game.
First time I've been in the playoffs.
Clearly, he got some mental lapses of his own.
Absolutely, and I think all players do.
And there's evidence of that.
Every last player has done that. But I don't think that mental lapse that you talked about, that mental lapse is not going to be here. I doubt very seriously in year 6. In year 7, I don't think that we're going to be there with him. I think that we're going to be in a different space.
Anthony Edwards got carryability, too.
And 100%, and so does Wemby. And I think Wemby's got more. I think Wemby's got more carryability off the strength of everything that he does. I think that Cooper Flagg's got a great amount of carryability.
That's what I was going next, Mars. I was just about to ask you. What about Cooper Flagg?
I think that Cooper Flagg's got great carryability, but for what Wemby does, and I think Wemby understanding the game more than anything, I think that's going to be his upside. When the game slows down for Wemby, and Wemby understands how to, again, navigate angles, how to negotiate angles, things like that, I just think that he's just going to be so much better than everybody else. And as long as I can get some help from him, I think it's going to be him, and I think it's going to be everybody else.
Y'all, I just want to address the super chat because it was directed towards me, and I'm not looking into the future. I'm talking about what I seen right now. Tupac Westside said Wemby's flaws have been clear so far in these finals, yet Ron and others turned a blind eye. I've acknowledged Wemby's flaws.
Why?
I'm not turning a blind eye. Everybody has flaws. I have flaws. Chill has flaws. We know your black ass got flaws. Mars, Swiper, Real Talk. Everybody got flaws. We talk about Jokic's flaws all the time, right, Swiper? We talk about SGA's flaws all the time. Giannis's flaws. Wemby has flaws. Hey, newsflash, basketball players have weaknesses. However,
I can't wait for Cooper Flagg to be better than this nigga in a year or two. Y'all are going to be so mad.
However, the strengths of Wemby, to me, make him the best player in the league. I can't shoot a shot in the paint because Wemby mans the paint. I'm on the offensive end. On the offensive end, yo, Ox, in this series, like y'all can talk about the offense all you want. You can talk about the turnovers. Wemby's still averaging 3.5 blocks and 1.5 steals.
So what?
Like that's 5 stocks. Okay, it's so what to you? It's so what to you? Yo, you know what?
There's 300 possessions in the basketball game.
Hey, chill. You know what? Wemby could be averaging 40, 20. See, that's why your camera fell, because God don't want you to say this nasty stuff. Wemby could be averaging 40,
God don't got
20.
no choice. I do what I want. He can't. They are getting whatever they want. The Knicks are doing whatever they want.
They're not getting whatever they want. They're not getting whatever they want.
Anthony Towns is getting whatever he wants.
What about Jalen Brunson? He not getting whatever he wants.
That's not because of y'all got to stop.
It is partially because of Wemby. The same way that it was partially that SGA couldn't get what he wanted. It's partially because of Wemby.
They give Victor Wembanyama credit for everything Stephon Castle does. They give Victor Wembanyama credit for everything.
I'm the biggest Stephon Castle fan that you know. You don't know a bigger Stephon Castle fan than me.
That don't matter. You're still. I don't give a shit who you're a fan of. I don't give a shit who Swiper's a fan of. They give.
Ox is going to try to discredit anything that Victor Wembanyama does. Anything. All right, so let me just address the super chat. Let me address the super chat.
Now that he has to guard somebody, he don't look like no unanimous nothing. Now that he actually has to
just like Jokic did this year, and just like SGA didn't look like the MVP this year. All I'm saying is, I'm not turning a blind eye.
What happens when he has to guard Jokic too, Ron?
Who, Wemby?
Yeah. Whenever he has to match up with the center and not be able to just not guard somebody or roam off, what happens?
Who do you know guards Jokic?
Rudy Gobert.
No, we're not going to do that either.
Oh, we're not going to do that. Nope. Oh,
We just saw it.
No, I know, but like but historically going into that series, we know what.
You know what? Carl Anthony Towns. So
no,
bump,
not either.
Bump Rudy. Carl Anthony Towns.
So
everyone who's ever guarded Jokic just doesn't count when they do it.
No, I think no. I'm just no. Wait. Because Mars. No, I'm not. I'm not being sensitive. I need you to be adults. I need both of y'all to be adults.
He's
I'm
sensitive
saying
about his shit.
All I'm saying is that going into this playoff, the narrative was that nobody, including Rudy and Wemby, can guard Joker. I'm saying in this instance, though, the narrative around the narrative has been, and I think we're going to the narrative around Karl Anthony Towns too. People say Karl Anthony Towns can't defend. He's been elite defensively this whole playoff run. To this day,
every time he sees Jokic.
To this day, people are still telling me he's not been elite in this playoff and elite in this finals. To this day, people are still watching Karl Anthony Towns saying he hasn't been an elite two-way player this whole run. He's been amazing. And like we haven't spent a lot of time on him on this episode in particular. I'm sure we will in the future. Karl might be Karl. I think Karl been the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs up until this point.
I agree.
I think Karl now is matchups and stuff. Karl's been the best wire-to-wire player in the playoffs. Period. In the NBA.
It was Cade.
He's been incredible.
It was Cade for a second.
I still think it's Wemby. Actually,
Wemby ain't in the Eastern Conference. See, this is what I'm talking about.
He said out of everybody. He said wire to wire out of everybody.
Yeah, but I think now we're getting.
But then he said out of everybody,
and we're getting Karl in the finals. And Karl's been the best player in this series.
Once again, I don't.
No. Tell me why.
Who's been better than him, Ron?
By the way,
what do you mean? I think Wemby's been better than him.
Okay, watch this. So just so you know.
What?
Wait, time out, Ox. Let me get it. Just so you know, because you know what I've been saying about Wemby. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you on Wemby on a lot of stuff. But Ron, this is why it's inconsistent. Wemby in this series, up to this game, he's shooting 48% from his twos. He's shooting 26%
I understand that, Swipe, but he's not shooting well from the field. I understand that.
He's averaging 5 turnovers.
He is averaging 5 turnovers. He is
5 turnovers a game.
Yes.
And then on top of that, his defense, as good as it's been, when Karl's been on the floor with him, they've been wiping. They have been wiping the Spurs. They have been wiping the Spurs.
Kind of just like went away.
Chill, what did you say? Chill?
I want you to keep going, Swipe, because Mars and I had a conversation earlier this year about Wemby being a turnover machine. And that kind of just went away. But to your point, hey, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Cat has for sure been the Finals MVP. He's been the most valuable player on the floor, like for sure.
Well, he's been the Finals MVP because his team's up 2-0.
No, he's better. He's been playing better than Wemby.
He's for sure the Finals MVP.
Don't do that, Ron. No. Don't do that,
but
Ron.
Wait, no.
What do you mean?
Because that's why his team. That's why his team is up 2-0 because of him.
Ron. Because of him, what he's doing. See,
bro, he's averaging 20. He's averaging 20.
But that's not the sole reason. That's not the sole reason. Mikal Bridges went 8 for 9, and you niggas haven't said nothing about Mikal Bridges. It has not all been Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges went 8 for 9. OG Anunoby's been hooping. Landry Shamet has been hitting all type of threes. What are you talking about? It's not all Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns didn't close game 1. Who closed game 1? Who closed game 1? Stop. Who closed game 1? Who made the game winning shot last game? No, I'm not saying that Karl Anthony Towns has been the best Knick. Yes. But I'm saying, like, we're not just going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to. No, you get him, nigga. No, you get him. Mr. God can't shut me up. You get him, nigga. Now you want to swipe to fight your battles.
The only power that you have. The reason why we know you're lying. The reason why we know you're lying is Jalen Brunson was garbage for 3.5 quarters.
Okay, and what happened the last half quarter?
Okay, watch this.
What happened the last half quarter?
Now, Ox, watch this.
He's seen the ghost of James Harden and went to work.
Go back and forth. Go ahead. Finish your point.
No, I said my point. All I'm saying is,
shut up.
No, because I want to clarify my point because you guys are taking something that I said and moved.
You literally just said you made your point.
Did you not just give me a second to make another point?
No,
so let me re-clarify my point. Let me re-clarify my point.
Mr. Speaker,
Karl Anthony Towns has been the best Knick. He's been the most impactful Knick. That goes without saying. If the finals ended today, he would be finals MVP. All I'm going to say is don't try to come up here and make it seem like it's all Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges literally went 8 for 9 and couldn't miss a 3. OG Anunoby has been phenomenal on both ends, and Jalen Brunson has closed both games. Landry Shamet has been phenomenal. There's been other players that have contributed and did their part. Mitchell Robinson has also contributed to locking Wemby up and playing good on defense. So I'm saying
the same thing. I can say the same thing when you talk about Dylan Harper. How much better has Dylan Harper been?
I haven't even mentioned Dylan Harper's name.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Dylan Harper had a good quarter.
Ron, this is why I know you're capping. Number one, you're saying that Brunson ended this last game? Sure. But Brunson shot the ball 9 times in this last game. Cool. Real Talk said it. I said it. I know Mars probably said it on the show of Real Talk. Karl had 1 shot in that fourth quarter. And the only way the Spurs were able to get him out of rhythm is because of the officiating. That's it. In that first half, he had 17 points. 7 rebounds and 6 assists, and was making all the passes, all the rebounds, and all the defensive stops.
So he played half of basketball. So he played half of basketball.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
You want to talk about half of basketball?
No, I'm trying.
What did Wemby have in the second half?
No, watch it.
What did Wemby have in the second half?
Ron, I thought it was my turn, host. Ron, I thought it was my turn.
He had 22 in the second half.
Thank you, Tony Brothers.
Is it my turn or no?
Oh,
as you were saying, Swiper. As you were saying,
is it my turn or no?
Yes,
oh,
Ron, are you gonna mute and stop being rude? That's the host.
Go, Swiper.
In this situation, the only thing that stopped it was Cat getting foul calls. You do realize that run started once Karl Anthony Towns sat on the bench. And guess what, Ron? Would you like to know this? Shout out to Tom.
Why was he on the bench?
Would you like to know?
Because of the fouls, Ron.
Brothers.
Oh my God.
Time out. This is who Karl Anthony is. This is who Karl Anthony Towns is.
No, I'm not.
We know this is Karl Anthony Towns.
Keep cutting people off. The issue is Karl Anthony Towns has been elite defensively in this whole run. Would you also like to know that in the possession that Karl Anthony Towns has guarded Wemby this year, he has forced him to turn the ball over 9 times. 9. Since he's seen him, Karl has been locking Wemby up this whole season, the whole year. You just didn't know this was going to happen. And then on the top of that, Karl Anthony Towns in this series, Real Talk, since Ron wants to get to the numbers, would you like to know that Karl Anthony Towns is shooting 60% from 2 while Wemby's in the game as well? Would you like to know he's shooting 43% from 3 while Wemby's on the other side as well? So you're not stopping me from shooting 3s. I'm driving by you at will. I'm blocking everybody's shot on the other side of the court. My defense is elite.
Shots.
Brother.
This
is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, like he's black. Swiper just said I'm blocking everybody's shots. He's had a couple blocks in the series.
He's playing.
No, he is. He is. No, he's playing good defense. He is playing good defense. He is playing good defense. No, he's playing good defense.
The problem with Ron. Matter of fact, I was cool saying you think Wemby's been the second best player in the series. There's no way, which you're watching this series, thinking there's any player been more impactful than Karl Anthony Towns. Matter of fact, Ron, this is how I know you know you're lying. He's been the better decision maker, turning the ball over less, and making less mistakes in the clutch.
He doesn't have the ball as much.
But guess what, Ron? Guess what? You know why? Because the guy that's the respect to Brunson, the guy that's taking all the shots in the fourth shouldn't be taking all those damn shots. But Karl,
I agree with that.
But Karl is like, you know what? But Karl's like, you know what? Hey, I'll be a team player, Brunson. If you want the show, you want to run the show, go ahead. Chuck 9 shots.
Keep doing that.
9 of them. He shot the ball 9 times in the fourth, made 3 shots, and then by the way, game on the line. Brunson goes to the free throw line, misses the free throw. So
he made one too, though.
If you would have gave me the ball, no, he did. I'm not scapegoating Brunson. I'm saying Brunson was playing very inconsistent in the fourth. And then in game 1, by the way, OG Anunoby, it was Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby
12
and Brunson had 25 points in the fourth quarter in game 1. I'm with you. They were excellent. But guess what? But chill. But watch this. Chill. Did you realize this? Did you realize this? In that third quarter, game 1, when Brunson was 5 of 17 from the field, do you realize that they went on a 14-0 run? Do you know who?
14-0.
Do you know who was leading that 14-0 in the third quarter?
I know who wasn't. I know who wasn't leading it.
You know
I
who
know
it
who
was,
Brunson. But
No,
I know
it
who
was
it was. Carlton Town had 2 offensive rebounds and a make and an and one in that same possession. And then, by the way, Victor Wembanyama, the reason why Jalen Brunson is breaking all these open shots, I'll tell you why. Because every time he sets a screen, you can't leave Carlton Town, because what they did do, they did run a DHO in the first half when Carlton Town was cooking. You know what happened? Wemby said, you know what? I got to play off. Carl read him like a book. Jab, step, fake pass, step back, boom, in your grill.
He did it again.
Carl has been doing this all series. And guess what? By the way, just to pack up this narrative about Carl Anthony Towns, do you know in this playoff run the Knicks have a 102 defensive rating with Carl Anthony Towns on the floor? Do you know in this playoff run they have a plus 22 net rating with Carl Anthony Towns playing in these playoffs? He has been elite from round 1, round 2, round 3, and now with outplaying somebody I thought was playing at best player in the world level. He has been frying, and then defensively, he's been the anchor for the best defense in the Eastern Conference, and he's doing it in the NBA Finals at the highest level, shooting 60% from 2 while Wemby is guarding him.
Wow, Wemby is gone.
So this is what I'm trying to tell you. If
that's how
referees
you
didn't ruin that game in the third quarter, if the referees didn't touch Carl in the fourth, he would have walked away with 30, 15, and 5.
And let's
On crazy
Hey!
shooting.
Yes, Ron. Can we?
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Can we respect
But okay, we can't
So
live in
that's
a
how
what
you
if
cook,
world.
Sniper.
What
But
happened?
that's how you cook.
He finished with
Why are you
21
talking,
and 13.
That's not a
What do you mean,
Carl
why
issue.
am I talking?
That's not a
What do
Carl
What do you mean,
issue.
why am I talking?
Ellis, you're well done.
He
Limit.
fit no
Swiper
Swiper didn't say
Why
anything
are
that I
you
disagree
racist?
with. No, Swiper didn't say any. See, you guys are trying to turn this into something it's not. I agree with what Swiper said. Everything he said is right. The nigga still scored 4 points in the second half.
because of the officiating, Ron. He was on
No,
the bench.
Okay. That is his problem.
Guess what? But guess
That is
what?
his problem.
That is
Like,
exactly why.
it doesn't
that's
matter.
exactly the
You
problem.
still
There's
had
a lot of
5
y'all-
fouls.
No, chill.
You still had to go sit on the bench for being
That's
Carl
exactly
Anthony
why
Towns.
the problem is so bad. Most people are just looking at points per game, points per quarter. There is so much that goes into a basketball game other than scoring. Matter of fact, watch this, Ron. Guess
I'm
what,
saying,
Ron?
but
guess what? Because the same criticism we just had for Victor Wembanyama not setting a screen for De'Aaron Fox, that never would happen with Carl Anthony Towns. Never would Carl
Swap, you
ever
go back
allow
for
his
seconds?
teammate.
Swap, you
Never
go
would
back for
Carl
seconds?
allow for his teammate to not have an open opportunity because I'm stuck.
So
or because
so
I'm
we're
soft.
so
That's
so
never
we're
gonna
so we're
happen.
not going to talk
Never.
about the
Because I'm a
master class
little
Wemby
ass
put
boy.
on in the second half. We're not going to
He
talk
was
about
good.
that.
No, it was 20. But guess
Okay,
what?
so
Ron?
why- so-
he had
Well, I
22
mean, he
points.
did turn the ball over in a tie game.
Yeah, but
That shit was
yes. Okay, yeah,
And
but
then-
I'm saying no.
wait,
Like,
wait,
let's
real
let's
talk,
not
real
act like
talk, real
Wemby.
talk.
Hold on, wait,
How much
wait.
were the
Swiper
Spurs
back
down
to
in the
third.
second half?
Real talk, real
Swiper
talk.
going
How much
back
were the
for
Spurs
third.
down in the
Time
second
out,
half?
time out.
Yes, Swiper.
Last minute of the game. What did
Going
Wemby
back
do?
for third.
Last minute of the game. Wemby had a brick from mid-range on an ISO attempt. Turns the ball over and then had another brick with the game on the line.
Get Wemby off the floor. He killing
So
us.
what are you
Time
talking
out,
about?
time out, time out.
He
That
did it
happened.
like
That
that.
happened.
killing us.
That
That's
happened.
like
No,
Thanksgiving.
that
Swiper,
happened.
keep eating.
That happened.
Hey, real
What
talk.
happened earlier in the quarter when they were down
Hold on,
14
Ron. Swiper
points?
going back for third.
What
lost
happened?
the game because of Wemby.
What happened? What
Wemby lost in
happened?
the game.
It's like
What are you talking
What
about?
happened
Keep eating,
earlier
Swiper.
in the
Wemby-
game
did
when they
Wemby
were
not
down
lose in the
14
game?
points?
Did
How did
Wemby
they go
not
on that
lose in
run?
the game?
Swiper,
How did they
eat
go on
till
that
you
run?
can't breathe.
Did
How did
Wemby
they
not
go on
lose
that
in the
run?
game?
Yes,
Did Wemby-
yes,
Okay, he
yes.
did.
Okay, yes.
Cool.
Now let's because the game
you
is not
lost my
the
team
game is
game.
not the last 3 possessions, and we
You
outlined
lost
that.
the
And we
game for your
outlined that.
team.
The game
On
is
the-
not
at
the
home.
last 3 possessions.
At
We
home.
already have talked about that. That's
and
cool.
You had,
That's
and
cool.
you had the referee advantage, the home court advantage,
Tony
all
Brothers.
the momentum on your side, and I still beat you because
Wemby
I was
Tony
playing better
Brothers.
defense. I did my job in the fourth better
Get
than
Wemby
you.
off the floor,
You
bro.
turned the ball over when the game on the line.
Wemby.
The game was tied. You
OG
turned the ball
Anunoby,
over.
Landry
Swiper, eat
Shamet,
until you pass
Jalen
out.
Brunson.
Eat
Is
until
once
you
again this
pass
was
out. I'm
not
talking
once
about
again this
some
was
real
all
nigga
not
shit.
just the cat
I'm
thing.
talking
You
about
can't
the ice.
and you
Eat
can't
until
you
gotta
can't just say
unbutton
you
your
can't
pants,
say
Swiper.
cat beat
Go
us.
crazy.
That's not what happened. And you
Feast.
and nigga and you two niggas being hype men, you and you, that
talking
doesn't
about
take
bad
away from the
shit.
fact that
Feast.
Wemby's second half was
Why you
phenomenal.
worried about us?
And so
We ain't saying that. You can
okay, all right, then shut up and let me get this nigga.
Over
Then shut
there.
up and let me
Don't
get him.
bring us up.
What,
How are you
all
even
I'm saying
talking
is,
right now?
all I'm
You've been
saying
cooked
is,
in rotisserie.
all
You
I'm
don't
saying
know
is,
sauteed.
regardless of y'all
You
yelling,
baked-
hyping, and dick riding Swiper, None of that has
oh,
anything
oh,
to do.
yeah.
None of
Yeah.
that has
Yeah, we got
anything
it
to
bad
do
now.
with Wemby going crazy in the second half. It has nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah,
I still
we
had
got
22
it.
points.
Yeah, we
I
got
had
him,
4
Coach.
blocks. I had 2
Yep.
steals.
He's pissed. He's
All right,
pissed
we're gonna
now.
go to the next super chat.
Yeah.
Next super chat. Next super chat is from Huncho. Next super chat is from Huncho. Huncho sent through $10. You niggas get Dick Rider of the Year award too. Huncho sent through a $10 super chat and said if New York just sweeps their way to the title, should Atlanta go into the offseason with really high hopes for next year, seeing that they were the only team to get 2 wins off the champs? Any big swings in free agency?
They should feel that way anyway, considering how they finished the season and how they came into the playoffs. I mean, they should feel that way. Absolutely. Even though they got smoked.
He's mad.
Yeah.
He's mad.
even though they got smoked by the Knicks, I mean, they should feel that way anyway, considering what their group looks like. Yes, they should absolutely feel high about what they're doing. I mean, if I'm looking at that Atlanta group, I don't think that they're close to winning it, but we have so much parity that one thing can shift and these dudes can get right back in it. But I'm having a difficult time believing that a team that lost by 60 in their building in the playoffs is close to winning the NBA championship. But I do think that
a long way to go.
That there's some things that there are some things that they can raise their head about. So I would feel confident about coming into next season, even though we ain't that close. But I would feel confident about coming into next season. Like that ain't happening again. Nah, not at all. Nope. So, but
Bron, where you at?
I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that. I think it's interesting that
I got the super chats.
I think it's interesting that Swiper, brings up all of that stuff about, everything that Ron said. Because when you're talking about being the best player in the world, we're talking about being the best player in the world. I watched everybody talk to me about Hakeem Olajuwon and David Robinson. David Robinson won the league MVP. When Olajuwon kicked his ass, this is exactly what the logic was on David Robinson. Why isn't he doing more to combat Olajuwon? He can't. That's why he could not. Same logic to your point, Ox. When you talking same logic to your point, Ox. When you're talking about Cat and Wemby, I feel like Cat has outplayed Wemby in this series. If you're just looking at the box score, you see, he went 29-9 and 3 blocks. He went this. No, if you watch the game and you watch these two go at it, I think that he's outplayed Wemby in this series. And if this continues, I think that he's going to outplay Wemby in this series. And I can tell you one thing, real talk, that's a fact. Let the Knicks win the NBA championship and Karl Anthony Towns win the Finals MVP. He better than Malone. He better than Giannis. I'm telling you.
That's not going to happen.
I'm telling you, it's going to start.
I don't see that happening.
I'm telling you, it's going to start.
The thing too, though, Chill, is that the season. Not the season. The series. The series is still young. Like it's only game 3 tonight. Like Victor Wembanyama has time to turn these things around.
I really don't.
No, I don't mean time be patient, chill out. I'm saying it's only game 3 tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's only game 3 tonight. And you got to take these things one game at a time, one quarter at a time, one half at a time. Like and they're going into a hostile environment tonight. And there's going to be Secret Service everywhere. There's going to be fans. It's going to be loud. It's going to be beyond the zoo in there. So this is the time right here where you have to show who you really are. If Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs can turn this thing around in game 3, it's not over. Like, I mean, I know the numbers say that it's over. The record says it's over when you lose 2 home games in the finals, but you can't worry about that type of stuff right now. So there's still time right there. But I want to ask all questions about that Hawks super chat. Is it possible? Do you think that maybe they go after Jaylen Brown?
Who?
I do think it's possible.
Atlanta.
It is possible. Absolutely.
What do they have to give?
I don't know. I was hoping
Zachary Ricochet. They have Jalen Johnson, depending on what they want to do with that. Nikhil's on a nice friendly contract.
Nikhil will probably definitely be in that deal.
Onyeka. Dyson Daniels is probably the easiest one, but I don't know if they want Dyson.
Click.
I mean, it would be like
Jalen Johnson's
talking about some Zachary Ricochet. I'm so sure.
Yeah, it would have to be like some picks.
It's got to be in there.
It will probably be a 3-team trade though, because they would probably get off that pick and send that pick to somebody else, and then they would probably send a player up to Boston too.
To Boston.
Yeah.
What pick do they have?
Who, the
7.
Celtics?
Somebody said Boston.
Atlanta.
Somebody said Boston farting in the phone. Hey,
They have pick 8. So if they, I mean,
Okay,
really, if they
hey,
gave
that's-
if they
that's a
gave
good
up
pick.
they gave up pick 8 and then the rights to a couple, maybe 2 more swaps, and hey, Jason Tatum, you want the all-time best defense? Well, hey, here's let's get Dyson Daniels and Nikhil and some other stuff. I'm saying I don't know what he's making like $60 million, y'all. So like I don't even know if that's feasible for the Hawks. They have to gut their team.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah.
I do think
Dyson
Jalen
Daniels
this
is not going to
offseason.
be playing in Boston. He can't hit a
You don't
three.
think so?
He can't hit a three. Joe Mazzulla ball with Dyson Daniels?
You better put some respect. That's
If
Daniels
he,
gonna start shooting
if he
40%
just
next
starts
year.
putting them up, if he starts taking like 6 per 75 or something like that and makes 33% of them, that's not. I mean, that's you can live with that.
If he just does something he's never done before. Yeah, I mean, shit, cool.
But happened to Derek White. Happened to Derek White too. I remember, Derek White didn't used to be like that.
Derek White he was never this bad.
No, he was never this bad. I don't want to put that on his name either. I saw him get 31 in the playoff game in 2019. But I'm just saying that, like, he definitely got way
Where was
better
that
as an
shit
offensive
this
player.
year? Saw.
Yeah, shout out to Derek White, Mr. 27% from 3. in the
Third
playoffs.
team All NBA
Oh,
votes this year for
shit.
Derek White. Yep,
That was
so.
pitiful.
Better than Jalen Brown, Derek White.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
Jalen Brown didn't have a great series.
Did Derek
either,
White get
but
some
it
third?
wasn't
Get
Derek
some
White.
All Pro
Way better
votes?
than Derek White.
Did he?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
2.
Wow.
I did a whole show. Stephon Castle got.
I was
got 3
one of them. I had Derek White on my one.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stephon Castle had 3.
Mars,
of them.
did you have Derek White on your All Pro?
No,
team?
he didn't. No, he
Cut-
didn't.
I did not. No.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Some people had him second team.
Straight line.
Not people who had
Well,
votes, but people.
chill. And I guess this is for the group because this stems from the super chat.
Sir.
If Karl Anthony Towns wire to wire does this, and it's like, okay, you dominate in the Hawks series, even when they were down, he was still elite. Then you go and you dominate in the 76er series, wasn't even a question. And then you dominate in the next series versus Cleveland. And now you go having crazy finals run. And if you just look at his overall impact, will this change people's perception of him like as a 16-game player and like where he ranks? Yeah, I know, but how? I guess how would it change?
So the
top 3
biggest,
big in the league for sure. That's what he's gonna be called. Top 3 big in the league. Him, Wemby, and Jokic.
Mhm.
Real basketball fans are gonna.
I think the
Did you
biggest
not say
narrative in the
Giannis?
league. I think the biggest narrative, Mars, is the soft tag goes away. I think that him being soft, I think that goes away. And in addition to that going away, I think that they're going to look at him amongst the other pantheon of power forwards in the game. Like, if they end up winning the NBA championship, Ron, and he wins the Finals MVP, not only is he a first ballot Hall of Famer, I bet he moves ahead of Chris Bosh and Kevin Love and all of them dudes. That's going to happen. That's 100%.
Is he not better than Kevin Love?
I think he's better than Kevin Love.
Well,
Yes,
Kevin Love took a.
Oh,
he
of
was-
course you think he's better than Kevin Love. Of course you do.
Mhm.
I
he
ran a
took a
poll yesterday.
precipitous step back
relax
after
on
he
Chris
got
Bosh,
traded.
though.
Yeah, I ran a poll yesterday. Who's the best player from the 2015 draft? I feel like if I asked that question 3 months ago, Devin Booker would have won the poll in a landslide. Cat's currently winning the poll. So I think
Of
that
course.
kind of shows like what's going on right now in terms of Cat's PR.
Who is better though?
I think
It would definitely
That
be
was
that
kind of me
because-
opening the floor for you guys to answer.
Yes, because if we could do that same thing, turn the tables, Mars, and Phoenix beats Milwaukee in the NBA championship, and on top of that, Devin Booker has that season that he had the next year in 22, the first team All Pro season. Are we really having are we still having that conversation, even though Karl Anthony Towns gets busy the way he got busy?
No, they'll just say Book doesn't have a good enough team.
That's all
You
they'll
guys
say.
remember what Book was doing in the 23 playoffs? I know Swiper does.
Frying.
Nine-
He was
Frying.
big.
Nine straight
Oh, man.
games, 37 a game.
Yes.
He was shooting
Friday.
70%.
So y'all got
He was shooting
Capital for Book?
70% on his pull-up twos for 9 games.
I don't.
I
no.
think the
I
best
got-
player
I got
from the
Book.
23. I think the best player from the 2015 draft is Devin Booker.
Yeah, I got Book still.
I do as well.
I think right
Even
now, I
after
think
you
you can
right
say
now,
Cat's
Cat
bad
might
now,
be better than
yeah.
him. Yeah.
You can say Cat's
Yeah.
bad now, but in terms of
But,
best player
yeah.
from that draft, I think it's been Devin Booker.
Even if
So
Cat
if-
wins the Finals MVP this season, which he's going to, I still got Book.
If you guys could go, if you can go back and draft, who are you drafting?
Devin
Jaleel
Booker.
Okafor.
I'm not
Well,
too
knowing
sure.
what I know, I think Devin Booker's the right pick. But at the time, I think Cat was the right pick.
I don't know, because Cat's been more of a winner than Book
Ron,
too.
do you remember what Cat was doing at Kentucky? They was like 35 and
No. I'm saying what
Do
not.
you remember what Jaleel
Chill, not
Okafor
coming
was
out
doing?
of
Book was on
college.
that team, to
Like
be fair. Book was on that team coming
looking back
Yes, he wasn't even
hindsight,
starting.
chill. Chill. I'm talking about looking back hindsight. I'm not talking about like obviously you can factor in college, but you wouldn't factor in college because you know what's going on in the NBA. Right. Today, right now, if you can go back to 2015 or 2013 and make that pick, who are you taking? I think I might take Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, we've had what? This is his 4th consecutive conference finals.
3rd.
Yes. 3rd. No.
It's 4th because he went to two in Minnesota and then he just went to
back. Were the Knicks in the conference finals in 25?
Yeah, they was there last year. They lost
yeah.
They lost.
Not 25, 24. Yeah. Were they there in 24?
No, they lost to
Yeah, so it's not 3 straight.
Wasn't he
with
Minnesota?
Yeah,
he's been to 4 straight.
3 straight.
3
He was in Minnesota. He was in Minnesota.
That's all again. Yeah, 3 straight. Yeah, 24,
he was in Minnesota.
25.
They lost to Dallas in the West Finals, and then last year,
lost to Indiana.
Last year lost to the Pacers, and here they are now. So yes,
and then 23 they lost in round 1. But
he was better than Brunson in that Pacers series too.
And on top of that, I mean, as good as Jahlil Okafor was fantastic. I think he is the first freshman in ACC history in 2015. Yeah, he's the first freshman in ACC history to average 20 and 10. Like no freshman had done that before him. Before he did that, he was the first freshman in
shout
ACC
out to
history.
Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Wrong era,
but
born at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, and for what? And I think that Coach Cal might have used him a little bit wrong than he did. I say that to say that I thought he was the best player in the country. As good as Jahlil Okafor was, I thought Cat was the best player in the country. And it was obvious that Cat's game translated to the pro game more than Jahlil Okafor's, off the strength that's which way we were going anyway. The stretch big, who could shoot the long ball, who could stretch the defense, and who can get downhill. Karl Anthony Towns' game looked like that's which way the NBA was going, and he was going to be fine. I didn't really see that much from Jahlil Okafor. He was more of a mid-post and a box player. I think he could hit the mid-range, but he was more of a mid-post and a box player in the traditional big sense. But Karl Anthony Towns, his game looked like it was more for the future than it was for what was going on at that time. That's why I thought his game was
even though Book came off the bench, he averaged more minutes per game than Cat did on that team.
What was the front court for Kentucky that year?
It was him,
Willie Cauley-Stein, and Cat.
Yep, Willie Cauley-Stein, Cat, was somebody else too. Is it the guy that
played?
That
wasn't the year where Caleb Power was doing the platoon thing.
Yeah,
it was that year.
It was.
Like, everyone was playing.
Was that when the Harrison twins were over there?
Yeah, the Harrison twins were there. Obviously, my goat Tyler Ulis.
Tyler Ulis.
Tyler Ulis was there. Trey Lyles was there. Trey Lyles, Cat, Willie Cauley-Stein, Book, Tyler Ulis, the Harrison twins, and everyone was playing like 15 to 20.
And I was not
Gilchrist there too.
Cat.
Who?
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
No.
He had been drafted already.
No, he was.
They had a bomb squad, yo. They had 8 dudes playing the NBA off that crew.
Yeah,
Harrison,
that was a really good team.
Cat, Devin Booker, the Harrison twins, like you said,
Willie twins were the biggest story on
Trey
the team.
Lyles, Tyler Ulis, I forgot how you say his last name. Is it
Wiltshire?
Poitras? No, Poitras.
Alex Poitras.
Alex
That's the other big. Alex Poitras. Yeah.
Poitras, hell yeah.
Alex Poitras.
Shout out Poitras.
Yo, they went undefeated in the SEC.
Alex Poitras was hooping that next year.
That Kentucky team was rolling.
He was getting busy that year too a little bit.
They wasn't better than Justice in Jahlil. So.
Yeah. But all right, y'all.
Duke won the title, so you can give them that credit. Duke won the title. Give them that credit.
The next super chat I got is from Derek Mitchell 72. Derek Mitchell said, "R.I.P. to Stacey King, a legendary Oklahoma Sooner and 3-time NBA champion with the Chicago Bulls, who became the voice of the Bulls. Tomorrow is never promised to anyone."
This sounds like this just came out of nowhere. Like
I think he fell at his house, Joe.
Yeah, like this just came out of nowhere with him, man. Because he didn't seem like he was not a healthy guy.
No, he was 59. He had been talking about the NBA on the Friday before, and then I think it was just a freak accident at his house.
That's unfortunate.
He fell and hit his head or something?
I don't know where he hit it, but guessing it could have been something like that. But I saw that I think he fell, and then it could have caused some very traumatic injury. And
sure, I thought it was something where he might have passed out in his sleep or something like that, or he was just a big guy. And I think statistics say that guys 6'10" and above don't live past 60, like 60 or 70% of guys at all. Again, you can fact check me on that, but I think the numbers are around that space where guys that big don't live that long. they're like Great Danes, if you will. So I say that to say it's unfortunate. Stacey King was, he was an integral part of what they was doing with the Bulls. He was one of their better rotation players. He was a great play-by-play guy with the Bulls. So that's unfortunate. That is. It's really unfortunate.
All right, we got a super chat from Ito05. Ito said, I think Harper is already the best guard on the team, but people been trying to bench Fox while it should really be Castle. His defense, not even a good argument to keep him in since they switching everything.
I don't get.
I agree. This is what I've been saying. So I don't understand, especially in this particular series. I think you're struggling offensively if you're San Antonio. Dylan Harper and Fox are your two best offensive guards. Dylan Harper is also guarding Jalen Brunson just as well as Stephon Castle, if not better. You went on the run when Castle, flopped, twisted his ankle, and had to go sit down. Then De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper got the hoop. Also, what makes, to me, the synergy between Fox and Castle better is that when you look at a lot of Dylan Harper possessions or scoring possessions, he's attacking like out of a closeout. He's attacking early in transition. So he's, I think, a better off-ball player right now than Stephon Castle, which then kind of puts De'Aaron Fox a little bit more in his natural role of ball handler, point guard type of deal. So I think they should look into playing Harper and De'Aaron Fox more together.
I didn't mind that backcourt, to be honest with you. I felt like Harper was a lot more aggressive. He just seemed a lot more confident playing with De'Aaron Fox. Like De'Aaron Fox looked like he was more of a distributor playing with the young fella, like he was advancing the ball. So it did look more like that backcourt work. But I'm not one who subscribes to the narrative that you should sit guys. Nah, you gotta roll with the guys who got you there, because at any point these guys, if he is having a bad shoot night, he can turn that around. And on top of that, he can help us in so many other aspects of the game. I feel like Stephon Castle helps them in so many different ways as a ball handler, as a defender, great navigating screens. When you get to this stage of the NBA championship, this is the best. This is the best of the best. So I need everybody. Like, I can't just cut my roster down to 6 guys like Tibbs would do, some shit like that. No.
I think a part of the issue is their 3 guards had 10 turnovers between the 2 of them, and Fox and Castle had 8 of them. So they just, turning the ball over is also an issue. But also Castle can't make a shot right now.
With the basketball these playoffs, though. Like, I can appreciate him not being good with the basketball in game 2, but he's actually been really good with the basketball throughout the course of these playoffs. Yes.
But chill, if you're playing well in December and January and February to help us get us here, but you're not playing well in June, then you got to sit down.
I can appreciate that, but you still got to find.
Devin Vassell hasn't been playing that well. Maybe Dylan Harper should get some of those minutes. You know what I mean?
Okay. They all finished.
Dylan Harper played more minutes than Stephon Castle last game, though, by the way. He played 32 minutes. Stephon Castle played 27.
That's because of foul trouble.
I'm just saying, regardless, he still played more minutes than him.
Yeah, they all
that's
four
when they
on the
made
field.
the run. I think also another possibility would be getting Champagnie out of there and just moving Vassell to the 4 and playing all 3 guards with Vassell and Wemby.
You want Champagnie off the floor?
Well, they did do that. Yeah, they did.
I don't think he wants Champagnie off the floor more than he wants the 3 guards on the floor.
Is it because of size?
More than they can have the 3 guards on the floor.
You can only have 5 people at a time.
Is it more?
Well, because Mars made a point to where, like, because they're hiding Jalen Brunson on Champagnie pretty effectively.
Too. Yes, they are.
And so if you get Champagnie off of the court, it puts Jalen Brunson in a predicament that he has to guard a real viable offensive player who also can do something after the catch, or if you take away the 3 or run him off a 3-point line. Right. And so now he's in a position where he has to either try to contain the ball against Fox, Castle, or Harper, right? Or he's trying to chase Devin Vassell around. Like, I just think it puts Jalen Brunson in a more compromising position, thus making the Knicks defense a little bit worse. So
Champagnie hasn't done that bad.
And then all 3 of them can guard him as well.
Champagnie's not been. This isn't a Champagnie problem. This isn't Champagnie's not good taking off the floor. More than you want more ball handlers on the court, and you want Brunson to be harder to hide. It's not even a Champagnie issue. Like, Champagnie's been doing his job. Shout out to Champagnie.
Sure.
So I'm listening to Coach Sam Mitchell. He's talking about the series, and he wants to know why. And so I don't got time to hear about these on-off minutes and what happened in the last series. Okay, I do not want to hear that shit right now. But he wants to know why Coach Johnson isn't trying out Victor Wembanyama at the 4 a little more often with him and Luke Cornett playing together.
Going to that double big.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah,
honestly.
obviously not for 30 minutes a game, but just at moments to kind of free Vic up from the physical abuse he's been sustaining this series. Are y'all against that?
How would
I
that free
like
him
to
up
see
from
it.
the physical abuse?
Well, so he doesn't have to be under the basket all the time. Whatever, just so he can match up against different people. Whatever. It's just something that
Mars, if
Anunoby.
you would allow me, Mars. So I think the word that I don't think the word that you like is freeing. Okay, so how about lessening the physical abuse? So he wouldn't have to rebound as much because Luke Cornett is down there. He wouldn't have to deal with the rigorous what's going on in the jungle, so to speak, as much because Luke Cornett is down there. Like they wouldn't be able to just completely just spread the whole floor out because with Cornett down there. Now that gives Victor Wembanyama the opportunity, one, to have more opportunities away from the basket, which is less physical. And on defense, it would also give him opportunities to be able to clean up some more messes because Cornett would be occupying more time, be occupying more space. So we wouldn't be able to just solely deal with Wemby and pushing Wemby out of the paint. You'd have to deal with
You guys
Cornett.
want Wemby on the perimeter more?
It's not
already on the perimeter.
It's not that I want him on the perimeter more. It's not that I want him on the perimeter more than I want him to have to deal with more physicality. And if I got Cornett on the floor, that can lessen some of the physicality on him as the game goes on. Now I'm gonna have to have him, and I'm gonna have to have him on the floor, and I'm gonna have to have him deal with that physicality. But if I can lighten it with having Cornett on the floor to occupy Mitchell Robinson, to occupy OG Anunoby, to occupy these guys that are in the paint that are giving Vic so many problems physically, I think that would definitely help us.
I don't think it would work, but if they want to try it, they can try it.
For me, it's not even a physicality thing. Well, it is, but it's not the Victor Wembanyama physicality. It's more so, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. And we talked about it earlier in the first hour of the show. Luke Cornett just sets better screens than Victor Wembanyama does. Luke Cornett gives De'Aaron a better chance to get downhill. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. When he's setting those screens, these guys he'll actually hit the defender, and these guys can free up themselves more and get downhill. Wemby is also a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. So like the defense still has to respect him, but then you still got Wemby crashing the glass. You still got Wemby cutting. So you still get Wemby in his full essence. You got Wemby roaming. You got Wemby doing everything that Wemby still does. And you can do things where you set double big screens. You can run horns. You can, you can switch things up a little bit. I think like how Mar said, you gotta just try it out. And on top of that, on defense, now you could play around a little bit. Luke Cornett, you go guard.
That's what I was just.
You go guard Cat. Wemby, you roam a little bit now. Well, here's the thing. Check me out, real talk. Because here's the thing. Either way it goes, Wemby's being stretched out on defense anyways. Whether he's guarding Cat, whether he's guarding OG, whether he's guarding Mikal Bridges, it doesn't matter. He's being stretched out on defense. However, here's the thing though. The defense is already scrambling and rotating no matter what. But now I get Wemby help side on that first initial drive anyways, instead of him being up on Cat. I would much rather Wemby, and I know OG blew by him that last game and dunked on him, but I would much rather him have to deal with OG or Mikal, and he's roaming in that sense, as opposed to being on Cat and having to be in every action initially. I would rather him be off the ball. And I know that's what happened with Chet in the last series, and we were saying, oh, Chet, you need to go guard Wemby. You need to take that matchup. But I'm saying, like, it's worth a try. Having Wemby be in his fullest essence as a roamer.
Here's the thing, though. If he's, like, guarding OG, he has to close out.
He's having to close out.
That's kind of like, no, he's already guarding. Like, Cat's kind of with the ball initiating. I'm saying that's been kind of Wemby's biggest Achilles heel defensively, damn near all season.
Real talk,
is trying to close out.
Defensive player of the year. He could guard.
I mean, but you can still have like some defensive flaws,
that's normal.
Which he does, by the way.
Yeah. So like, if he's guarding OG and they swing, and OG's in the corner, Wemby can't just not go out there to OG.
It probably wouldn't be OG though. It would either so it wouldn't be OG. It would either be Mikal. Obviously, if Josh Hart's there, it would be Josh Hart. So it would either be Mikal or Josh Hart.
And then on top of that, if I'm the Knicks and Luke Cornett is guarding Cat, I'm inverting pick and rolling him to death. Right, I'm DHOing him to death because one thing that makes Wemby is part of what makes their drop coverage for San Antonio so effective. Cornett's not the pick and roll defensive player that Wemby is.
Yeah.
And so now I'm putting the worst pick and roll defender in all of the actions now.
No, for sure, and you're right about that. But once again, too, I want to just throw this out there. We're not saying that this should be a all 48-minute thing. We're not even saying this should be a 20-minute a game thing. Just go to it at the to end the half in the second half, or go to it at the beginning of the fourth quarter, something like that. Go to it for a few minutes, and maybe you might be able to go on a run. It's worth a try. You're down 0-2 right now. It's worth a try.
Yeah,
trying out all.
I'm not mad at them trying it, but like the to more directly answer Ox's question, though, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if we know this, then I know San Antonio knows this. Those Wemby Luke Cornett lineups haven't been grading out well all season. Like they don't perform well. Now it's not a lot of a sample size, but they've tried to go to it every now and then, and they're not good. It hurts their offense for sure. And then they actually get worse as a defensive unit as well. So, I mean, that's why I'm sure that's why they haven't really gone to it.
And to the initial point about Dylan Harper too, this game 3, if I'm Coach Johnson, buddy, you're playing 35 minutes. Regardless, you have, I would probably say you've been our best guard in this series, our second best player in this series. No, I think he has been the second best player for the Spurs in this series. We're not playing anymore. We have to win game 3. You have been probably the best downhill guy. You've been one of the best shot creators. You've probably been our best guy in transition too, and you've been playing crazy defense. Dylan Harper is playing 35 minutes or more. And we're just going to live with the results. I don't care if you're 20 years old. You've shown us throughout the whole playoffs that you are built for the moment and that you can play at this level, at a high level. At some point, that age shit got to go out the window. Dylan Harper got to play tonight, and he's playing a lot.
I just think that he needs to just focus on, if you see, what's OG's number, Ox? 8?
8.
If you see number 8 down there and you're in transition, just turn around. Just pretend it's Wemby. I mean, that's all.
Hell no. Go attack him.
Swiper, he did that though. The second time where he caught Wemby with the trail dunk, he went up. Swiper, he literally did.
You said Wemby or OG?
No, I'm talking about Dylan Harper. So he got blocked on the one possession, but it was another possession late in the game. It was a one-on-one fast break. OG was guarding him. He tried to get in the lane. OG cut him off. He picked up his dribble and dropped it back to Wemby for a dunk, a trail dunk.
That was a great play.
So
pass the ball.
That still comes from him attacking OG. He's still gonna be aggressive down there.
No, for sure. But Swipe is saying don't attack him and don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm disagreeing with Swiper.
No. I want to
get down.
I'm saying don't shoot the ball in that situation. That was a great play, Ron. Absolutely. I'm saying great pass, great aggression.
Take the layup.
But don't take that layup, please. Just don't do that next time.
Leave OG alone.
All right, the next super chat is from Shadow57. Shadow said, What's your opinion on Shaq saying that Phil Jackson made the Lakers purposely avoid the Utah Jazz in the seeding to not face them in the playoffs? Even in 2002, made Shaq sit out 2 games late in the season. Shadow also said there's a video about it. Explain why Phil Jackson was hesitant of his athletic prime / talented duo against and about to retire Stockton and Karl Malone.
I don't know if you noticed, Shadow.
Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you noticed, Shadow.
Coach.
Yes. Utah owned them.
Play them.
Yes. Utah owned them. So as you guys know, Shaq was not very good in the pick and roll. He was not very good as a pick and roll defender. They would do everything that they could to get Shaq in the pick and roll action. They would get Shaq switched on to Malone and get him in pick and roll. Whenever they had Greg Foster, who really wasn't that good of an offensive player, they would get him. They would get everything running towards Shaq because John Stockton was so good at navigating screens, and guys like Greg Foster and Malone were so good at setting screens. Shaq just was not a good pick and roll defender. In fact, he sucked at it, and that was one of his deficiencies.
Terrible.
And they did everything that they possibly could to keep Shaq in the action. On top of that, they made Kobe Bryant more of a bucket getter, and they took Shaq out the game because there was a lot of digs going on. Stockton would dig in the paint. In addition to Stockton digging in the paint, Hornacek would dig in the paint. They would do everything that they could to get the ball away from Shaq and make Bryant more of a bucket getter. And with making Bryant more of a bucket getter and taking Shaq out of the game, I think that in addition to Shaq being a bad pick and roll defender, it was just Utah was a terrible matchup for them. Utah smoked them in 97 in 5 games, smoked them in 98 in the Western Conference Finals in 4 games. And in 99, I don't know if you got not 99, I'm sorry, in 2000 when they ended up in the NBA championship, the Trailblazers was the ones who bounced. The Trailblazers was the ones who bounced the Jazz, which to the Lakers were very happy about that. Shaq in particular, very happy about that. Yes.
One thing I've been doing, like going back, when Shaq and Kobe didn't run nearly enough pick and roll. That should have been the initial play.
There wasn't a whole lot of pick and roll in the triangle.
I know. That should have been ran down there every time down the court. But Mars, because kind of off the MJ thing for now. On that.
Leave it alone.
Tim Duncan is something that interests me, but it might be Shaq.
Oh yeah, we are going to have a hell of a summer. We are
I'm not gonna lie. You can try with Shaq. I don't know. I mean,
real talk.
I want to hear it. Real talk. Do it. No, I want to hear this. I want to see this.
I'm trying to look out for my brother right here. Real talk. Stop picking fights that you can't win.
I would love to see this.
Like, leave Shaq alone.
No, I mean, at least with Shaq, you can get the agendas off, like him getting swept on and all that. So like, you can get the agendas off. Now, from a like performance production standpoint, you're probably gonna lose, but if you, go for it if you want. I mean, it's better than trying to.
That graphic that was showed the other day on Twitter was pretty nasty, though. That was pretty nasty. It was all his particular 5-year period where he was swept. 4-1, swept, 4-1, swept, and all that.
They were swept. They lost 4-1.
If you're gonna lose, might as well lose quick.
No, that. But if y'all want to that Chauncey Billups Finals MVP, if you go back and look at his games, he won that MVP off a lot of Shaq drop. A lot of
that's
Shaq drop.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I will say. That 04 Finals, because Shaq averaged 26 and whatever, and Kobe stunk it up. Shaq was terrible in that series, but I mean, it's cool. Shout out to Shaq.
And I'm not even kidding you.
He had, what was it? Game 4. He had a good game.
If that Shaq
carried a lot of what.
If that Shaq tried to play in this era, bro, he would that if that Shaq played in this era, he would look horrible.
Yeah, if 2004 Shaq, sure.
Bad.
If we're talking about peak Shaq, he killed
peak Shaq would ragdoll the NBA.
2004 Shaq still ragdolling the NBA too. Like
He would Shaq would ragdoll people. It would just the defense would be untenable.
But the
other teams would be a liability trying to guard him as well.
But people are forgetting.
So it's a two-way street.
That's why Kobe and him fell out. Like he was so big at that point, like big in a bad way. Like he was like he was massive. He moved like he had cinder blocks for shoes. That's how bad it was on the defense. Now, offensively, he was still Shaq, but like his defense, there was a very big difference between 01 to 96 that Ox is talking about to that point, respectfully.
I'm going all the way. 02 counts as well. 04 is when it started to me. 03, 02, 01, 2000, 99, all the way till from the day he was drafted until probably 2003. 2004 is when it started to me. It was like, all right, Shaq, you moving a little slower, all of that. Shaq
even then, he was still a top 10 player in the league. It's just
Shaq was just so good at Shaq was just so good at adjusting too, because like you guys talked about the pick and roll, like that wasn't really that. I mean, Utah was the ones who did that the most. But the difference is Utah was the ones who did that the most. The problem is other teams tried to replicate that, and they weren't nearly as good at it. Like Seattle tried to do that with Shaq. They just weren't as good because Sean Kemp wasn't as good of a screener as Malone was. He wasn't as good a screener as Greg Foster was, right? So not only did they try to, like Phoenix tried to do that, but Barkley wasn't that good of a screener. So they weren't able to replicate what Utah was doing. That's why Utah was such a bad matchup. And on top of that, defensively, they couldn't really do anything with Shaq. right? So with them not being able to do nothing, Shaq was able to just destroy them offensively and get other people to supplement defensively. With the Utah Jazz, they were just so good at getting Shaq in action and keeping him in action. And to be honest with you, y'all dudes can roast me for this all y'all want. Yo, shout out to duck and fades. Teams duck smoke all the time. I promise you that. Teams duck smoke all the time. I promise you that the Dallas Mavericks, when that Minnesota team beat Denver, Dallas was like, whew, man, I'm so glad we ain't got to deal with them dudes. Yes, that happens all the time.
Well, Tatum basically said the same. Yeah, it happens all the time.
They ain't want nothing to do with them dudes. They didn't. The same thing. And you guys know that really quickly, Ox, you guys know that I am a Tim Duncan guy. Every last one of you dudes know that I'm a Tim Duncan guy. I promise you, in 2002, when they saw the Lakers, after the Lakers smoked them in the West Finals by 35 and 36, they talked about, yo, this is the team we wanted to see. They ain't want nothing to do with the Lakers. They ain't want nothing to do with them dudes. They did not. And they were hoping that somebody else bounced them.
They beat them in 03.
Yeah, it took 03 to do, and then they lost again in 04. They ain't want nothing to do with the Lakers. Nothing.
Yeah. But also with that 2004, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had issues. Shaq had issues. Kobe had issues. But that was the best defense of the century. You know what I'm saying? That's the best defense we have seen this whole century. So,
you talking about 04 Pistons?
Yeah, I'm talking about 04 Pistons.
They're up there. I'm not mad at that at all. Maybe OKC last year. They're in that conversation.
We haven't seen the defense that good since then.
Since 2004.
I respectfully disagree.
I mean, shout out to the Celtics. Shout out to the Spurs. Shout out to OKC. But
Toronto.
I mean, who are you disagreeing with? Like, who are the teams that you're bringing up? Swipe.
Well, I think the Thunder last year were remarkable. I think this year too. Obviously, Wemby, when he's been on the floor this year, they're like a 101 in the regular season or something like that. I can't remember what the number was. I mean the Raptors in 2019. That Lakers playoff defense in 2020 was pretty crazy. I'm not putting it up there. I'm just going through the names. The Warriors obviously had a crazy defense. The Spurs had a crazy defense in 13-14. Everybody said LeBron.
Since 04. Ox, what's the gap between that?
Spurs had a crazy defense in 04. They just
yes,
lost.
they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
What's
the gap between 04? What's the gap between the 04 Detroit Pistons and the 08 Celtics in terms of defense?
I mean, the gap's not huge, but I just think that like for all the teams, I don't think the gap is like huge. It's kind of similar to the conversation we had earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can have a conversation with any of these teams from 08 Celtics, 13-14 Spurs. I don't got the Warriors, but the Thunder, I don't got the 2020 Lakers either. But other than that, like I personally take Detroit. Y'all can take whoever you want.
No, I think it's Detroit.
It's just my opinion. I'm not saying it like objectively.
Dwight Howard Magic was crazy when he was on the floor. At least the Chicago Bulls were really good.
It was more Howard than it was.
Yeah, but that Howard, the Howard, Davis, LeBron, Caruso, KCP lineup was a nightmare all through the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, Pistons is Rasheed Wallace and Ben Prince, Chauncey Stuckey. Was he on the bench? Was that Stuckey?
Rodney Stuckey is 10 years later.
No, not Stuckey.
They had
Lindsey
Hunter.
Lindsey Hunter, my bad. Yeah, Lindsey Hunter. Yeah, behind Billups and all that. Yeah, they were crazy.
Lindsey Hunter come in, just start picking up full court. Just speed demons.
This is another kind of, I guess, kind of like a Josh Hart conversation. I don't know why y'all act like Rip Hamilton wasn't.
He was a good defender.
Because I've heard things.
Bucks too.
I mean, he was the worst in the five, and I think he was cool. I don't think he was bad.
I think that Celtic unit.
He was a mid defender.
I think that the Pistons unit. I think that they were all around a better defensive unit than what that Celtic team in 08 was. I think that Celtic team was primarily KG. I think Rondo was a fantastic defender, but he wasn't the defender that he was going to be in the future. I mean, Rondo had just gotten into the league. I think he was in year 3.
2008?
Yeah, I think he was in like year 3 or year 4 at that point. I mean, he wasn't where he was going to be.
Yeah, I think a lot of, especially like guards sometimes or perimeter players, a lot of their better defensive years are kind of early.
Is it though? I mean, because I think Rondo didn't start making all-league defensive teams until like 2010, 2011. Like that's when he started becoming like that level of defender. And like guys like Tony Allen wasn't Tony Allen yet. As good as Tony Allen was as a defender, he wasn't Tony Allen yet. Like,
I mean,
Like
they
to
were
me,
still,
Mike,
they were still
Mike
crazy.
is probably like Mike to me is a better defender probably in like 88, 89 than like
no, I think 92.
96.
6.
He's
Yeah,
definitely,
like
he's definitely.
I mean,
I'm not
I would say
arguing
the
that.
Rondo probably, if they were given all defensive teams solely just based on how good you were defensively and not other things, Rondo probably could have made an all defensive team in 08. Like, I think he was that good by that point already. It's just he didn't make it. I don't think that means he was a worse defender than he was in later years.
I think Rondo, once he walked out of Kentucky, was a crazy defender. He was a crazy defender at Kentucky, and then he walked in the league as a rookie. And again, people are, correct me if I'm wrong, trying to remember our errors. Did he average 10 rebounds a game to Kentucky? Is that what it was his last year? Do you remember?
I don't know about 10.
But did he? But
No, he was a glass
was a
man
hell
at
of
the
a
start.
rebounder. He was a hell of a rebounder. I know that.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
he?
know
Was
about
he
that.
the? Did he leave? I'm asking. Did he leave the SEC as the all-time guard rebounder, or was it at the time that he was playing? Because I can't remember.
I know he only played there one.
He averaged 6 rebounds a game his sophomore year, which is
Yeah,
still a lot.
sophomore
for
year,
a 6'1"
right?
guard.
Yeah, I can't. I'm saying I can't remember the number, so that's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah,
paraphrase.
Rondo made all defense in 09.
Yeah,
like,
he was crazy, bro.
It was a
bro,
year.
1 year.
Part of it probably is the fact that the Celtics, like, once they won a championship, you probably just give that player.
Yeah, you
more
get the
recognition.
stamp.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Rondo was an all defensive caliber guy in 08, in my opinion. He just didn't make it. And
Wade was
I
a
don't
great
know if you
defender
take-
too, like for a few years there.
Yeah, Ray Allen to me doesn't get enough credit for the defensive player he was.
Who did make
on
it
those
in
Celtic
08?
teams.
So the all defensive teams in 08, the guards, Kobe, Bruce Bowen, Chris Paul, Rajah Bell. That's good. That's good. I would. 08 Rondo is a better defender than Rajah Bell, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a
Raja
I
was
don't know if
nice
that's
though.
something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wasn't. That's good comp. Like Rondo not making it isn't like, oh my god, how did he not make it? But 08 Rondo is a better defender than Rajah Bell, in my opinion. I mean, he just missed out. He was close, like relatively close.
Was he better than Jason Kidd at that time as a defender?
Jason Kidd also just missed out.
Yeah.
Phillips,
was he better than him?
You got away. You got him better than
Charles
Rondo
Phillips
at
also
that
just
point.
missed out.
I'm just thinking about guys off the top of my head.
I think, you're naming the good names because those are the ones that
like,
right
like
there.
what's the separation between him at that time and I don't know, like Kirk Heinrich? Like what do those? What's the separation?
Ooh, shout out to Cuts and Cut. Me personally, I don't know if I would have had Rondo on my all defensive team that year. If there was a third team, he probably would have been on it. I think the reason I have him like in and around that top 5 as a defender, even in 08, I mean, it's the same reason we have him in the top 5 in 2010.
Yeah.
Like, he ultimately was still practically the same guy in terms of the intensity, the defensive rebounding that I value as part of defense, hounding ball handlers up the court, the understanding of the game, angles, being able to cut guys off. Rondo also had long arms. I don't know what his wingspan was.
Not only did he have long arms, Miles, people forget
6'10"
Rondo was 6'4". Like Rondo was no small guard.
I don't think Rondo was 6'4". I think he just had long
Rondo
arms.
like 6'1".
Rondo just had long arms.
6'2".
Yeah, Rondo was small, just long arms. What was Rondo's wingspan? Like,
Rondo
I
had
think
6'1".
Rondo might have been
I'm
6'1".
pretty sure it's
6'3".
6'10".
For sure, 6'3".
Rondo has long.
Like he was looking
Very
Derrick
long
Rose in the face. Like he looked like he was taller than Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose is 6'3". He looked like he was
Rondo
taller.
has a 6'9" wingspan. That's okay. Rondo has a 6'9" wingspan, but he's listed at 6'1". Yeah. So Rondo had long arms. Yeah, like Rondo had like
That Donovan Mitchell
huge hands as well.
Yeah, like Rondo was made to defend, and
Yeah.
like so even though he was smaller, he could still contest bigger guards, bigger wings.
Yeah.
Could absorb contact really well.
Yep.
Extremely smart, cerebral, and ability to just cut off lanes, draw offensive fouls, force turnovers, and then like I said, the rebounding. Like Rondo came into the league as a really good defender. I don't think like he was a better defender than an offensive player, in my opinion, his whole career. In my opinion,
He was
Now, that might
definitely
be a
more
hot
of a
take.
defender than he was a distributor. I think so.
like he was just
I don't hate
amazing defensively. So
Yeah.
shout out to Rondo. I think his defense gets. I don't know if it gets underrated. I don't know if I'll say that, but amazing defender. We'll just say that amazing.
I think because I still, and I know we disagreed about this, Swiper, but I think Rajon Rondo, Alex Caruso, I think their defense in that 2020 had a lot to do with them beating Denver.
No, and Rondo making those dumb threes. Yeah, them.
But look, but see,
Rondo
That's
don't miss
what
them,
I'm
my
saying.
man.
and that's
Those
Those
were-
were
Rondo.
no.
No, they were not.
They were
Playoff
playoff
Rondo.
It felt like every time Rondo
threes.
shot, that shit either went in or he
These
averaged.
were
There was no in
transition
between.
threes. I'm
Playoff
talking about
Rondo is a
mid-range.
real thing.
Rajon Rondo
Stop
is
the
a
bullshit.
much better. Was always a much better jump shooter than he ever got credit for.
Yeah, from the
It's-
mid range. Yeah, he would take some random jumpers.
I'm not agreeing with that at all. But I will say,
I'm not saying he was
in
always
the
a great
bubble
jump shooter.
run.
I'm
In
just
the
saying
bubble
he's a
run, it
better
was
shooter
crazy
than
because
y'all
it felt
say.
like watching Rondo. It
So
felt like there
dumb.
was two outcomes for him shooting a three. That shit either goes in or he averages. Like there was no in between. It was like he's either gonna miss terribly or it's gonna go in.
Yeah.
That was
And he just
the
happened to be
worst
shooting like 40%. So
series
shout out
of
He
to
was
all
a he was
time.
hey
No,
that ball
chill.
was
You know, but
sparking
Rajon
in the
Rondo
bubble.
is what you call a gamer. He's just a
Yeah.
gamer.
He reminded
And
me.
it's like he's
during
going
those
to
playoffs,
do what he
did
has
it.
to do when he has to do.
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if we get a documentary 20 years from now, chill on the 2020 run from the Lakers and that Nuggets series. One, they paid off the officials. Two,
Nah.
because they complained about the officiating on television. They got 36 free throws the next day. And also, real talk, you're probably not going to agree with this one, PEDs. Anthony Davis never played that good ever since
Man
that
played.
day. Hey, real talk. Anthony Davis, no. Real talk. Anthony Davis shot 51% on his mid-range jumpers.
Money mid-range game.
Never did that
He just
again.
turned, he just turned into Doug Nowitzki for 3
Never
months.
did that
Yeah.
again. No, but do you remember real talk? Y'all used to go. Y'all figured out at the end of the games. Y'all went 4 or 5. This is when Jokic was like not Jokic yet. Y'all went 4 or 5 pick and roll, and Jokic and Millsap were guarding that. Bro, it was like dump off Davis, dump off dive Davis, bump. I'm like, bro, where did he get this from? You've never been able to shoot.
I got reminded, Ron, really quickly. I just got reminded in the 2020 playoffs that playoff Rondo is a real thing. It 100%.
Yeah,
How could you-
not just that year. It was other years too.
Yes, I got
But-
reminded. Playoff Rondo.
My
was a
favorite
real
playoff Rondos was Chicago.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, until
I don't know. I don't. How many?
They kicked him out the series.
If he don't break his hand, they beat Boston. Boston
He
is
ain't break
out.
nothing.
Man, Rondo played a half on a torn ACL, but a broken hand gonna stop him from
Yeah,
playing.
you know what that was, Chip. You know what that was, Chip? That was the NBA
Oh, here we
conspiring.
go. All righty. The NBA.
How many years back do we have to go to get to two players that were that good and all around like 2020 AD and Bron?
Well, it was happening in the bubble, so it's never going to happen again.
You
It
can go
never
right to
happened before then.
24.
You needed Orlando Diddy
Boston.
baby oil situation for it to go perfectly, and it has never been replicated ever since. I'm not going to let y'all lie to me. LeBron and Anthony Davis couldn't be touched in that run. I watched LeBron, and this was again, chill. Just so you know, I'm 20. What am I? I was still 29 at the time. Right? I was real talk age or whatever. I'm saying at that point in time, I was watching Jokic take that. Jokic was. I remember he scored 10 straight points, Mars, and LeBron wouldn't miss. Just miss. All you gotta do is miss.
No.
Just let us get another game.
Hey, you talking about LeBron James?
I know, but LeBron wouldn't hit jumpers like that consistently.
Yeah,
Remember,
I know.
He was going crazy. No, and then Anthony Davis, Mason Plumlee messes up the switch, Mars. He doesn't go over the screen. It wasn't supposed to be a switch. Go over the screen. Anthony Davis gets that random 3-pointer in game 2.
Game.
It should have been 1-1. It should have been once.
That sure was.
All right,
Shout out to
fellas,
Rondo for the
I got to get to these super chats. So we got a 2-part
Kobe.
super chat. We got a 2-part super chat from Drink More Water. Drink More Water said, coaching question about sacrificing part of a player's game to improve a different one. Went down a rabbit hole and read Calipari forbade Cat from shooting threes in college to develop inside. Is that a good is that good coaching, even if it's in a winning situation? This is also why teams value high school film and private workouts. A player may be handicapped and you don't see their full game.
That's
I
what
remember we
cost them
talked
the
about
national
this before.
championship.
Yeah, remember we talked about this before, and I think that that's exactly what you're supposed to do. I've always felt that way, and I still feel this way, that coaches aren't supposed to just worry about players that are going to go to the league. Like I got 12 other players here. I'm trying to win basketball games. I want you to do what's best for us to win basketball games. I have no problem with that. That's what you're supposed to do. They're not going to the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to win. I'm not going to just let you do whatever so you can be a top 5 draft pick. Man, go do that shit somewhere else.
Yeah,
What
and
if
that's
that
why
shooting threes helped you win, though. Like even
But But
Well, Kyle's always
I'm not,
been
who
a
am I
bit
to question what
more-
Kyler Perry thinks is
Kyle's
better
always
for
a
his
bit
team?
more strict with his bigs in terms of what he wanted them to do. I think Boogie spoke about it as well, in terms of just what he was allowed to do. I think I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. I just think it works for different people and doesn't work for others. And ultimately, you gotta know what you are and if you're comfortable doing things that you're not great at for the betterment of your team, but also for your development. Like, I think it did help Cat in some ways that he played differently in college than he did in high school. And they also got scouts to see a different part of him in terms of the interior presence, the dominance, as opposed to, because like you watch his high school tape. That's why people no one questioned Cat's jump shot coming in. Like, even though he never shot threes in college, everyone knew who was like keeping up with the draft. Everyone knew he could shoot because like there was never any reason to doubt it. You just gotta trust the process. But like I always say, my glorious goat, Scal Labissiere, that ain't work for him when he's being told to be a physical inside, but that's just not his game. So he ends up going to Kentucky, then ends up being put on the bench because he's just not able to do the things that Kyle wanted from him. But you gotta know that in your recruiting process, like what type of big you are and how you can be maximized. Cat's just different, so it works for different people.
You know, Mars, that's another thing Sam Mitchell was talking about with the Timberwolves. And they were 100% set on taking Jaleel #1. And the assistant GM gave Flip Sanders the tape for his high school. Like, go, no, watch this stuff. And then the next day, the GM and Sam Mitchell asked Flip, so like, what are we gonna do? And they're like, oh no, we're taking Cat. Like,
yeah,
I see. We seen what he could do, and so that I guess.
Because in college, you couldn't tell like what's the difference between Willie Cauley-Stein and Cat. They're on the same team. They're doing the same thing. What's the difference? You watch the high school tape. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess that was like a last 24-hour decision where they're like, oh no, we saw it. We saw the high school stuff.
All right, Jason Grill sent through a good super chat. Shout out my man Grillionaire. He's a Hall of Famer. Y'all see he got the wrench by his name. Grill said, rank these finals teams. Pacers 2025, OKC 2025, Knicks 2026, Spurs 2026, Boston 2024, and the Mavs 2024. So the last 6 teams to play in the NBA finals.
Based on performance?
Based on how good the team is.
Boston's
then-
#1 swiper.
well, no, then the Knicks are by far #1 if it's based on like how they're actually playing. That's what I'm saying. Is that not fair? Based on
you
how
can say
they're
the Knicks have played the best in the playoffs of all of those teams.
That's what I'm saying.
But
We're
do
doing.
you think they're the best team?
The 24 Celtics.
The 24 Celtics are better than this
No,
Knicks team.
no, I disagree. Especially just actuality. I disagree. I think like the Knicks are playing better than the Celtics did.
That's cool.
Like they're more dominant.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
don't think anyone's
Sure.
arguing with that.
No, I'm just
Celtics are
watching the
team.
criteria for the question. I guess that's what I'm
If
trying
we're
to
going based off pure dominance, aren't the Knicks better than the 17 Warriors?
Yes, and the 01 Lakers too.
Yeah.
So
It's only, I think,
Right,
the
but you
18
see how
Warriors.
dumb
So
that
yeah,
was
no. So you know what?
sound?
No,
Saying that,
rank
like-
these 3 teams: 17 Warriors, 01 Lakers, 96 Bulls,
Yeah.
26 Knicks. Rank these 4 teams.
Go ahead, Swipe. Go.
Me?
Yeah,
What are,
no,
no, what,
me.
are, what are the teams again?
96 Bulls, 01 Lakers, 17 Warriors, 26 Knicks. Rank them.
Shoot, 17 Warriors. Who did the Lakers play that year?
Philly,
Pacers.
In what rounds? In what rounds?
Philly.
No, in 01 they played the Philly.
Oh, they played Philly, Knicks. Then the 96 Bulls played. That was the Supersonics year or the Utah year, the first time?
Yeah, Supersonics.
Played the Sonics.
Super son.
Then I'll do the Bulls, and then 4th would be 01 Lakers.
Holy shit!
There we go. Yep, playoff team.
Right, but you do know that the Lakers.
I don't really like this dude.
That's fine.
So I just want to make sure that we clear that's right. But you know that the Lakers, they went undefeated on the road in the playoffs. In
That's cool.
2001. Are you
Yeah,
sure that
that's
that's
great.
cool? You know how many other
That's
teams
great.
have gone undefeated on the road in the playoffs?
I
In
know.
your
I
history?
know that they're about to win 15 in a row in the playoffs.
Once again, do you know how many teams have gone undefeated on the road in the playoffs in NBA history?
Sure. Do you know how many teams have a point
Once
differential?
again, do you know how
240,
many teams have
214 game
gone
stretch?
undefeated on the road in NBA history in the playoffs?
Do those teams have OG and Anobi on them?
That's a yes or no question. Do you know how many? Do you know how many teams have gone undefeated?
Could you
on the
imagine
road?
OG and Anobi in 2001 guarding Kobe?
Yeah, I could imagine that. Yes, the way
Yeah,
Kobe
he's
Bryant
getting
was playing,
fried.
Oh, he is.
the way Kobe Bryant was playing,
OG's
Shaq
getting
was
fried?
playing.
OG's getting fried in 01. Yes.
The
And
Knicks
OG
right
better
now
than-
have a
like
plus
everybody
20
else is
net
getting
rating,
fried
by
in
the way.
01.
The Warriors only had a plus 16, so
Facts.
the Knicks are better than the Warriors. statistically.
I think it's a conversation, but
They're
shout
also
out.
the
No,
best.
you do
defense
not.
and
But-
offense. The Warriors were only the second best offense and second best defense. The Knicks are number one in both.
Mars, can I get you to rank all these teams though? All these 6 teams? How would you do it?
24 Celtics 1, 25 OKC 2, 26 Knicks 3. Nah, rewind. 24 Celtics 1, 25 OKC 2,
Uh-huh.
25 Pacers 3.
Let's go.
26
That
Knicks
boy no
4.
ball.
Who's next? The Mavericks and
The Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs next. Then the Mavericks.
The Mavs are the worst team.
The Mavs are the worst team. Yeah.
This Knicks team is better than last year's Indiana team.
So I just want to know when I ask
I'm
you
not
guys
mad
this
at you.
question,
Come on,
when I
man.
ask you guys this question on Friday, is it gonna change when the series is,
We could be here on Thursday at a 2-2 series, man. That's entirely.
Oh, we could
So
also
when I
be here
ask
on-
you guys this same question,
Yeah, Thursday,
agree you there.
Yeah, we could be here on Thursday saying, "Hey, the Knicks are champions." Hey,
That's what I was about to say, Miles. We could be here talking
we
about
don't know
I got a
what's
doctor's
going on.
appointment.
the
If
parade.
you root for the Knicks, you're rooting for the Knicks.
Yeah. Right.
I also
Where'd
just
my
wanna-
jersey go?
To the people,
feel
to the
naked
people
right
in the-
now.
to the people in the chat, because I just read someone tell me that the Knicks beat the 24 Celtics last year in the playoffs. That's what they said. Based on that same argument, didn't the Pacers beat the Knicks in the playoffs?
No, not
Just
the
based
same
on-
team.
I'm saying based on that exact same logic. If the 25 Celtics are the 24 Celtics, allegedly, and the Knicks beat the 25 Celtics, therefore they're better than the 24 Celtics.
Which they're not.
Why
20
does the 25 Pacers beating last year's Knicks team not the exact same logic?
Huh?
They changed their coach.
And if it's not yet, just
Huh?
not explain it to me. I don't subscribe to either one of those ideologies, by the way.
Sure.
I'm asking, why are they not the same logic?
So, person in the chat that said that, you had to answer this question because no one else agrees with
that's
that.
what. Cat
All right.
wasn't the same guy. Cat was the best player for the Knicks in that series too. Just they lost. I don't know what to tell you.
All
I
right,
think
we
Cat
go
actually
keep-
has a lot of the same flaws that Indiana could exploit.
We got to keep it pushing. Jason Grills, if and only if the series is tied 2-2, resend that super chat back again on Thursday or Friday, and we'll rediscuss that. But
the Spurs
if
number one.
and only if. But all right, Stephen G 78 sent through a super chat. Shout out to Stephen G. Stephen said, "I don't buy into the conspiracy theory talks, but those sequences and the Knicks not getting a single free throw until the fourth quarter that they had to challenge for really doesn't help."
Crazy.
It was OG Anunoby who went to the free throw line, and then
2 minutes. What are there 2 minutes left in the game when that foul happened?
OG Anunoby went
believe
to the
so.
free throw. Yep. OG Anunoby went to the free throw line. Those was the first free throws that they had in the second half.
It looked bad. When I noticed the referee, I think that's when it's bad. Because I tend to not pay too much attention to it.
I don't either, and
There
I'm
was too
former
much
ref.
for me
I
to
really
overlook. Like it was adding up.
don't. Mm-mm.
Even that backcourt on Deuce McBride. Remember that shit went a backcourt?
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
It just started noticing like a lot of things are just happening here. I guess interesting.
Who said they shouldn't have fired Thibs last year? Was that a few people up here?
I wasn't sure that Tibbs should have been fired. I wasn't sure
I can't
about it.
remember what I said.
Yeah.
That wasn't
I-
me. So I
I-
want them to get rid of
I was
Tibbs.
not. I was not
Long
sure
time
that.
ago.
I was not sure that.
Just
Tibbs should have
so
been
people
fired.
know, I want people to realize this, that Mike Brown, I think if he wins this is like a stamped first ballot of the Hall of Fame. Like he is locked for the two coach of the
He's
year.
a better coach than Doc Rivers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Two
Sky
Top-
blue,
so he top
grass
15
green.
ever. That's all I'm saying.
He gets 2 coach of the years, the first unanimous coach of the year ever, an all-time defense, some all-time defensive runs in the playoffs, and then also the best offense of all time in the regular season 23, and then now all-time offense, all-time defense, all at the same time, and a 13-game win streak, 15 game win streak in the playoffs.
Yeah, the way this
Mind you,
works, right?
Mind you,
This guy
is
coached
the
LeBron
coach-
James, by the way. I just want to make sure we know that. Because
Yeah.
when Phil Jackson just gets a job, MJ had a legendary coach. That's what I've been told. MJ had a legendary coach. He ain't women. So when Mike Brown does this, and he's a legendary coach now, stamped. Back in 07, Bron had a legendary coach, and they got swept. Like, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Don't
with
forget
this
Eric
ideology.
Spoelstra.
It has to hold up. So Eric Spoelstra, top 10 all-time coach, another legendary coach that Bron had. Mike Brown, another legendary coach that Bron had. Meanwhile, he only got to the finals one time with that legendary coach. With Eric Spoelstra, he want to lose 2 times in the finals with a legendary coach. I'm just noticing I just want to make sure we're all on the same page because that's how it works. When MJ gets a rookie Phil Jackson coach, legendary coach for 6 rings. So LeBron has had a legendary coach. When JJ Redick becomes a legend, 20 years from now,
That's not fair.
LeBron had JJ Redick. I just want to make sure we know that. The only non-legendary.
That's
Ty
just
Lue
so
became
not-
a legend when he won that 3-1 comeback. He's been called the best coach in the league for the last 10 years.
that is
Ty
so
Lue,
not
every year,
fair.
17 in 2018, you know what they said? Ty Lue, the best coach in the league and making adjustments. Ty Lue, the best coach in the NBA, him and Eric Spoelstra.
But that's not fair, though,
Ain't
Mark,
nothing but
because
legendary
are we
argue is Frank Vogel. That's the only one you be like, maybe not.
real
legend.
talk? I can't believe that
Everyone
you
else,
buying into
legendary
this.
coach.
Because Mike Brown is not the same coach in 2007 that he was in 2015.
I don't
He's not
care.
the same coach that he was in
I don't care.
2007.
No,
He wasn't the same coach in
no,
2020.
That's the point.
Is that the
Yeah,
logic?
they don't care when they say that about MJ and Phil
Yeah.
Jackson. Phil Jackson was
Yeah,
a rookie
exactly.
head coach.
Phil Jackson is
And they
not the
don't care,
same
so
coach
I'm
that he
doing the same
was.
thing.
And
I'm
he
doing
and
the
not
same
only
thing.
not only was Phil Jackson a rookie coach, he walked into a damn good team with a damn good offensive coordinator. Damn good offensive coordinator.
That made no difference. That made no
Wow.
Yeah,
It wasn't like it
I
wasn't
agree.
like-
I think Phil Jackson is mightily
Wow.
overrated, but it's
That's
fine.
crazy.
Hey, this is also all of what Mars just listed off and Swipe just listed off. Just by the way, Ox wanted this nigga gone from Sacramento. I just want to put that out on the I just want to put that on the table. I was like, no, we need to fire Mike Brown.
Because he was hurting De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, we need to fire Mike Brown. That nigga the
He was
best
finna
coach
go
y'all
into
had in
DeMar DeRozan
franchise
thing.
history.
Yeah, how dare you?
Milk-
That is the
Milk-
best
we
coach
did.
you've had in franchise
Have you ever
history.
heard of
respect
Rick
Rick
Adelman?
Adelman. Respect
Rick
Rick
Adelman.
Adelman.
Rick
Rick
Adelman, 100%.
We had
Respect
Rick
the late,
Adelman.
great Rick Adelman.
We
Respect
had
the late,
Michael
great Rick
Malone.
Adelman.
You need to sit down for a second, sir.
Yeah,
But
respect
Mike,
Rick
I
Adelman.
don't care.
That's
I
another
don't care.
Wu-Tang coach, by the way.
I don't. So what? I don't care who you are. If you take the ball out of De'Aaron Fox's hands and have him
And now he
standing
about
over
to
there
beat De'Aaron
watching,
Fox in the finals.
yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. But that don't got nothing to do with me. Yeah, I said that. So what? On top of that, on top of that, when
Who you hollering at?
I'm hollering at everybody. When you have Game 7 at home,
Oh my God, he gonna
and
blame him
you
for Steph having
know, yeah, but this is my thing though, Morris. He gave us 50, right? Davion Mitchell's right there. I'm not saying Davion locked Steph Curry. I'm saying that with Davion, maybe it's 40 instead of 50.
And just so you guys know.
So yeah, a legendary coach can do bonehead shit. I could call for the head of a legendary coach. Y'all be calling for Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley all the time. So yeah, hell yeah, I said get his ass out of here. But De'Aaron Fox got his ass up out of there, and then he left. So like that was crazy. But
Swipe, I don't know.
Damn, so this really is vengeance for De'Aaron Fox.
So that was crazy. But
I don't know if you noticed, Swiper, because Ox just said that Rick Adelman and Mike Brown. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Bill
Mike
Russell did
Malone.
coach the Sacramento Kings too. I just want to put that out there.
Shouts.
Yeah, he's a legendary player.
Hey, by the way, y'all
Bill Russell's
apparently
in the Hall
y'all
of Fame as a coach.
apparently y'all taking Fleming, by the way, at 7.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be perfectly fine with that. Ruin Fleming's career. Don't touch A-Cuff. Don't touch A-Cuff. No, I'm not. I don't want. I have my guys in this draft. Cam Carr
Oh, this
and it's
narrative
A-Cuff.
is so
Leave-
old. These niggas be
leave
sorry,
A-Cuff
Swiper.
out of
Like,
Sacramento.
like,
No,
these-
everybody's
these
sorry when they touch your city.
Swipe it Ox.
no,
Swipe
that's
it-
not true.
Swipe it Ox.
I'm tired of this
We'll
shit.
we'll get around to the draft soon. I want to get to these super chats. We'll have plenty of time to talk about the draft, mock drafts,
your
where we
city
want players to
stinks.
go, all of that stuff. But as of right now, Tall Up 340 sent through $10
The worst
and
capital in
said,
America.
Ron is rage baiting. Do not engage.
It's too late. We was already.
Brother,
Yeah,
LeBron
yeah,
shoots.
yeah,
it was
y'all
too
don't
late.
engage.
It was too
See,
late.
y'all
Ron
gotta be
already-
I know
better.
we knew what
Y'all
was,
gotta be
what was
better.
happening, but we
Ron
have
already
to
started
defend
fighting.
Bron a little.
Ron already swung
So
on
I want
you.
everyone to know I defended Bron in that earlier segment. All for the comments to be calling me a hater because I said what I said. Like
That's how it works.
Mhm.
yeah. So you guys don't remember any times I defend Bron. Anytime I'm not glazing Bron, I'm a hater. So just remember that, Bron FC. It's cool. Though.
Ron, your first episode back was just full with you getting cooked. That's crazy. You got cooked
The way you
Ron
see it,
Wemby
hey,
shoot
the way you
segment.
see it, because you was on that side, because you was on that side. By the way, a little birdie hit me too, and this is what was told to me, and it looks to be true. Wemby has better percentages from 3 to 10 feet, from 10 to 16 feet, And from 16 to 3-point. Hold on, wait.
Ron,
Let me
Penn
finish.
We don't give a shit.
Let me finish. It wasn't from Penn. Let me finish the statement. Hey, see, y'all can't keep cutting me off during my takes and saying, "Oh, you're getting cooked.
Why?
You're getting cooked."
Why not?
All right, look.
You do it all the time,
Wemby has the better
not?
percentages from 3 to 10
Do
feet,
what we want.
10 to 16 feet, and 16 to 3-pointer for their career so far. LeBron had a couple of seasons better than Wemby.
Nigga,
The
we run
last two
shit,
in those
nigga.
areas.
Just live here.
23 years.
LeBron had a couple of seasons better in some of those areas, but for their careers, Wemby has them. So, hey, do what you will with that.
So mind you, I want to make sure that we are clear.
One spans my entire lifetime.
It didn't send that.
And
Yeah,
one
he did,
spans
and we
3
don't
years.
give a shit. Tell Penn we don't care.
Also, too, something I wanted to say earlier when you started bringing up volume and stuff like that. LeBron plays significantly more minutes than Wemby per game, by the way, and per season too. So that's also
Even as a percentage of their shots, Bron shot more jumpers. So
all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not even
well,
just more
no,
volume.
because if Wemby's shooting 9 threes in 28 minutes, 29 minutes, how much more would that have been?
That was the one season in which his volume and jump
Yo,
shots
Chad,
were-
who do you know? Who do you know that hates LeBron James and jockstrap sniffs Wemby every chance they get?
Hey, y'all.
I've
Chill,
never seen somebody
chill.
jump
This is
their
like-
ass
this is
back
like
in the
a-
deep fryer.
This is
Like,
like a
we
group. This is
We was done with the I don't know why you bringing this back up.
Yo, I read the super chat and I really just gave y'all some information. And
Chill,
honestly,
You guys are,
like,
you guys blindly accusing Penn is disgusting.
This is like a group project when somebody
said
goes
bullying.
to chat
Don't do
with the
that.
chat GPT for their
bullying.
part of the presentation. That's what Ron just did. We all provided our own information. We researched. Ron got a chat GPT and said, well, if you look at this shows why this problem works.
And he got it wrong. And on top of that, got it wrong. The whole project up, by the way.
Ron, you're gonna get us
I
all the F
I
because
gave
you're
y'all
plagiarizing.
Nigga, you gave yourself an F. You ain't show up to school.
You're
All right?
plagiarizing.
You wasn't even here for the group
F.
chat problem. And you
I'm
just
here
showed up on
right
the day.
now.
You just
I
showed
took
up on the
part
day.
in the
You just
cooking
showed
of
up on the
you.
day of presentation and was hyping. That's all you was doing.
Hold on, wait a second. I gotta take this. Be quiet. Be quiet.
All right, Waffle Oven sent through a super chat and said, I remember Cat saying he ain't fast, but he quick, LOL.
Yeah, that
Quick
makes
as a
perfect
cat.
sense.
That's all you got to tell her, Ron. That's all you got to tell her.
Finn275 said, I just rewatched Jordan say Wade was not dominant. Facial expressions were elite.
Is that the best debut on PC ever?
Nah, it's been a lot.
I remember I strongly disliked Jordan when he first came out. It was just nonsense.
Well, remember, it was
nonsense.
back-to-back days. It was that one, Mars, and then it was the Rondo over Nash thing. I think
It
2
was-
straight days.
It was just pure.
Yeah,
nonsense.
Rondo over Nash. He cooked on that.
Okay,
one.
but remember I had a box ox for you. I will get the box back out of retirement for you because your takes were garbage when I first
that
met you.
raggedy ass box. All you got is that's your kitty litter box. I don't care about that.
All right, Vegan
I
Yoda
almost
said,
want to apologize for calling Steve Nash overrated, but I don't care.
You should apologize. That shit I had to do to you and Ron at the end of the show last week. Don't make me do that shit again.
so real talk, did Ox cook?
Absolutely.
Did Ox
No,
cook?
both of you did.
Yeah, conveniently, when you on the side of an argument, oh, this person cooked or that.
Because I was involved.
Duh. What
But
you mean?
I had you in the oven. I had you on the stove sauteing.
Sure.
I was working both pots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chef Ox. All right,
I really
Vegan
did.
Yoda said, Ron's still off the sauce from vacation, I see. Hey, brother,
It took 6 days
Bruh.
off.
I ain't never not
Ron,
sauce.
I told a part of the story. I didn't tell everybody exactly what happened because y'all know me and Ron talk all the time, especially with some stuff that's coming up soon. Shout out to Ron.
Nigga, we don't
Ron,
be
Ron, you shut up, Ron. Did you or did you not call me 2 Fridays ago when I was out? Lie to me. I had the red light
Tell
behind
the
me.
truth.
I had the red light behind me, Ron. Lie to me. Exactly.
Red light.
No.
Well,
You were in the red light
Well, yeah,
district.
Facts.
Oh,
So
It wasn't behind you, it was all around you.
Real talk. Ron likes to frequent because you got higher quality establishments that are in one place that you can go to because you'll be safe. Ron likes to go to the other establishments that are not as safe.
Which
That's
ones
the
you be
quality.
going to, Swiper?
I don't go to any of those things. I'm saying Ron goes to the ones where they don't have security at the door.
Hey, Ox,
Like-
it's not just the red light. It's the yellow light, the orange light,
Oh,
the
shit.
pink light, the green light. Hey, Swiper, red light, green light?
Yo, what?
Red light, green light?
No, apparently, Swiper go to the one that got the white,
Pink light, purple light?
and blue light.
Got the what?
The white, pink, and blue light.
Oh,
That's what you said, bro. I'm just saying what you said.
Love is love. Ron, you can love whatever you want, bro.
all right, we got another super chat from Shadow57, $20 super chat. Shout out to Shadow. Shadow said, why do people say that MJ had an all-time great coach when his principals had no evidence of winning a chip beforehand? Same with MJ. In reality, Phil, MJ, and Pip all grew up together. That argument should go to Shaq, Kobe, and Powell.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
It
You
shouldn't
think
go.
Pau
to
Gasol's
none of them.
overrated, real talk?
No.
Pau Gasol's underrated.
I mean, but like, even with that being said, like, yeah, you can still say MJ had an all-time great coach because if Wemby and Dylan Harper grow into being the two best players in the league, they still became the two best players in the league. So even if they grew together, they still became that together and were that together. So like, yeah, MJ might have, Phil Jackson might not have been what he was when he first got to the Bulls, but by the time he left the Bulls, he was an all-time great coach. So it was like them growing up together is still neither here nor there. He's still an all-time great coach.
Mike Brown.
Shout out Mike Brown, all-time great coach.
Soon to be JJ Redick. Would have been Frank Vogel if he didn't get scapegoated.
And if you look at this dude's teammates all throughout his career, like, God damn.
Top 3 shooting guard of all time in many people's eyes.
Damn near top
Most
2.
skilled player of all time in many people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Top
Absolutely.
10 power forward of all time in many people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5.
Only 4. Some people's eyes top 5. Many people's eyes top 10.
Don't forget about Luka.
Only 4 championships. Notes. You know what I'm saying? Notes.
Don't forget Luka.
Oh, the best non-American player of all time. Interesting.
All right, Huncho sent through a super chat and said, LeBron was hitting fuck you threes from the logo like it was normal. Wemby not even on that level of shooter.
Like it was normal. Stretch, but
He was.
Bron
No,
can
it's not
shoot.
a stretch. 2020, we was killing y'all with that. Look at the right hand. Oh, pull up. Come on now. We was
From
killing
the
y'all.
logo?
Pissing me off, bro.
Yeah, from the logo. When y'all don't when Bron got to LA, he started shooting that shit like that. I don't know what happened.
He could just like it
But-
was normal, kind of lost me a little bit. You guys remember from the logo? What happened to that godforsaken show?
Oh, damn. All right.
Shooting strays at, I like that show personally. I just never was able to catch it. I was too busy. I caught it a couple times and it was really good.
Mhm. Me too.
Hey, Ron,
All
you
right.
doing the members only stream this Thursday?
If y'all show up,
I've been waiting for the
can't be
link.
doing
and
the
then all
stream
of a
by
sudden,
myself.
no,
We can't show up if it's not on.
I can't be doing. Hey, Ox, all right, you know what? I won't be there. You host it.
I'm gonna be in the gym on Thursday. I'm sorry. I coach basketball, bro. I'm in the gym.
I'm in the gym too. Swipe in the gym as well.
Watch game 3 tonight. Like I'm about to miss game 3 tonight. I'm not even gonna be able to watch it live. So
You gonna see OG had 21 in a win. Don't worry, you gonna be
yeah, I'm not even worried about it. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
Hey,
You gonna see Cat get
man-
outplayed by Wemby?
Hey, my main man gonna be there anyway, man. The Don gonna be there. He gonna hold me down, so I don't need to watch it, man. He gonna be there holding
How
me
far
down.
the ball has fallen.
He gonna be there making the NBA great again, so it's good.
I was trying to get this off.
Get what?
Nah,
That's just
I
what
do
it
hear
is,
you.
man. Hey, make
Yeah,
the
I
NBA
hear
great
you.
again, man. He's showing up, showing out.
Ron, I
out to
hope
the people
Wemby
in New
do.
York.
I hope he do, because I mean, the longer the series goes, the more post games I get to do.
For sure.
Going now.
All right, Alan Ailes said Jaylen Brown's gonna get that 2020 or Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's gonna get that 2024 Jason Tatum treatment if he doesn't lock in. 77 still in that best in the world convo with these playoff droppers. By the way, no matter what Mars says.
Shout out to you, Alan.
Yeah, I did gain a new appreciation this playoff from my guy Luka. Man, I was a bit too harsh on him this regular season. I will be better next year if he doesn't piss me off.
I will be better next year.
13 setback threes and hitting.
I can't believe I had to hold down Luka and the Lakers for you all season, man. That was
The last 2 times we've seen Luka in the playoffs, he's been a dropper battle.
I mean, he was hurt the last time and big the other time. I mean, so
I'm big.
like it is what it is.
Oh, that's crazy.
989 Michi said hashtag Becky Hammond wasn't wrong.
She wasn't because Cat's the guy. So
That is funny.
she cooked.
Brunson has been stinking it up, y'all. Like, he does need to be better.
Man, just wait till he get his rightful whistle. All of a sudden, Brunson gonna be hooping.
All right, Mad Max Sports said, how much more evidence do we need to see that Ron missed LeBron's career? Ron was chasing his own hoop dreams at the time.
That's what I believe. I believe Ron wasn't actively watching basketball. He was too busy playing it. So
Hey,
How?
he just turns on a LeBron highlight compilation every once in a while. And then like, oh, all LeBron was doing was chase down blocks and dunking.
No, that,
Yeah,
but
that's
no,
what he was doing.
I think that is fair though. Like we've talked about that before. I will say from like 07 to 2014, 15, I watched the least amount of basketball from my whole life.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
People have lives and you're pursuing.
That makes sense for this nigga. I watch that. My favorite thing to do is watch basketball.
Man, you probably only tuned into the finals and Bron weren't there in 09 and 2010. So, you know, you was
I
But Ron,
watch
basketball.
basketball.
I'm not saying that you didn't watch basketball. I'm just speaking for myself. I was still watching ball. I just was able to watch a lot more before and after that time. Like I still was watching ball. And even like this past like 2 years, I had to, you know, choose. Well, this past season in particular, I had to pick like what game am I watching today. I couldn't watch three games. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, that's just what it was. And I spoke
Thanks,
about
man.
that. I admitted that. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched less
What
basketball
games
this
did
year than
we get the most on TV in the 2000s? Ox, the Lakers and the Knicks.
I would say
Spurs?
for me specifically, it was a
Listen
lot of
to Nick.
Spurs, a lot of Spurs, a lot of Celtics, a lot of Lakers games, and then you know I was able to watch a lot of Kings games, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, Nuggets. The Magic came on a
OKC.
lot.
I mean,
OKC later on.
We're talking about in the
Bron
tens, right?
became like Bron. I mean, no,
Cleveland.
2000s.
Oh,
From
2000s.
like,
Okay,
from like the
okay.
mid 2000s to then, yeah, it was I mean, obviously, it was a lot of Lakers games. You know what I'm saying? So I watched a lot of that.
I mean, yeah, the face of the league is on that team. So
Oh, it would've been
Y'all
great.
said the Mavs. Dirk was
Yeah, we
always
got-
prime time.
Oh
we got
hell
them
yeah, I was
too.
watching a lot of
The
Mavs.
Miami Heat were on the television a lot.
yeah,
But you know,
the
back in
Warriors
those days,
did
though,
get. They still got some play too. Even in
we had
2000s.
Direct TV, Dish Network. We was able to watch a lot of basketball.
Yeah, but to your point though, Ox, when we left the house for practice and games, there's no way to keep up with anything. We didn't have anything unless you had a.
Swipe it from my for 3 years. I'm talking about just in high school, sophomore, junior, senior year. I'm leaving the house at 6 a.m. I'm not getting home till 11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, shit, I'm in the gym.
How do we keep up with games? What's it, the newspaper?
It's just when you niggas, you watch ESPN.
No, but I'm saying, but
Not-
how did we know when we were
it's-
not at
it's-
the house?
2006,
it's not even that,
7,
though.
and 8, 6, 7, and 8, bro. I was a highlight merchant.
Yeah,
So like for me,
Absolutely.
my
6, 7, that was a
my
highlight
practices wouldn't be till later on in the day. So after school, I would go home.
That's right.
I would
That's
be
right.
able to watch a game or maybe like a game in like a quarter or something,
Yep.
and then I would go to practice. But also too, they would show the reruns later after Sports Center. They would show the reruns later at 11 or 12 at
Sometimes, yeah,
night.
they would
So
do
I
that.
would
Yeah,
so
they
I
would
would
rerun,
tap
yeah.
into that too. So there was other ways around
see,
it.
but Ron,
But
you-
then
you
also
live-
too though,
you
like
live
yeah,
close
Sports
to
Center
the-
was a big thing too. Like going
Yeah.
back and watching like the highlights on Sports Center, they would show extended clips and stuff like that, and even talk about and break down games. Also, the next morning, watching First Take and you know those
Around the
shows,
Horn.
yeah, you would get a chance to hear other people talk about the games and break down the games too. So it was a lot of ways to be able to
You know what, and Ron, that's a big reason why I be so like why people don't like Sports Center First Take, because it's like I had to watch as much of that as I could. But Ron, the other thing too, like I was saying, is you lived closer to your school though. Like I
I live right down the street
and then go back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I
was 50
lived in
minutes
the north
away.
and went to school in Oak Park. Like I had.
You ain't go to school 50 minutes away from your damn house.
No,
And let me
yeah,
get you
it was-
jog to school every day.
Park Hill.
You didn't go to Park Hill, nigga.
You talking?
No, I'm from. I live. in Park
You're
Hill.
not from. That's what I'm saying. You didn't go to Park Hill.
No. You're missing.
You
what I'm saying.
have never been in Park Hill.
I went to a.
Don't engage.
You parked on a hill. It said you was in Park Hill.
Swiper, he's mad at you because you cooked him earlier.
No, and you wouldn't know anything about. Hey, Ron. and by the way,
That's a fact, Docs.
he
You
wouldn't know
didn't grow
anything.
up in Park Hill.
You
nigga.
wouldn't know anything about getting recruited in high school. We didn't go to school in our neighborhood. We
Didn't
went to
get
school.
recruited.
That's what I'm saying. I went to a charter
we were
school
gone.
in Oak Park.
Right.
I lived in the north, so
Right.
I
Ron
would
had to
leave
go
the
to public
at 6.
school because
Nigga,
public
Swiper,
schools. took
Swiper,
me.
don't play with me. My school would have mopped y'all and everything.
I guarantee
Don't play
you-
with. Hey, my school.
guarantee
Hey, both schools that I went to.
Here we
Hey,
go.
one school that I went to was a powerhouse in football and basketball.
guarantee
They
you-
would have my.
I
Hey,
guarantee
nigga,
you-
you don't want it with Demetrius Bronson.
You could look up.
You don't want it with
people
Demetrius
don't-
Bronson.
Not on here, but Ron, at a personal level, because I won't tell you about. You can
one's
look
south.
up our high school, and you can see what our record does. You can see what my record was. We were whooping everybody, brother. Didn't matter where they were. But shout out to
You
y'all.
don't want it with Demetrius Bronson. All right.
But the point is though, like I think that
Nigga was a
real
starting.
talk,
He was a starting running back for the
think Ron
University of
understands,
Washington.
Like if you we were it
A
was
starting
different-
running back for the University of Washington, played for the Seahawks for a little
Real
bit
talk,
too.
real talk.
You
Watch this.
don't want it with Demetrius Bronson, nigga.
Ron, did you have a bus that ran from your school to go from your house to the school?
So I went to two schools. I had one is in walking distance,
You got
so
kicked
it's,
out of
it's
one,
5
or
minutes.
did they just said you can't play here no more? What
Yeah, I got kicked out of one, and then I got better and went to the other one and was cooking,
all right,
and
so
then I
two
came,
shirts. So-
and then I came back
right,
home,
Ron,
and we got third in state.
Ron, just for context, I had the red carpet rolled out for me going into school and when I left. So I just want you to understand there was no leaving. It's like whatever, Cameron. What would you like? What do you need? What do you want for? Hey, I'm good. We good. I'm saying, Ron, we had different high school experiences,
Swiper,
brother.
no, for sure. Hey, Swiper, not everybody not everybody in the 8th grade grows to their actual height that they're gonna be for the rest of their life. Like I was growing at 22 years old. Like,
Joke Stokes, but
that's not a joke. That's a reality.
And they're wrong. When them letters started rolling in, they sure did.
Hey, but Swiper, I'm not joking though. I would have loved to have
the
been
money spread, Ox.
I would have loved to have been 6'3", 6'4" in 8th grade. Like that's not a joke.
No, Ron,
that's actually dope.
How
I wish that would have been the case for me.
When did you reach your height? When did you reach your height?
At 22.
That's what I'm saying. Were you 6 foot? Were you 6 foot by that point?
I'll tell you. In college, I was like 6 foot.
See, Ron, that's the thing. I wish I could have kept. If
Still
I had
had
another 2 inches, that would have been great. But you did. You got an additional 2 inches.
I know your girl tell you that every day.
In a less important way. In a less important way. But I'm saying, but shout out to you, Ron. Ron's a
could
great
be the
athlete.
more important way.
Yeah, but either way though, yo, like it's I do. So I just wanted to say about that, like about ESPN, Sports Center, like that stuff. I think that's not only important for like young athletes who are gone all day, but also for like the working man. You know what I'm saying? Guys that can't, you know, whatever their job is, blue collar guys that get up at, you know, leave the house at 5, get home at 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what.
Ron, you had
is.
2
So
teachers and 4 classmates.
Let's stay focused. I think
The schools I went to were bigger than everybody's schools up here, including you. Real
That's
talk.
not true.
Well, I don't know. You in Houston, so you might have went to a big ass school.
He had a
they got 7,000 people.
He had
in
a
their
TA.
school.
Ron had a TA in high school.
We
Y'all
actually
got
did
TAs,
have
right?
TAs because our classes were so big. Like we actually did have TAs.
You should have said that. You should have said.
No,
wait,
that's how I know you didn't go to a big school. That's not even a good joke. That's how I know you didn't go to a big school.
We got 35 kids in our class.
Yes, we definitely had TAs. That's not even
And the TAs are usually seniors that got a
students.
free
Yes,
food.
they're actually students.
Wait. Real talk. I got you. Ron, were you in one class all day?
All right, so I'm about to get back to the super chats.
I do think.
But also, I want to say real quick, because before what y'all was talking about, man, y'all Yeah, man. I'm
No,
not
wait,
even
Ron. By the way,
involved with y'all.
just so you know,
ain't gonna get
you can make
involved
fun of me
y'all.
with this. I had a special teacher I had to see because of my hearing problem. That's why Real Talk makes fun of my hearing problem. He's bringing up trauma.
Yeah,
I
Real Talk nasty for that.
Miss Wolf. I had to.
No, he's
No, Real Talk.
I can't believe Real Talk even does that.
Let me save you from your ableist mentality. I had to meet with Miss Wolf once a month to make sure that my classroom setting was appropriate for someone with a disability like myself. So no, Real Talk, just so you know in the future, okay, I had to actually have special treatment because of my disability. So next time you make fun of it, I want you to know what you're talking about. Okay?
I've never made fun of your.
Oh, really?
Problem.
So
I just wanted to say.
Apologize. Apologize on the big stage. Apologize.
When we were
apologize.
Okay, Real Talk.
All right, let's get him up out of here. He don't want to apologize. We can't have that type of behavior on the panel no more.
When we were in front of Jasmine and Tamika, Real Talk, you didn't say anything about he can't hear you anyway?
No.
You said that to Tamika?
No, this cap. First off, Swiper don't even talk to Tamika's.
Yeah, he talks to Tyreek's. I mean, Tyreeka's.
Okay, see.
Tyreeka's. No, because Tyreeka, see, Tamika and Tyreeka, they from different neighborhoods.
You remember the like in the iPhone, you got your top of the line. I would show it, but I'm not gonna show it right now because you nasty, because you're gonna, and they're gonna clip it. Look. Tanisha, Monica, Tanya, Nicole, Rebecca, Keisha, like LaKeisha, Takisha. And by the way, in middle school,
you know what I didn't know about Real Talk until last week? I ain't know Real Talk fuck with party girls. Ashley's and Amy's.
He had a lot of those.
Real Talk don't know about Ashley, Amy, and Annie.
And by the way,
Real Talk don't know about Ashley, Amy, and Annie.
Real Talk wore that cow outfit to try to attack the Amy's in the racials.
It was a cooler jacket. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I thought that shit was fly though, for real.
Appreciate you. And so did other people at where we went.
It was a great jacket.
It was a success.
Amy loved it.
Real Talk, the jacket was fire, but you already know, especially with this crew, you wear something like that, just like Jordan. What did Jordan wear that one day? The pants. The pants. Yeah. I wouldn't wear those pants. I will wear that jacket. I wouldn't wear those pants, but they was actually fly. But if you wear that around this group,
that's the thing. That's the thing about fashion, though. Like, you don't really gotta like it to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Just throw that shit on.
Brother, Jordan was sweating the minute he walked out of the hotel. It was like stuck to his body. It was like
that was in San Francisco, right?
Yes.
It wasn't even hot out there.
But Jordan was walking around like.
Hey, that's a part of fashion, though. You don't got to be comfortable, nigga. Put it on.
All right, y'all.
Especially during the All-Star weekend, man. Shit, you don't got to be comfortable.
For the record, no, I'm not a milkman per se. You know what I'm saying?
But you drink milk sometimes, though, right? Like when you get thirsty, you take a glass of milk every once in a while.
Move.
All right.
Okay. That's what they was telling you, Real Talk, because they was coming from the club. Move. I'm trying to get to the bar. Move. I'm trying to get to the bathroom.
That take baths in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some people bathe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying some people do.
All right, Retray63 said, how many of LeBron's 23 seasons does he shoot better than Kobe? Mars, is he a better shooter than him too? What the numbers say? ? 10 of 23 versus current Wemby.
So we only have the numbers going back to 04 per cleaning the glass on the long mid-range shots, but Kobe year by year was 39%, 38, 43, 43, 39, 43. 44, 40, 42, 41, 42, and then you get his last 2 years where he's 37 and 34%. I already read out Bron's numbers, but for reference, if you want to use the same time span, so once he becomes like competent, 38, 40, 45, 41, 44, 36, 39, 38, 36, 40, 43, 36, 38, 40, 39, 36, 42, 39. So overwhelmingly below what Kobe was doing, while also once again being in an era which was more efficient as time goes on. So no, based on the same numbers, it would still favor Kobe. Plus volume favoring Kobe heavily.
Yeah, the volume of those.
Yes, favoring Kobe heavily. Versatility favoring Kobe heavily. All of which favored LeBron in the conversation against Wemby, but now they all favor Kobe. So yeah.
All
People
right.
be wanting these gotcha moments so bad that they just throw all context aside and all of that and just
I think my whole argument was based on percentages when we brought up the versatility and then the assisted stuff, the fact that one was creating their shot more. But nah,
I'm gonna get off the internet. I'm gonna, when the season over, I'm taking a little break, man.
No, Twitter is annoying as shit. Like I don't know. Every time I say something, you got to prove a motherfucker wrong. Like, all right,
No,
bro,
you don't. Just say okay.
Just don't reply. Like,
yeah, I've been doing that sometimes, but then I just be like, all right, bro, like what? I don't care if you don't feel the same way I feel.
I will smooth like your message and just not reply. Thank you for your engagement.
But you know the problem too, though, Mark. Sometimes is I feel disrespected because like I'm so arrogant about basketball. Like I'm like, man, I know what I'm talking about, bro. Shut up and leave me alone. Like, oh, so basically what you're saying is no. I'm just saying what I said. I'm not trying to insinuate nothing.
Oh no, you're not allowed to do that. Anytime I put out a tweet that says the words it says, I get all types of interpretations of words I did not say. I was like, oh.
Somebody asked, is Caitlin Clark a bust? I said, hell no. She's just not as good.
She's just not as good as
thought she was.
Yeah,
They said, so basically you're saying that everybody in the WNBA before her was ass because she's on record, she's on track to do this. Whoa, no, that's not what I said. I said she's not a bust, but she's not as good as y'all thought she was. Like, shit is sick. It's hard out here.
All right, 448 Damon said Wemby is the new LeBron. People will be hating on him for the next 10 plus years. Shaking my head.
Who was hating today on Wemby?
Swiper was pushing that anti-Wemby propaganda.
No, I wasn't.
Thank you for just raising your hand and just leaving it at that.
I'm perfectly fine to sit in my own thoughts and
Ox has been a Wemby hater. There's nothing wrong with that. He knows what he is.
But it's not even hating. He said that Cat can and because he.
Oh no, that's not hate. Yeah, that's not hate. That's not hate.
So Cat's outplaying him. So it's like, how's it hate?
But Ox is a Wemby hater. But Ox is a Wemby.
I just don't think Wemby's as good as y'all think he is. That's okay.
Ox a Wemby hater. It's cool.
All right, yeah, we back to square one. Some people don't.
Ron,
some people think he's too good. Some people don't think it. I got my own blueberries, but thank you.
Somebody said a super chat about Olivia Mounds, please.
I think somebody did. Real talk. I think somebody did earlier.
Okay.
All right. Bandit SPS said Ron in that Children's Place jersey should have stayed on vacation. Nixon Foe, Dub Ox, Dub Beige Serbian, Dub Chill, El Marza Pippin, Dub Panel. Is that something that happened when I was gone, Marza Pippin? Or is that?
Apparently.
No, he just made that.
Wow. Okay.
Never
Shout out Marza. Let me see. I'm trying to find Olivia Miles.
Two generations of love. Real talk. 2 generations of love. Shout out to Miss Pippen.
Yeah, drink more water. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
989 Michi said, I'm behind, but what's the difference between the 04 Pistons defense and this year's Pistons defense?
Jalen Duren.
Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace.
It's really just Ben Wallace.
Chauncey Billups.
What if we replace Tayshaun Prince with Asar Thompson? Do they get better defensively?
Tayshaun was him on defense.
Tayshaun's a little more versatile. I think Asar is perfectly capable of playing. I don't think you replace him, they don't get better or worse. But Tayshaun is a little more versatile.
Tayshaun was crazy. And you know what's even better? If you replace Tayshaun with Carmelo Anthony. And then you win even more championships, like they should have.
Did y'all see how I did that right there? I didn't hate on Asar Thompson. I didn't say that Tayshaun Prince was better.
No, you said Tayshaun's a bit more versatile. You hated.
Oh, right.
Because what you're basically saying is Asar can only do one thing.
And you sat back when I mentioned Melo.
All you're saying is that Asar has no versatility.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Tayshaun wouldn't be getting bullied by Paolo and Franz.
I mean, Paolo was definitely not bullying him. You know, it's fine. He made a couple fadeaways.
I mean, Tayshaun was a little dude. He was a slight
Tayshaun was crazy.
Tayshaun was holding his own. Tayshaun was holding. Yeah, it wasn't no bullying or thugging Tayshaun.
Right.
James Tatum sent through $5 and said, I love the channel. Coming up on a year of watching you guys.
A
That's not
year?
long
Where the
enough.
fuck you been?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
better.
shout
Do
out to
better.
you.
We've been around for way longer than a year.
Who brought you to the channel?
You need to create a time machine and go back further.
Yeah,
Facts.
go back and watch our stuff from before we blew up when it was even better. Yeah.
By the way,
Facts.
Ron,
We commercial now. We ain't nothing how we used to.
we fell off
got
now.
This commercial
We fell
nigga
off
down
now.
here.
Yeah.
Baldy.
Like, go
Tayshaun
check our
Prince-
mixtapes.
Tayshaun Prince's sister went to Baylor, by the way, just so y'all know. And she was long, just as long as her brother, it felt like. And she was really good. She was really
You
good.
sound like a stalker.
No, I mean, I was at Baylor. I was a strength coach. I saw her every day. I mean, what I'll tell you. Shout out Nina Davis.
What did she play? Volleyball?
No,
She played
basketball. Yeah.
No,
Nina Davis is our best player. Odyssey Sims was there, Ox.
I used to play
Real
ball
Talk
with his
Real
little cousin Keenan, though, and that boy could shoot the ball from anywhere. Anywhere.
All right, Shadow 57 sent through another $5 and said, "Real talk, keep that same energy though. Gonna ask you about MJ, Shaq, and LeBron. Chill, gonna be too emotional. Don't know which one to be biased. Don't know which one to be biased for. Going back and forth."
Yeah, I don't know I don't know where I'm going either. I think that's what the off season is for, right? I mean, it kind of
You don't know what
Right.
agenda you're gonna go.
We
with?
gonna have some
Yeah,
fun
not
this
yet.
offseason. That's all. I
but
know.
like that's what the off season is for.
Oh, man.
There's nothing else really going on. It's just time to have some
Real
fun
talk.
conversation.
What days you coming up on the off season? Like what days you gonna be here?
I still have to discuss that with upper management.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Possibly the same
CC
day.
me in them emails. So I
Okay.
can know.
Hey,
I got it.
BCC me.
I
BCC
ain't-
me so I can hold Ron accountable.
Yeah, I ain't taking care. I'm not gonna be involved.
Matter of
in
fact,
that
anybody
shit.
that has any issues with Ron, BCC me in it so that way I can know and I can track it.
Yeah, well, look, we're gonna BCC the People's 23 because he got an A. So it's funny you brought that up. Since you want to talk that big talk, the People's 23 said, "You bring up Jokic and Buddy turns into Samuel L. Jackson from Django, protecting that man. F the Spurs
Ouch.
hate, watch successful, or F the Spurs hate, watch successful so far." Samuel L.
I didn't even say anything crazy today.
on that neck.
Hey, what was Samuel's name in that movie?
What is
Come on,
he-
chat. Come on, chat.
It was
Did it start with a T? Did it start with a T? And I know it wasn't Toby, but did they make fun of it or something
Time
like
to
that?
just Google. We're just trying to.
Nah,
Come
bro, I
on,
should know
chat. What was his
That was
name?
2012.
Just figure it out. We can do this.
Sammy?
Steven.
Steven? Yeah, Steven.
It was Steven. Yeah, I thought.
Hey,
Steven
bro.
Sweven?
And by the way, just so y'all know, three people could have won Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor. Could have won an Oscar for that movie. The dude that won it, what's the German dude's name, y'all?
I don't know. I know you're talking about though. We don't know.
German.
What? Yeah, he
Cause
won.
nah,
He won the
remember, he was
award.
He was
won Best
he wasn't
Actor.
in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, he was.
He goes crazy. Bro. He does.
Whatever his name is, I forgot his name. And then what's his name? Easily, Jamie Foxx easily could have won.
Mhm.
Then Leonardo DiCaprio was
Leonardo was great. too.
incredible. He won Best Supporting, I believe, or whatever. He was incredible. That was a crazy movie. And shout out Kerry Washington. I don't know if y'all know this.
Definitely shout out Kerry Washington.
She was really
Christoph
getting
Waltz.
whipped.
Yeah.
No, but do you know that Leo actually cut his hand on that scene that he smeared his blood in her face? He slammed down his hand on a glass by accident. And so he added that to the scene and smeared her face with actual blood.
I think she should have beat his ass, and you know what I'm saying after that. But like, yeah, cool. It's acting. Hell nah.
Yeah, it worked out.
I,
It was a
I
great scene.
heard.
We
I
not
heard
not
that-
doing no. It doesn't work out. We're not doing anything for content. Don't put your fucking blood on me, especially in my face.
I mean, we kind of are doing
She's-
anything for
she's-
content.
It didn't get in her
fuck
mouth.
that.
That's why she froze. She literally froze.
That's why y'all got these dumbass little niggas running on the court to try to take pictures with me because you do anything for content.
Yeah, and that's why we got little niggas in Walmarts and
She-
Targets
She should have picked. She should have picked something
smelling
up.
sauce.
She should have picked something up and went upside his head for that shit. Nigga, fuck this scene. Fuck you. Don't put your fucking blood on me.
It happens all the time in our sport. We bleed on each other all the time. It's the same
And
thing. What's the difference?
No, that silly.
You ain't
sport-
you ain't never had nobody
With
bleed on you?
Magic.
And you wait, real Ox. You ain't never had nobody bleed on you?
Swipe it. Swipe it.
Stop.
All right, y'all. All right. The next super chat.
I literally.
I done had a cut on the court and bled on people before.
shit.
Real talk.
All right, y'all.
I got busted.
The next super chat is from the Boston Frazier. He knows why his name's the Boston Frazier. If you're in the members only group, you know why his name's the Boston Frazier. By the way, we've taken a couple days off, but we will be back this Thursday for the members only streams. If you're not a member, join up now so we can see you this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. We are close to the off season, which means our conversations are going to get even deeper and deeper and deeper into. Well, you just got to pull up and you'll see exactly what we have to talk about. But my man, Boston Frazier said, hold on, let me pull up the super chat.
Hey, Smalley 23 almost blocked you because of that, bro. Bro, talking about hot dogs need condiments. You need to stop.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's bro.
What's the context?
The Boston Frazier said, Cat got something for your lying, lazy, no show, no call at work self-ass tonight, Ron. Take the jersey off. Been lying all show, dog. You suck. Go back on vacay, bub.
Ooh.
You know what? Just because of you, just because I know you like when I wear this jersey so much, put this shit back.
I'm not jumping in no pool of roaches for $500. That's crazy. That's not enough money.
I just want to defend Leonardo DiCaprio.
Roaches.
It happens all the time. People bleed. People break stuff on set. It happens all the time.
No, you're right. That happens all the time, and people get their ass whooped all the time too.
On set.
Put your fucking blood on my face. I don't care. I don't care who you are. No fucking
Shit
blood.
on set, swipe. They might up the stick on you. Shout out to
shit. Just what's his name?
Who you know what I'm talking about?
Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. That was a pure accident. No.
It was
By the way,
but I'm saying
by the way, again, playing football. Bleeding happens every play. That's just what it is. Happens every play. People bleed on you.
Swipe it. We understand that, but that's way different than you.
No, it's not. It's work.
Having a whole hand of blood and rubbing it on your face, that's never happened to you in a football game. So stop it.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Hey, y'all know that Kerry Washington, I think she said that, you know that scene when she was getting whipped? She said that she was really getting whipped in that scene because she wanted to, go through she wanted to know what the ancestors, went through.
Shit, you know why she wanted to get whipped.
She into that shit.
All right, let me stop. Let's stop. All right, moving on. Smiley sent through $5.
Y'all need to grow up.
Smiley said Wemby is actually.
There's a time and place for BDS.
Smiley said Wemby is actually an awful isolation player for a player of his caliber. Horrific perimeter defender, obviously his size, and rarely scores in ISO. All big issues.
It's gonna be hilarious when Wemby have 50 tonight.
Yeah, Wemby about to score 38 on straight face-up isolation buckets. And we're gonna be here tomorrow. We'll be like, best in the world.
I mean, they're gonna lose regardless. It doesn't matter how many he has. Oh my God! But you know what's gonna happen if he cooks tomorrow? Pinn's gonna come up here, or if he cooks tonight.
Me and my tag team partner tomorrow are finna fuck y'all. You want to come up here? You nod your head. That means yes. You want to come up here?
Penn is gonna come up here. And say, he did it because Donald Trump was there.
Over and under on Wemby tonight.
You
30.
Stop betting me when you lose.
30 and 15 for Wemby tonight.
Nothing else.
30 and 15 for Wemby tonight.
From you at this point.
No, bet his PRA right now. Real talk with Ron. What's his PRA? Bet it, Ron. What's the number?
It should be PRB for points, rebounds, blocks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, but real talk. If you get in an argument with Penn tomorrow and he tell you to go work out, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell Sid to calm down.
Sid is crazy.
No, I'm not betting nothing else with you. I'm not betting nothing else till you give my money. Hey, look, chat. If you want to always win money, take my side on whatever bet me and Ron are doing. You're always gonna win.
Yo, real talk. What you gonna do if he pays me before you?
I do.
I don't know. I don't know.
I do want you guys to know.
I may have to fly up there to Seattle.
Part of the reason why I wasn't here last week is because I picked up an alternate job. I may be bankrupt after this series. Maybe, so I have to find ways to. I have to find ways to pay my. I'm talking to the chat.
You up here with that stupid ass hand doing this shit?
I'm saying, like, you know, I may be missing.
Bankrupt.
I may be missing some time going into the future because I have to work to pay off these debts. So I just want to tell you guys to bet responsibly, so you don't have to get side gigs and stuff like that.
Ron gonna be downtown in Stag, shaking hips.
I
like
already
Swiper.
told us your business, so this whole broke gimmick is. He gave us numbers and everything.
I'm just saying.
This nigga don't know my commission and my cut. He in a whole different city. He don't know what's going on over here. On top of that, this nigga an employee. He don't know what's going on up here. Hey, real talk. Ask Ox what days he gonna be on next week for self-made. Ask him what days he gonna be in the showroom.
I work when I want to.
You fired. How about that?
Fire me.
You fired, nigga. Hey, turn in your suit and your badge. But all right, y'all. We got a few more super chats and then we're gonna get up out of here. Brandon Lee became a YouTube member. Shout out to Brandon Lee. Tall Up 340 also became a YouTube member. Shout out to Tall Up. We got a members chat from JF7. JF7 said, that OG poster dunk on Wemby was for you, Ox. That was some big body shit.
Yeah, that was cold. I ain't gonna lie, that was cold.
Hey, Ron, he just said, you heard what he said?
Who?
I'm talking about you're fired. Hey, he used to kill me with that shit. You're fired. You're fired.
All right, your guy Boss Man sent through a members chat and said, Mayor Muslim Bagel Jewish Christian Dior Knicks 4? What?
Yeah, apparently that's like the little slogan.
Mayor Muslim,
right
Bagel Jewish, Christian Dior, Nixon 4.
Nixon 4.
He ain't got no rhythm,
okay.
man. Like, no.
If he would have sent some, he could have easily put an apostrophe after every, like, why
Not
you
an apostrophe? Why would you put an apostrophe?
He could have put a slash, he could have put whatever. He could have put a comma, apostrophe, whatever, and it would have,
Try it again, Ron.
Yeah, but not an apostrophe though.
All right, my bad. I meant comma, but you know what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah,
he could have threw that in there. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
he could have put anything in there, a period, whatever, dash.
Yeah, nah, I was confused too until I read it again. Like, oh, okay, I get it.
I only knew it because somebody came up on my stream, a Nick fan, and said it, and he looked like kind of Swipe. I was a little nervous when he started off with Mayor Muslim. He looked a little January 6th. I was like, where's this going? I almost muted his mic, but we got there safely. We landed the plane safely.
All right, y'all. We got the last super chat of the day from Bino Bapelli. Bino sent through a members chat and said, this convo could have easily been avoided. I blame Lowe's bubble bass ass for opening Pandora's box. And Ron got deep fried and he don't watch Bron.
Swiper, go in for fourths right now. Cooking. Get him, Swiper.
What does this have to do with Lowe, though?
Lowe's the one that said the statement about Wemby being a better shot maker than LeBron.
Because Lowe no more ball than you niggas.
He's the cheer.
Yeah.
You niggas are Lowe's disciples, and you are my disciple. All right? So, like, that makes sense.
If I'm your disciple, I'm Judas, nigga. How about that?
Look, if we were going,
you better watch your fucking back.
If we were running twos,
You better watch your fucking back.
if we were running twos, me and Lowe would fry any. Real talk, you and Mars would get obliterated in twos by me and Lowe.
Lowe would
Obliterated.
kick you off the team. Lowe would kick you off the
stop.
team and be like, I'm better by myself.
Me and Mars would run through.
You and Lowe, it wouldn't even be close. All right, man. I got one more super chat, man. I'm tired of this nigga down here. I can't wait to pay you July 1st. Textonics said, gotcha. Hey, it ain't funny anymore, huh? Textonics said, gonna be interesting if the Spurs extend the series to see an NBA Finals game and World Cup game occurring on the same day.
Oh, that's. Would it be the same time too, though? Like,
I think it'll be in the daytime.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all July 1st. It's been fun. It's been real. We out.
I hate this dude, man. Fuck, man.
Psych, I lied. Hey, I wasn't here all last week. Y'all finna get some more of me. We going all time, just y'all and me. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. Look, check this out. The gimmick's over. All right. I just made a bet. This is the only reason why I'm wearing this jersey. I made a bet. All right. Obviously, I lost it. I said that the Knicks were going to lose to the Sixers. If the Knicks beat the Sixers, I had to wear this jersey. And the person that I made the bet with, hey, she kind of, hey, she real thick, And the bet was if the Sixers beat the Knicks, she got to take off whatever she got to take off. So I would have had to put this on, and she would have had to take off whatever she had to take off. And obviously, I ended up losing. So now every time I get on the stream, I have to wear this jersey. So that's really why I'm wearing this jersey. Y'all know I really don't want to wear it, but I have to pay up my bets and my dues and whatnot. But chat, I missed y'all. It's been fun. It's been real. I'll see you guys Thursday for the members only stream. Like the video, subscribe, become a member, all of that good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. The only difference is tomorrow, Wemby will officially be the GOAT after what he does to the New York Knicks tonight. 40-20 incoming. Stamp it. See y'all in a second.